In the White House, President Eisenhower signs the proclamation that makes Alaska's entry into the Union official, nearly 92 years after Lincoln's Secretary of State bought the territory from the Russian Tsar for $7 million.
The Alaska Wild Project podcast is brought to you by the following sponsors.
Barney's Sports Chalet, supplying hunters with the best hand-selected gear since 1963. The exclusive home of frontier gear built for the rugged Alaskan terrain. Your one-stop shop for all your outdoor needs. Visit Barney's today at 906 West Northern Lights.
Big Rays, the Alaskan outfitter, committed to outfitting Alaskans across the state since 1947. Whether you're a recreator, parent, guide, or corporate buyer, Big Rays has the gear you need, tailored for Alaska's harsh conditions. Check out their new exclusive line of Auralic waders. Big Rays for all your outdoor gear and rugged work attire. BigRays.com.
Tailored Restoration 24-hour emergency home services, helping Alaskans restore their dreams since 1972. Services include fire, water, mold, post-emergency cleaning, repair, and remodeling. Give them a call in Anchorage, Eagle River, Matsu, or Fairbanks. Hit them up at tailoredrestorationalaska.com.
Total Truck and Alaska Overlander, Alaska's premier supplier for custom automotive accessories and overlanding products, providing all-inclusive rental vehicles and trailers custom outfitted to explore the Alaskan backcountry with a unique and convenient traveling experience.
TheTreehouseAK.com, located at 341 Boniface Parkway, Alaska's own and grown cannabis and CBD store. Ask the bud tender what the strain of the day is to get your 10% off. The Treehouse, where the culture lives. AKO Farms, located in Sitka, Alaska, built from the ground up with concentrates as their single motivation, with exclusive products such as their sugar wax, full spectrum diamond sauce carts, and more. Ask your local bud tender about AKO. Marijuana has intoxicating effects and may be habit-forming and addictive. Marijuana impairs concentration, coordination, and judgment. Do not operate a vehicle or machinery under the influence. There are health risks associated with consumption of marijuana. For the use of only by adults 21 and older. Keep out of the reach of children, and marijuana should not be used by women who are pregnant or breastfeeding.
The Bait Shack, located on Ship Creek upstream of the bridge. Can't miss the bright red shack. They are the go-to fishing gear rental and guide service on Ship Creek. Tight lines and fish on. Come hook into the action with them. Hit them up at thebaitshackak.com.
Lawn Pro AK, Alaska's year-round professional property maintenance team. Services include weekly lawn care, custom landscaping, fertilizing, weed control, turf repair, and more. Schedule your free estimate at lawnproak.com.
Alaska's OG cider company, Double Shovel, crafting gluten-free colonial-style ciders founded as a healthier, non-inflammatory brew option. Drop by their Pop and Tap room in Anchorage off of 58th and Arctic or visit the second location in Kodiak. Double Shovel, award-winning ciders.
The Alaska chapter of Backcountry Hunters and Anglers. BHA is the voice of our Alaskan public lands, waters, and wildlife. Their goal is to uphold our hunting and fishing legacy while keeping our public lands wild. Stand up today and join BHA at backcountryhunters.org.
This is your first time on the mic?
Give me the mic.
Oh, that was kind of quiet, though, wasn't it?
Oh, man. Step it up.
Well,
Step it
hey,
up.
man. ABC, baby.
ABC,
it's good
step
beer,
it
but
up.
that
Let's
doesn't
see
have
it.
that
Let's see it
crack,
out.
though.
Oh, that's the original
yeah, it's
crack.
a double shovel.
That's the original.
Not bad.
That's a real caribou call.
The can's like different. It's a little crisper.
That can?
Yeah, that one cracks.
Yeah, the double shovels are always like more aggressive sounding caribou call.
We asked him to do that.
You can reach further. You can reach further. The call's a little louder.
Yeah, this was like just a quiet little. Man, that's a lot, dude.
The Revenge?
What is it?
It's a double IPA.
Dude.
From Anchorage Brewing. It's at 8.4%.
What exactly makes it a double?
Double.
Like double the hops?
Yeah, man.
Well,
double the pleasure.
When we can get Gabe in here, he can explain it.
Yeah, Gabe, come on, man. We got to hear about this.
He's kind of a shy guy, right? Maybe a little
That's
reserved.
why the can's so quiet.
Okay. That explains a lot.
Yeah.
That explains a lot.
I wonder if it's
Gabe's
quiet because
not-
he has that outside like sticker on this can.
I don't think he's
It muffles it. He
could
puts
be.
the earmuffs on it.
This has a sticker
Miller
too.
Lite doesn't have that problem.
But it's
Brock.
not the same kind of. You know what I'm saying?
No, this is a wrap, shrink wrap. His is the actual sticker.
Yeah.
He's not. I guess it is shy. He's just like very stoic.
Yeah. Well, his style and everything, and making the knives and forging shit.
Oh, that's so cool.
But man, his shit's so hoppy, it makes my neck red. You guys see how I'm all fucking puffed up?
Yeah.
It's kind of like almost like a marijuana like thing.
That's why it's called Revenge, dog.
Well, the first one was Demon Boy.
Well, same.
That's where I got started.
You look like a demon.
You look like one of those caribou that are like in heat or they're in the full rut.
Just thick ass
swole.
neck.
Swollen neck. You in rut, bro? You in rut?
Man, it's a little early season, I guess.
Watch out,
Rena. Fired up.
Watch out, Rena.
You better watch out. I'm coming home fired up.
Brandon's in rut. His
You
neck's all
better
swole.
get our toddler out of the bed because I'm coming home.
She's not in the bed, no. She's in preschool now, big girl.
Dude, we tried last night. We're like, you're going to sleep in your own bed, right? First day of school?
Yeah.
Nope.
No. Did you try to lock the door?
I mean, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that to her.
Did she try to lock the door?
She's my last puppy, dude. She can sleep in my bed until she's in 5th grade, man. I don't care. I don't know that there is like a threshold when you have your last kid, man. Is there?
Well, I just think it's a daddy's girl thing. It's hard to say no.
Oh, I don't say no to anything.
Yeah, exactly.
We came home from our trip Sunday. I took Monday off. I was kind of worked. And I spent the day with the girls. They were supposed to go to my mother-in-law's. I'm like, no, they can stay with me. All the kids in the neighborhood, everybody had ice cream, popsicles. Dude, I didn't feed them lunch, bro. They just ate candy and chips and shit. I was like, everything they wanted after a week of hunting. I was like, yep, yes. No nap, no problem.
The last summer festival there.
Isn't that like a thing? Wasn't that a trend for a minute? I think they even made a movie about it or something. Where like,
oh, Yes Day?
Oh,
Yes Day.
I could never go that far.
Where you just have to say yes to, where you have to say yes to everything. Like you have a day where you. I've never seen the movie, but I know that was
It's a cute movie.
That was like a trend in social media where parents are like, we have one day where it's yes day. You say yes to whatever requests.
Yeah.
Like obviously there has to be some limits.
Does that work?
Can we go to Disneyland today? Yes day.
Like
every day
for everyone, you and the kids and the wife. Yes day for everyone.
No.
Oh, just the kids.
No, I don't think you get yeses.
You get
no.
I think the kids get yeses.
Whatever the kids want, that's what Yes Day is.
Yeah, my kids don't know.
But maybe I'll try to work that in with my wife. Just be like, hey, one day a month, I get yes day.
Oh, a month? You're going for one a month?
Yeah.
12 a year?
Yeah.
That's asking a lot.
Well,
that's the first yes.
That's how negotiations
That's the first
start,
yes.
bro.
I want you to say
You
yes
know, like,
yes
what do you want me
day
to ask? Just once a year? And she's like, once every 5 years. I start at once a month, and then she's like, once a year.
Okay, I see. You're doing the Facebook
okay.
marketplace thing.
You're
Set it at
prepared for the counteroffer.
500. You're down to go to 400 cash.
The art of the negotiation.
That's right.
Or the art of the deal.
Start high, she can lowball you.
Was.
And then she'll rebuttal with, well, your yes day for me should be every day. Because you're supposed to say yes, dear, to everything, right?
Oh, she don't need a rebuttal.
Is that the magic answer?
No, they already, girls don't need to ask for it. They know, they already got happy wife, happy life, you know,
Is that what you said about
Damn, dads
my
don't got
partner?
that, huh?
She said,
What do we get?
What do dads got? What do poppies get, man? Happy poppy.
we don't get nothing.
Nothing?
Dog.
Happy
man.
Gotta
dad.
make up something.
We get Father's Day.
That's it.
That's all you get.
Barely.
We took pictures
Yeah,
of
all
the
you
girls
get.
this morning. It was my 4-year-old's first day of preschool. It starts a week early. And took some really beautiful pictures of the girls in the front yard this morning. And I sent them all the photos. I have a text lines, Daddy's girl, because my 2 daughters have phones.
Yeah.
So it goes to them and my wife. And Mila says, well, wait, we didn't get a picture of Daddy. I'm like, man, Daddy, don't worry about Daddy, man.
They took the picture.
Daddy's going to be fine. Y'all sleep in the bed, Dad sleeps on the couch. Like, I'll be all right, you know? Like, I'm always getting the shit into the stick. I'm used to it. Don't worry
That's
about
what
me.
dads do, dude. Broad shoulders.
Take one for the team.
It's your job.
Every single day.
Yeah.
Provide and protect.
That's right. There
That's
you
it.
go. Yeah, provide and protect.
That's all you get. That's all you get. And Father's Day.
And Father's Day. God.
And you get your birthday. And then girl's birthday week. They get a week.
Oh, they get a week. That kind of gives you.
I used to joke with my wife until when she hit 40. I was like, "There's no this whole birthday month. It's gone.
No,
you get a week.
I put
You
my
can have
foot
a
down
week.
on the month bullshit,
A
bro.
You can have a week. Yeah,
No,
I feel like all
man.
girls
Like-
claim that. It's my birthday month.
Only like
what?
races, full race of people get like a month.
Get a month.
You know what I'm saying? Not you, okay?
No individual gets their whole month. Not even Jesus.
No.
Yeah. True. A whole race.
Took me a second to like click that.
You got to bring all your people if you want a month.
Welcome to Alaska Wild Project, episode 130. Today we got the homie, the big dog, the Alaska legend, Brock Lindow. What up?
What's up, man?
Long time coming.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yes,
I've been waiting to hear that voice on this on this show, dude.
Actually, we had you. You were one of the top 5 people we wanted to be number 49.
Okay.
The 49th.
That would have been cool.
But
Who got it?
Actually, it ended up being Justin Johnson.
Perfect.
Which was a good one.
Really good.
Perfect.
But you were right in there. But you had just did Cody's. Shout out to Cody at Crude Mag.
Yeah.
His thing. So we're like, we don't want to just like do the same thing right away. Yeah.
And you're more associated with 36 anyway, so.
Yeah.
Oh, we should have did the 36.
The 49, that's JJ's. That
was
I'm
right.
happy to give
I
it.
mean,
it went really
good.
good. It went good.
Yeah.
I mean, his story's pretty epic.
For sure. What a journey. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, a journey for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, 36 would have been a good one. That would have kind of been pretty fitting.
Yeah. Hello. Where's management at? Man?
I know, man. We were actually still in diapers back on episode 36.
Yeah.
In this thing,
Don't go beyond 449. Do not listen to anything before 49.
130. That's fine. 130.
136 times 6.
thank you.
It's 140. 130.
Which one is it?
Too late for math.
Honestly, I still don't know what that is.
I was like, so you're an English teacher, then, right?
Yeah.
Not math?
As a second language. Yeah, we don't do math.
No.
Well, 49. We talked about earlier, 4950 love. Fucking Hawaii's in flames, bro.
Travesty, dude.
Yeah.
I was floored when I learned of that today. And I live under a rock, bro. I don't listen to the news. I don't fucking watch the news. I don't know what's going on in this world. But I went on a meeting with a guy in Oregon, and he's like, yeah, you guys hear about Maui? It's on fire. I'm like, what? Like on fire? Like some cool shit going on? It's like, no, it's fucking burnt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I Googled it real quick in the middle of the meeting, and I'm like, I had to fucking mute my mic. It's a Teams meeting, you know? Holy shit, dude. I could not. I mean, I've been going to Lahaina for, I think 92 was my first year with my folks, and we went all the time, dude.
Yeah.
And the memories, the tree, the shops, the bars.
The tree, dude.
The tree, bro.
I'm late to the party, though. How long has it been burning? I
think it's like
yesterday.
a day.
It's only been like,
Okay.
But that's
I think
all
a lot of it happened last night.
Okay. And it's from a
Brush fire.
Okay.
But there's also a hurricane. So those winds
Well,
are
there's a
intensifying.
hurricane in the general area that has increased the winds, and I think the winds. I think they don't have any.
Hurricane Dora.
I don't think it's like set in stone
Dora.
what caused it, but there has been. I think power lines came down from the wind, and that's probably what sparked it. Yeah, when you think Hawaii, you think like
What's the last thing you think about?
hurricane,
wildfire.
or volcano,
Or earthquake.
or tsunami.
Yeah.
That's it. There's not, like, you don't think about a wildfire. Like, it's not like it's forested, and when it is forested, like Kauai, it's like tropical. I mean, Kauai literally gets the most rain on Earth in one spot.
And you did say, I mean, we do have a big connection with Hawaii. Alaska does. Mm-hmm. And we talked about it before on the show, I think, with your homie. But I mean, every Alaskan I know goes to Hawaii all the time. That's like our vacation spot. You know, us in Australia, we go to Hawaii.
Yeah. Well, in Canada.
I mean, it's like a hall pass. Like we went there for his I went there for my graduation, but we also went for Brock's graduation and Billy and other friends. Four of us went.
Was that a year apart or something?
That's what you guys did for graduation, was in Hawaii?
Yeah.
93.
Maui?
No, we went to Oahu, but I've actually never been to Maui, to be honest.
How'd you pull off going on Hawaii trip.
We
for
went there for
vacation,
2 weeks.
Dude.
How'd you guys pull it off?
Me and Boots and the boys went to Mexico for a month.
We just booked it.
Yeah, we booked it.
I think
You had been there though.
I'd been there.
You'd already been there.
I just feel like kids don't normally like
that's
have the
some grown
resources
shit.
to fucking
It was,
go on a trip like that right out of high school.
It wasn't very expensive because it was like all we needed was hotel and plane ticket,
Yeah.
and then after that
That
it was
shit's
like
a fortune now today.
beer money.
but-
Yeah.
So who went?
We ate cheap. Me, Billy, Brock, and Zach Ham.
Yeah, Hammer.
And then there was like
Hammer?
there was other groups of
Did you
people
meet
from
Hammer?
Diamond.
You haven't met Hammer.
I don't. His nickname's amazing.
He lives down in Seattle now, but
I've heard you guys talk about it.
yeah. Legend.
Oh, that trip has legendary moments in it.
Let's
Yeah,
hear about
definitely.
one.
With
hear
Hammer,
about one.
with Brock. But what I was going to say, what I was leading into was the fact that, like, there definitely is that connection with Alaska and Hawaii where, like, you're treated different when you, like, the second you say,
I'm from Alaska.
I'm from Alaska, they're like, oh, like the
You can fish
like the
here.
locals are?
people will say like, you know, oh, the locals can be mean or like they can whatever, like, you know, you get bullied, and a lot of people have had problems. I've been to Hawaii so many times I can't even count now, and I've never had a problem. But we were high school kids, like trying, like we were trying to get in trouble, and we never had an issue with anyone.
Nope.
And we had some run-ins with like people, and it was more comical than anything because we went on
calls.
They had the booth.
They're always, yeah.
There was close calls.
Chad's like, I'm gonna backflip 4 stories off this fucking condo into a pool.
No, I think he's referring to I might have been a little mouthy to a very large bouncer who was just looking at me like,
Yeah.
it was laughable.
Just a brick wall.
It was laughable to him.
And you're a big guy.
Not then.
Oh, you're like
Same height, about 110 less, at least. But yeah.
Yeah, it was hilarious. But we had some moments there. We did. I'll tell a funny story because I know Brock. We've laughed about this 1,000 times over the years. But we went. You know how like they'll just offer you the booze cruises.
Yeah.
If you've ever been there, like graduation or spring breaks, like they're selling these booze cruises. They're geared towards kids. And it's pretty much like you get on a boat and you can drink even though you're not 21 because you're out on a boat.
Yeah.
So they sold us. I'd already been there with like 2 years earlier. So I kind of knew about it because my buddy.
you were the tour guide on this fucking trip.
And I had a tour guide.
I know where to go, boys.
Rest in peace, my boy Life Ramos, who I went to high school with.
Piece of life.
Yeah. Life had family from Hawaii, and I think his dad was Filipino, and his mom was, I think, German. And so he had connections to Hawaii. And so I wound up going there for my whole high school graduation because like I was supposed to go with some friends from my class and they all backed out. And then Life was like, well, I'm still going. And we went with, more funny stories. We went with like, he had a exchange student living at his house at the time from Spain who also went with us. And like, we had some funny stories from that trip. But so I had done the booze cruise thing. So I knew that we needed to look for it because I was like, we definitely want to go on this. Like 4 single dudes in Hawaii, like young, like we're going on the booze cruise. We're going on the booze cruise.
We gotta do this.
So we go on
And parasailing.
we go on like one, and then the guys like. Then we're there for 2 full weeks. So then, like,
Ooh, that's a long
then the
time.
guys are like, the guys like know us after one because they're like they remember.
You're doing the
we
night
were
with-
memorable.
Can we get the 7-day booth?
We were memorable. So those guys were like, hey, if you want to go again, it's like discounted. And it kept getting discounted. I think the 3rd one or 4th one we went on.
Oh, it became a nightly
Like
thing.
we
every
got
other night.
Like you meet at a bar and then you like get on these buses. And there were so many people on this one. They had like a 4th bus, but it didn't have like one of the booze cruise dudes on it who are like telling jokes and doing stuff like the whole way there. So like we get on this bus that doesn't have like a leader.
He didn't have the hype man.
Someone asked if like anyone knew a joke And Brock was like, I had told a joke earlier that day that Brock thought was great.
But let's just be clear. The mistake was all mine beyond even what happened. I knew better. I've never been able to retain a joke my whole life. To this day, I can't remember it once.
Somebody tells you an epic joke, you just forget it?
Yeah, hilarious laugh. Then I'm completely, when you like meet somebody and say their name and you forgot it immediately. I don't know what that's about. That's the same way I am with jokes. And I thought I should get up and tell it in front of all these girls too. Yeah. Like,
it was.
I believe it was like California and Washington were on that week of graduation, right? Something like that.
Yeah, we covered. That was the best part about being there for 2 weeks. Is that
we
had overlaps.
Yeah, you had overlaps of graduation.
Exactly.
So it was like the girls that you met in week one left.
Yeah.
Fresh recruits. New ones came in.
Yeah.
And so the guy was like, does anyone know, like the bus driver or something? He was like, it was like crickets on the bus, And the guy was
bummer.
The guy was like, does anyone know a joke? And Brock threw his hand up like, ambitious, dude. Just like, I do. And he's like,
I should have known by the look of their faces too. They should be like, nah.
We know how he is. Like, he don't ever tell jokes. He's never told jokes. I didn't really know it was for the reason
my
you don't
time,
remember
boys.
But he obviously felt like, well, I just heard this one 3 hours ago. I got to remember.
It was fresh.
He starts it, and he's just like,
oh no!
And he just like looks over, I looked at Ham, and Ham's like, and
not my buddy.
We all acted like we didn't even know who he was. We're like staring at him, and he's just like, you guys really aren't going to help? And he's like,
I think I did all right until the most important part, the punchline.
Yeah.
The joke. And I just blacked out. I was looking at them like, little help here, and they're looking at me like they don't even know me. And I just sat
What was
down.
What was the joke?
The premise of the joke?
I don't remember.
Dude, I don't even remember it.
It was literally a funny joke that literally was like,
some old man told you
10 minutes ago.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah.
It was hilarious.
That's funny.
Yeah, so I don't tell jokes.
So the pretty girls from Oregon and Northwest Washington that were on that trip were not impressed.
They were fine later.
They were fine.
Once you started giving them drinks, buying them drinks.
How was that
To the point
booze
that
cruise, though?
we saw the booze cruise was great.
Was it kind of played out at that point?
Well, like I said, it was like
but
all the new recruits, so it was different every
It was
time.
fresh.
Yeah, it was always fresh.
The booze
We were
cruise
the only ones
part
that
of
were
it
like
was played
salty.
out.
You guys were the repeats.
Yeah.
I mean, they're kind of played out anyway. They're like, I mean, you're drinking like Mai Tais.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
like, it's not good. It's not like you can go up and be like, hey, can I get a Crown and Coke? Like, you're drinking tropical,
Yeah, they got
crappy
umbrellas and shit
weed
in
drinks.
there.
But
Yeah.
You don't even know what that is. You're 18.
they had a drinking competition on there, like who could drink the fastest, and you won like more drink tickets.
Yeah.
Because you got drink tickets with it. And I cheated and crushed. Because it was like you had to drink your drink through a straw. And like, I was like, well, okay, so I'll just use 2 straws and beat everyone. And it was like, no problem. Because I'm not a fast drinker, but smashed everyone, got us some more drink tickets.
Yeah.
Won over the hearts of some girls.
Oh,
Saw
shit.
those girls the following day on the beach with snow cones. Came by. they come walking up. They come walking up and
I'm gonna just die this fucking podcast.
and they're like, hey. And Brock's like, hey, and like gives a girl a hug, but like hugs her
Hey, you.
and like picks her up and is gonna and like spins around and is gonna like dunk her in the water. But Brock had for solid 2 weeks never ever dialed in the like waves part of, like, we would run and dive in the ocean every day. That's all we did. Like, smoke a bunch of weed, dive into the ocean like the whole day.
Yeah,
on Waikiki,
nothing better.
Couldn't get the timing down or what?
Well, no, he always took one extra step where it got deeper, so that he couldn't jump. So he just be like,
oh, just slid.
So I have so many pictures in a shoebox of like Billy flying in the air, Zach flying in the air, me flying in the air, and Brock is always beside someone, like folding around a wave. Like,
damn, why are you doing your boat like that?
I even got a photo of him turned around, like, why can't I figure this out? But he goes, like, he spins this girl around, and he's like in knee deep water when he does it.
Right into a 4-footer.
As soon as he spins around, like you can see him tilt, and now like
the wave is pushed out.
Yeah, and now
you're into the sand.
Now he's extended. Like I can't pull her.
No
back.
return.
Yeah. Can't pull her back. So now I'm body slamming a girl like on sand
with like a half inch of water on it.
Brock's just nodding. He's like,
The other three girls,
this is all true.
Throw their snow cone on him. Oh, dude, it was.
Oh, damn, you got the snow cone on you?
Our friends were pissed.
Because you body slammed her in the ocean?
Yeah.
They were like,
should they come out to the ocean and do it?
You were trying to be fun and flirt and like,
I think I hooked up with her though later that night.
Maybe.
Didn't
I don't. It's all.
That's not the one that we got way too high though.
Another great story. Oh my!
I think that might have been the same girl though.
So it could have been. It could have been. It definitely could have been.
I mean, this is 30 years ago. That little sketchy on the
might
memory.
might be even longer.
It's 30 this summer.
The night.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you about to do your
30.
Did they do a 30-year reunion?
Ours is September 1st. Yeah.
Damn, dude.
hell yeah, they do. They don't. They
Really? Is
keep
it every
them
10?
running?
Yeah, they keep.
Yeah,
going
it's every 10.
Every
Yeah.
10 after
Oh, I didn't know
20 or
that.
whatever.
Shit. I
Yeah,
don't know
coming
nothing
up
about
soon,
those.
too.
I haven't
He
been one.
has a good class though. They keep it like, pretty good.
Yeah, you always need
Mine
someone.
had like 10 people at the last one. I didn't go to it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's lame.
saw
Oh, they
photos.
start dwindling away, huh?
His is like still solid.
I
Yeah.
think they dwindle away like maybe
After 20.
after 20 and maybe 30. But it seems like if you're still around for your 50 or something, that's a big deal.
Oh,
50,
like people
yeah.
will show out for that one.
Yeah, I think so.
Who's still alive?
Yeah.
Well, at that point, like, who's keeping up with the
there.
Joneses, right? Like, dude, fucking that shit's past.
Oh,
Yeah,
you gotta watch.
Exactly.
You just come celebrate. We're still alive,
You're like,
motherfuckers.
I didn't like you. I don't like you. You're pretty cool.
That's
You got
right.
a walker too.
Yeah.
Click, 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 click. Going in there.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh yeah.
How about those 80s? I mean, I try to like tell my kids and students of mine, like when we grew up in the 80s and the 90s in Anchorage, it was just a free for all. Like you don't really even see kids playing outside.
No, it
Right
was
now.
the Wild West.
I mean, the woods, like everywhere now there's houses, but before there was patches of woods. Like next to the school was all a forest.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's where you'd be at, you know, out there in Camel Creek or wherever you guys were. You know what I'm saying? Just like running around going
Well,
crazy.
you guys are Diamond, so sand pits, right?
Sand pits, man.
You know,
That was-
southwest Anchorage.
And now the sand pits are a whole.
It's a big.
Now that's
Beautiful
some old
neighborhood
house,
in there.
yeah.
Yeah.
That was like party central for us.
Yeah.
That was like where you like
That was where
learned to
that-
ride your 4-wheeler or your motorbike.
Yep.
You went down there in your truck, just beating your truck to death to get back to the back pit that had where we'd have parties because it was like hidden.
Where would be like the main party area in there now? So, like,
You
in
couldn't
relation
see it
to
from
the
the
two.
road.
No, it doesn't
Oh.
have houses in it. So that main big section where all the houses are. Do you know how they have like?
I'm gonna reference the two roundabouts. So you're on Diamond, you clear, you go roundabout 1, that dumps you into the heart of the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Or no,
No, the first
roundabout 1
roundabout
is
dumps you onto Sand Lake Road.
Sand Lake Road.
Yeah, go
Second
past that.
roundabout is that.
Okay.
Yep.
So now that's like the main, because there's still those other pits are still existing. Jewel Lake side of the first roundabout, there's still like open sand pit.
Oh no,
area.
that's a dump. The dump. That's
Snow dump?
They use that for a dump for like concrete. AS&G was using that,
Okay.
and they were filling that with the intention of being able to use that hole once it's filled in as a neighborhood too.
Okay. But
But
now
the-
the neighborhood's there. Where was you guys?
So where the gravel pits, like where all the houses are. So if you've been in that neighborhood, you know that they have that like retention pond area. It's not a pond. There's no water in it, but it's made to hold water.
Oh, if water needed to
Like
dump
on
in it.
the, it'd be towards Kincaid, but
Towards the
clo-
west side.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And there's like a retention pond thing built in there. So like if there's any like overflow from their storm system, because all their streets, everything in there, like their sewer and their storm is on a lift system. So, because they're lower, right?
Yeah.
Oh, so it
can't drain.
really?
So it's on a pump, and it's got pump stations. So, like, if they have any type of overflow, if they were to get a bunch of rain, they would have to pump into that retention pond area.
Gotcha.
Which I've never seen water in it, but that retention pond area.
Not even this summer with all this fucking rain.
No, I think
that's
that
good.
the storm drain can handle it, but they that area was where there was the main huge pits, and then there was like a little channel that went back to a smaller gravel.
That's because it wasn't windy.
And that's where
back
you
up in there.
Yeah, that's where you
could have the fire.
I mean, we had concerts back.
Did you ever go back there?
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
It was a little past my time.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like a late 90s high school kid, and that shit was done back then.
Okay.
I think there was still maybe some little things, but they got busted. Like, you couldn't have a party there because the cops would break it up.
Well, it would get busted.
Well, where we were, though.
Yeah, but it took a lot, right? Like, it got busted at 4 a.m.
Yeah.
You know, you couldn't even get that thing rolling by at 10 back in the day. But you could ride dirt bikes and shit in there back in the day, right?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Like, in big red, or three-wheelers.
Three-wheelers all day.
We went 4-buying in there.
Oh,
I mean, it was, but I think when we were partying in there, the cops couldn't get back there. They didn't have Explorers or
all they had was little Chevys,
they just had cars,
little Chrysler or whatever
they had 2-wheel drive cars, like regular
Crown
cars.
Vics and
so they weren't getting, they would only just wait there for you to come out because there's only 2 ways out, because they would put piles of dirt so you couldn't get in, but someone would drive over them enough that they'd get beat down and you could drive over them, so we just go in there, and if you didn't get complaints, why would they even come there anyway?
Yeah.
And so until you started getting a few more houses in the neighborhood behind it, then you get complaints. But I mean, dude, when we were in high school, like the coolest thing that ever happened out there was we have friends that had like concert out there, like live band played. Took a generator. There was an old flat semi thing out there they used as a stage. Yeah, it was a straight up metal show.
You can find it on YouTube, actually.
The show,
really?
The actual show, yeah. I have no idea what it's under, but I've seen it before. You've seen it before too, right? Mm-hmm. McGuire's in there going down the hill, and yeah, that was. I mean, even before I got into high school, because I grew up on Ingram Street, right off of Kincaid, so I was back there, and I'd sleep out on my trampoline in the summer, and then sneak out. And run through the woods, and I would watch the high school people down there up top.
Oh, partying!
Yeah, I'll be like checking it out.
I'll be there one day.
Yeah, one day. Yeah, but
I want to be that guy.
I don't know what that's under.
I put Anchorage Sandpit Rager. Maybe.
I'm surprised that wasn't the title.
Did it just pop up? You would think, like, what would you put back?
Put Anchorage Sand Lake Gravel Pit.
Yeah.
Party.
That's some weird shit. That Rager? I don't know about the Rager.
I believe that is crystal meth.
No.
It's probably not one of the first.
I have no idea.
What's up with that Spider-Man looking shit, dude? That's just
I don't know, but none of those what came up have anything to do with a gravel pit.
And Sand Lake, of all things. Biden.
Put in, what was Dietrich Pfeiffer's brother's name? Donovan, right?
Donovan Phifer.
Put in Donovan Phifer. How did you spell Pfeiffer?
P-H.
I believe it's his video.
P-H.
Is that the Phifer, like, Laska Sales and Service family?
Yep.
Like that? Right there. Gravel Pit Party.
Oh, shit.
Oh, dude.
Suffrage. Hold on. Hook it up to the Bluetooth,
Suffrage.
bro.
It is to the Bluetooth, dude.
Oh, shit.
It is on the
Crank that
Bluetooth.
shit up,
That's
son.
McGuire.
Yeah.
Look at his mullet, though.
Oh, shit. Hold on a second
And
here.
his 80s fucking pink,
That's sick.
purple fucking.
That's Dr. McGuire's
Look,
son.
everybody's mullets.
That's Ryan Brownell on the left.
Oh, that's Dietrich.
Dietrich
Bro,
over there.
that is mullet central, dude. That's every single man in that video.
That Brandon
has
Barnes?
a mullet.
Barnesy.
Hold on, dude. I got to connect this to the audio here.
The singer was John Lowry.
Yep.
Oh my god,
Dude,
that is amazing.
you guys, we found it.
This was the big band in school at the time, Suffrage.
Suffrage.
They're doing all the
Suffrage.
Metallica covers and Slayer and
Oh,
stuff.
no shit?
Yeah.
And they're just high school kids?
Yeah.
Donovan.
That kid on the right playing the guitar was like my homie that lived in Girdwood.
And Ryan on the left was in 36 in the beginning.
These mullets, though.
Dude, the mullets.
And Dietrich was in
So many
Daisy
mullets.
Chain with me.
Yep.
There's just so many mullets going on right now.
That's so there.
Look at this guy in the front. Look at the dude in the front.
He's just
the
like,
polo.
yeah.
You know Sly Dog, don't you guys? Mike Selhay?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Right there in the red?
Flyers hat.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
That's a Metallica song.
Yeah. Oh, it was all covers.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, look at Mike. Dang.
Dude, that's a high school party, though.
Lowry was good singer, actually.
Yeah, he was.
That's so fucking badass. Look at homie on the right with the shades, though. He's just,
That's my boy Dietrich, dude.
oh, yeah?
From Girdwood.
There's what's his name?
Troy Corwin.
Yeah, there you go.
Dang.
Bro, the mullet is...
Okay, suffrage pit party. If you want to find this
Pretty
video.
sick if you can.
Donovan
Then we can actually pull that up,
Phifer.
though.
That is hilarious. What year is this?
That's 91, I think. Probably
I mean,
91, 92.
Yeah, gotta be 90.
Or 90, maybe. Maybe 90.
Could be 90, but probably 91. But I mean, that's as much as I hate social media and
Kevin
all
Van
this
Wee.
stuff. Like, it's so rad that
Yeah.
YouTube has like this.
Let's see. Look at that camera, dude. Hold on, time out.
That yellow one?
Yeah.
That's like a Sony Sport, like Walkman style.
Oh yeah, dude.
Man, that is
Wow.
vintage, man.
That's
So I
Kevin,
gotta-
that's Kevin Van Wee. huh?
Underwood, yeah, it's Van Wee and
My
Underwood.
cousin Michelle, I think, is your guys' gen, and went to Diamond back then, and she used to tell me about those parties, and she rocked a mullet, dude.
Oh yeah, the parties were
The
epic.
she mullet.
That's the fullet.
Nice, the
The
full.
fullet. Yeah.
The, what is it? The fullet?
The female mullet, bro. Fullet.
The fullet. She was like a full blown,
I
like
never
black,
heard that.
She was like the full blown black trench coat, fucking
yeah.
hardcore
Oh, nice.
shit. Yeah.
Damn, they
Oh,
got,
Letterman
Really,
jacket.
really good.
they got some
hacky
views
sack.
on that, dude. They got some views on
Yeah,
that.
legendary hacky sacker.
Amazing.
Let's give
Let's
it a
and
thumbs
smoking
up.
cigarettes.
Oh, we're gonna like that. Number 12. We are number 12.
Oh,
I mean, that
12.
was like that was a Diamond High era where like there was a smoking section in the parking lot.
Oh,
Did this happen, or did I dream this up? But I think if you got detention, you had to go out and pick up the cigarette butts.
oh yeah, back in
Oh
the
yeah,
day.
I think so. I
Can
think
you imagine
so.
trying
Yeah.
to make kids do that today?
Oh my God,
You'd
they
have
call
some
your
parents
mom.
come unglued.
You wouldn't
yeah.
be picking up cigarette butts. You'd be picking up jewel cartridges.
Yeah,
Yeah, true. But yeah, I think I remember like getting in trouble and having to pick up. There was a smoking section in the student parking lot.
that's crazy. Like it was okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People went out there and smoked,
Crazy, man.
but you couldn't buy cigarettes legally.
No, how'd you
It
get
was weird that the school was just okay with
Yeah.
kids smoking.
Yeah.
What was the spot you guys used to get beer at?
Grab and dab.
Grab and Dab?
Remember grab and
Mom
dab?
and pops. On
We had
Blue Lake.
Mr. Kim or Mr. Lee on Dowling and
Lake
Lake
Otis.
Otis.
Was that? There's no longer a building there.
Yeah, there's nothing there.
That used to be an L store, though, right?
Yeah. Used to be like Zach's Yogurt. That was like the spot, dude.
Yeah, Zach's
and then
Yogurt.
it was like a grocery store, like a little 7-Eleven, and then it was the liquor store.
Where was your mom and pop? What are you talking about?
There was Mom and Pop's Grocery, which is like where the whatever it is.
What, on
gas
36th?
No, the gas station on Jewel Lake and 88th.
Oh, okay. The Fred Meyer one.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Like
That was
right by the bowling alley.
wasn't
It
that
used to be-
Country Kitchen or something like
No,
that?
it was Mom and Pop's Grocery.
Okay.
Was where was behind where the gas station is, more where the little coffee shop is.
Okay.
There was Mom and Pop's Grocery.
All right. The
You guys-
place to get it was, you guys ever go to George's Homestead Lounge on Old Sword?
Yeah,
Just
George's
past the
was like,
rink.
if you
No.
didn't have a
They
fake
tore it
ID.
down now. But
George's
there was a
Homestead
package
Lounge.
license on there.
Oh, that was southbound on the right side.
Yeah, not far from the rink.
Yep.
If you're going
Be northbound from the
Kind of
rink.
like just
right on
past
the
where
left.
like BB's is.
BB's is south.
No,
Wait,
it's,
what?
it's right where that new coffee shop is called.
Black Rifle or something.
Yeah, they have
Oh,
Black
yeah,
Rifle.
yeah, yes.
There's a Black Rifle.
That was like a bar
They
too,
have-
right?
Yeah,
They
that's the
use
bar.
Black Rifle.
But they had a liquor store in there, and that liquor store you could get
yeah.
under.
They used to have mud bogs behind it. You see mud bog truck
You guys
stuff.
never went to George's? That was a good spot.
Never.
That's-
I did go to that Video City though over there a lot.
Oh yeah.
See the gen for me, like I'm the young dude in this group. You guys got like 9 years on me. You got like 4 or 5.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
Where did you guys go?
I looked up to you guys back then when I was like, oh man, you guys lived the fucking glory days, and I got a little taste of the glory days.
Yeah. What was the spot
And then-
on the bar, the little
Billick Inn, man.
Yeah, that
bro.
was
You
the
know,
spot.
you know what coffee cup I was driving around with this morning?
Billick?
I got a fucking Billick Inn coffee cup
Wow.
where it's got the
Full of
polar
cancer.
bear playing golf. Because you remember they were associated with like a golf course or something.
I don't remember that.
Like I don't. You guys know the Billick Inn? Do you even know about that? Yeah,
Nah,
you guys
I
are
don't remember
fucking
that.
West boys or Diamond South.
That was the East Side, George's.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Like
Just a little like tiny.
I love those though.
actually, those
like, the dude like lived there.
Where was
the
it?
most epic watering
grew up
holes
on
were
East
always
Side
the ones that got leveled.
It was right
Totally.
before. What's that
Behind
Mexican?
Russian Jack Plaza.
Where's that Mexican restaurant?
Haciendas.
Oh yeah.
Russian Jack Plaza's Baxter and DeBar.
Got you.
Yep.
There's that stretch right there. And then the mom and pop shop, you could get
Everything.
smokes, and then we would just run in the back and grab an 18 pack, and they would never know. Because their doors open all the time. It's hot as fuck in the summer. So they open the
from
front
the
and back door
backpack?
and let the air
Or
flow.
you could run into the
And you just
cooler.
ran into the cooler, grabbed a fucking beer, and then
be out?
Yep. God, it was clean, man. We never made a riff or nothing. We just grabbed one and rolled out. And
I had a fake ID pretty early, like 16.
yeah, I mean they kind of flew a little bit easier back then, right?
I just remembered some other stuff that I used to do to Chad. Like my grandmother owned this like sixplex, and on Friday nights she would like let me get all the quarters from the laundry room. So I would make out with like $30 on a Friday in quarters, or maybe even more. But then Chad was the only one that had the fake ID. So we all get out,
Pool our money together.
get together, and we're out there. And one day I just had this big sack of quarters. And I'm like, here we go, dude, get us a couple cases. And he looks at me and goes, I can't fucking go in with a bunch of quarters and put them on the table.
and a fake ID.
And a fake ID.
Got to exchange this for
I
cash.
used to do that all the time.
I was
too.
like, dude, I'm trying to minimize my time in the pressure of
Counting.
I can't be counting out.
I'm like, that's all I got, dog.
Brock was like, I got all these quarters, dude. We can get bottled beer tonight. And I was like, no, we can't. Because I'm not paying with those.
Moosehead.
Lowenbrow.
Yeah.
Like
No,
Lowenbrow.
bro, we were Molson Ice.
Damn, I haven't seen.
Oh, yeah,
all
we
those.
love the Molson Ice.
Molson Ice.
7%.
Just get it done.
Actually, Chad and I went to
It's
Canada.
actually not that bad a beer, though.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
I'd love to have
it
one.
goes down
Again,
good.
I don't remember
Ice
what it
cold
tastes
one,
like,
I
but-
drink it right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Chad and I went to Canada when we were like 17, 18 years old, and they had a Labatt's Maximum Ice.
Ooh, that was good.
Max Ice.
It was like 11%. Yeah. And we were just like, what?
Yeah.
Maximum Ice. And I remember we were just crushing it. We came back here and we were like, dude, they got Maximum Ice out there. And it never made it here.
It was
Probably
weird. It was
illegal.
weird that ice beers
ice
were like
thing.
the first higher alcohol content.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't even see that kind of shit anymore.
No, now
Never.
because all microbrews are stronger anyway. You know,
we need that double shovel ice.
Jack, where you at? Let's get that double shovel ice.
Bring back the ice, bro.
Get them frozen apples, dog.
Okay.
Oh, that's
Oh,
funny.
shit, dude.
Yeah, you don't see ice. Actually, Mickey's
No.
Ice was the first thing I ever got drunk off.
The grenades?
Well,
Yeah,
it
the
started. It
grenades.
started that I think it was Bud Ice, and it was like they were just slightly stronger.
Yeah.
and so like that was what ice beers were. And
That's
then-
right.
and
That's
then all
right.
of a sudden it became that thing where it was like everyone
ice.
started making an ice.
That was
beer.
the Maximum
But
Ice?
We were all about the Molson Ice. That was
Molson
like our go-to beer.
Well, Molson.
What was the
Molson-
East Side beer? Like, what did East Siders drink? Because Service was like MGD, and I hated them for that because that beer is
No, we didn't
gross.
drink MGD. 40s, bro. We were drinking OE.
Yeah.
Yeah, 40s. Mickey's. Mickey's.
I guess I should have assumed. I didn't want to be, profiling.
Yeah, you can profile anybody that
I don't
want to
get.
Anchorage.
I don't want to get
profile anybody.
I grew up in East Anchorage until last half of eighth
We
grade.
drank that too, though. We drank 40s.
Yeah, we drank
40s was-
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We drank plenty of 40s.
Mickey's are cheap.
We drank Mickey's cans, regular, and grenades.
The St.
Oh, the grenades. Those are the shit.
Grenades were
when they
cool.
came
Yeah,
out.
we love the grenades.
Yeah.
You know what was awesome? You know what was actually one of my favorites? Lucky's.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Had the little riddles on the cap.
Yeah.
Yeah. They used to
Those
sell
are
them at the
solid.
Pio bar for a while.
Yeah.
Lucky's were the little grenade bottles, like the red stripes,
Stripes.
right?
Yeah.
Red
Yeah,
Stripes
similar.
were good. Red
Yeah.
Stripes were good
Ole's.
too.
That's right. That's right.
I got like a $100 paycheck a week at the car wash. And it was enough to buy a sack and a fucking 24-pack of Budweiser. And that's what I got every fucking Friday.
Yeah.
A one finger eighth.
Oh, that was a 2.5 for sure.
2.5.
Maybe 2.2.
One finger.
It's just, if it did this, I'll take it.
Wet.
Oh,
So wet.
bro, you smoked the whole thing home that night,
Well,
so it
dude,
didn't matter.
so funny story. Back to our Hawaii trip, and
Definitely bring that
we
back.
did want to give a ton of aloha that direction because
They need it right now.
what they're going through is like horrific. But when we were going there, me and Billy knew a dude that was older than us, like his brother's friends, and he grew like phenomenal,
The best.
phenomenal chronic. Like he I think he's actually a grower.
Hawaii
in
weed was like
Arizona now.
laced, bro. Shit would make you see fucking tasers.
Maui
and shit.
wowie.
But
I'm not kidding, man. Every time I got some home grow from Hawaii, it was like
well,
too high. I'm too high.
well, this was like so.
Overload.
My buddy gave me this like big ounce, like just filled
That
a,
big?
filled a
That's like
an
2.
ounce bag, like as much
Yeah.
as you could put in it. And I brought that to Hawaii, and everyone was like, "You're fucking nuts traveling with that." And like they're like, and we got to the airport, and literally our friend who was on the flight, Katie, was like, "You need to go the fuck outside." So if they know what your bag looks like, you need to go outside because that's a dude with a dog walking around. I was like, they're not looking for weed, but we didn't know,
Yeah.
You're in Hawaii, it's like agricultural dog. They're looking for like
Yeah,
plants
papayas
and shit,
and
but
shit.
it ain't weed.
For oranges
But, like,
and
so I go
bananas.
outside. So we get to our hotel room. We stay in this like, super cheap, pretty ghetto hotel. But we're right by the zoo and we're right by the beach. And it was
Yeah.
cheap for us and it was the only ones that would rent to like, because I didn't have, my parents were
Credit
gone.
card or
My
nothing
parents
like
were
that.
gone. So like it was the only ones that would rent to like fucking teenagers.
Yeah.
So I took that whole ounce of weed and stuck it on the mirror.
Yep.
And it left it there. And our first night, we used to play this game called Maxi-cal all the time. It's a
What do you mean you stuck it on the mirror?
I took the whole
Was
ounce
that
out of the
sticky?
Ziploc
Oh,
bag and
it
Like
was
just
like-
packed and
I
just
was
stuck
like,
it.
yeah, I was like,
Oh,
look how good
damn.
this shit
THC
is. Like,
just like
stuck it on the mirror, and it just stayed there.
Yep.
You could just like pull a bud from it when you
Yeah,
needed
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Because it needed to
Oh,
dry
it
out.
needed to dry. Yeah.
It was
so-
wet as fuck.
No, but I mean, he gave it to us. Matt gave it to us. Sorry, didn't mean to call you out there, Matt. With your
There's a lot of mats.
Anyway, so we would play this dice game where you drink a lot of beer fast, and we were all good at it. So we would all just like, I mean, we used to go to parties and destroy people. Like,
You needed like 2 cases
I mean,
of
like
beer to start the game.
I was like, I will
That's how
have
fast you went through it.
I will have you.
Maxi-cal?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the best
Drinking
dice
game.
Yeah, it's a 7 to the left, 11 to the right kind of game.
Still don't know.
But
what
you
that
have
means.
you have a cup, and you have the dice are in the cup. The cup has to come off. Anyway, can't explain it on the air, but
You guys are crazy about the drinking games.
we are. We were.
We definitely
That's
were.
all we did.
Yeah.
We definitely were.
When we used to people would sit down and be like, "Oh, I like to play." I was like, "You're gonna be
Oh,
puking.
just get them
You're gonna be
hammed.
puking
Yeah.
in 20 minutes."
Just wolves.
Like you have no idea
Like,
what you're
oh,
doing.
do you want to play?
Yeah.
Purr.
This is never gonna work out good for you.
Yeah, no.
But so we had like the 2 or 3 cases we went through that night. We just like stacked them in a pyramid against the wall in our room. And then we went the next day, like I got up, like all my job was like roll joints. And I had like a little hip pack, fanny pack with a
Oh, yeah,
little,
you did.
with a sealable plastic thing that floated that would put joints in. And we just go to the beach,
Okay.
smoke and dive through the waves all day and just like go get beers.
Were
when
we like
could.
above the knee shorts or below the knee shorts at this point? I feel like we were
We
still
were right
above.
at the knee.
Yeah,
At
they
the
were
knee?
at
Right at the knee.
They definitely
Yeah.
weren't short shorts.
No, they weren't the short shorts.
They were just yeah. They
So I know
were.
you guys like those Lulu short shorts now, don't you, boys?
I like to show the legs a little bit.
Me too.
Hey man,
Chad's got nice legs, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Especially when he shaves them.
you can't squat for no reason. So we come back to our room and the lady's cleaning our room,
Uh-oh.
and like I was like,
Don't touch the fucking
I wasn't
weed on the
expecting
mirror.
it. The weed was still on the mirror. She didn't mess with it. And there's this little old German lady.
Yeah.
And she was like,
She liked you for sure.
are you guys gonna go through this many cans like every night? And I was like, oh fuck, we should have cleaned those up. We just stacked them in a pyramid against
Yeah, we
the
had a huge
wall, like,
pyramid.
to the ceiling, literally 3 cases of beer, like 70 beers stacked up. And we were like, probably, would you like us to like maybe leave some garbage bags and we'll throw them away? She's like, no, if you save them if you let me have all the cans.
Oh, she'll recycle.
Like she's like, I'll do your laundry. I'll clean the room nice. And she's like, and I won't touch your weed. Like all in a German accent. And we were just like, she's like, yeah. She's like, I think she like high-fived us, like left the room with like a big old garbage bag full of cans. And
I can still see her.
She was just
like, tiny little lady.
Well, that was the hustle back then, dude.
Oh, she was.
Cans,
Yeah.
cans.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, this is like all our friends were like in super nice hotels where they would have to like sneak us in like a back door. And I'm like, you can just come to our place. And like we literally walked through the lobby past the front desk with like
With cases.
20 people. Everyone's carrying beer. And they were like,
Yeah.
aloha. We're like, yeah, mahalo.
They're like, that's 5 cents each.
Yeah, they
right.
did.
Rack
Like,
'em
we
up.
could do whatever in our hotel. And everyone else was like terrified in their hotel.
Yeah. I remember one day we were going down to the beach and we just got ripped in the room, and we get to the elevator and there's two ladies that are cleaning rooms in there with all the stuff. And the door closes and we're all quiet, and the lady goes, somebody's smoking the pakalolo. That was the first time I ever heard that. I was
Pakalolo.
Yeah. Gun's still on my shirt.
Dude, that trip. I have so many memories.
Yeah,
of that
too
trip.
many.
It's
hung-
tough to
we hung
think
out
how
with
we
the
used to
homeless
roll
dudes.
blunts back then because all the weed was wet as fuck, dude. How did you roll blunts and joints? Like it was just
Dude, I
wet. You
don't
just have to
know.
dry it out.
Get a
You
heat
remember?
gun.
Did you ever like have?
That used to
people
be
who
the
would,
test. Like, oh, it
roll
smokes in the blunt.
How they would roll something and then they would have to like microwave it to dry
Yes.
it
Oh,
out.
yeah, yeah.
Or put the oven on 200 and like set their
So-
shit in
yeah,
there.
so-
Quick dehydrate.
Why was everything so wet back then?
Well, it was just fresh off the plant.
Yeah, nobody
And
was-
one
nobody
actually
knew how to
cured-
dry or
No one knew how to
cure
actually
weed.
cure their weed.
No,
No
definitely
way.
not cured.
No.
Definitely
No.
not cured.
I have to ask you guys something about that on that topic, if you have experience.
I might.
Dry on the stem, off the stem.
I'd wet trim. We wet trim. So
Well, that's a better question. Wet trim, dry trim.
we wet trim. I, to be perfectly honest, I can't stand dry trim.
No,
I can't stand the way
it's awful.
dry trim
It's
looks.
awful, but it cures nice.
Yeah, I've heard that it cures really nice. I never did it that way. I've always done a wet trim because it just you're done, and it sucks when it's just like all over and you gotta like nitpick every little thing.
Yeah.
But I
hate
hear that
I hate
it comes out
machine
better.
Trim, but I don't think so because I think you lose a lot of the trichromes because when you're beating it up.
Got
I
it.
don't know. I don't know.
Good question.
It goes both ways. I think you're honestly
Yeah.
your curing process is probably the most important.
That's why I think it might be better curing to keep everything leaf. And then you just like hit the fans and then like whoosh, skim the edges.
Yeah.
But it's tedious and it's, you want to talk about the fucking.
You want to? Yeah, you better
the
wear a
fester?
mask. You're dry.
Oh, the full
maximum fester.
the in rut, the in rut neck.
That's the other reason.
The full swollen neck.
I mean, the main reason that our facility
Can't sleep for 2 days from dying.
why we wet trim is because before we didn't have the I didn't have the square footage to dry trim.
Oh, the
Like
dry
I
room.
couldn't hang
A whole plant.
whole plants, so we just wet trim so I can get it on racks because the racks can be out of the way,
Yeah.
and we use
Way cleaner too because you're just nipping buds off.
I have baker racks with trays that are like perforated trays made for it. So like it's just so
It's
much
clean.
easier. Yeah, and the trimmers that work for us trim for other places too, and they fucking hate trimming other places because everyone dry trims. We're like probably one of the only companies that wet trim, and they're like,
Is there a company that is actually trim?
Yeah,
What do they
there's
call
trim.
it?
Yeah.
Keep it trim.
That'd be good.
these
Yeah.
these guys worked for we
trimmed.
pulled people from a couple different companies and just hired them in.
So there's a few.
Yeah, there used to be this
Wow.
group
Private
called the
contractors.
Canaferries.
That's funny.
It's just
It's
like-
like
it was like-
naked little Asian ladies.
No, it was a bunch of girls, a bunch of like hippie girls,
Yeah,
but they weren't
they
naked.
come with their own
Asians.
scissors.
Yep.
No,
Yep,
I don't
they
think
did.
you wanted them
Yeah, they
naked.
did.
They probably had like armpit hair and shit.
But it's better this way because then we're paying
Sorry,
the people
I'm sorry,
directly, and
everybody. I
before
made
you would
myself
pay, you would just be like subcontractor,
Yeah.
and then they were probably they're taking their cut, whoever's
crazy.
organizing
That's
was
a part
taking
of
their
the
cut, so they're probably paying those guys $14 an hour or something taxed.
Yeah.
You know? And we can pay them more.
Wow. That's crazy. Let's take a quick break. We'll be right back. Barney's Sports Chalet, supplying hunters and outdoor enthusiasts with the highest quality gear and equipment since they opened their doors in 1963. Barney's carries exclusive brands such as Alpaca Rafts, Sitka, Sims, Exo Mountain Gear, Hilleberg, and much more. Barney's prides themselves with keeping a huge stock on hand of various top-of-the-line tents, footwear, sleeping bags, optics, cross-country skis, just to name a few. Barney's is also the exclusive retailer of Montana knives, Seek Outside, Kafaru, Stone Glacier, and their in-house brand, Frontier Gear of Alaska. Barney's has a superior selection of top-rated boots, sleeping bags, dry bags, mountaineering gear, electronics, and accessories. Need freeze-dried food or mountain snacks? They got that too. Barney's now has an amazing new paperback catalog available for in-store pickup or online order. Visit them today at barneysports.com, or even better, stop by the store in Anchorage at 906 West Northern Lights. If you want the best, there's only one name in the game, Barney's Sports Chalet.
The Alaska chapter of Backcountry Hunters and Anglers. BHA is the voice of our Alaska public lands, waters, and wildlife. From national level policy work to engagement with boots on the ground projects from Kotzebue to Ketchikan. BHA performs public land cleanups, hunting and fishing clinics, and community education to help take your game to the next level. BHA's community-minded goal is to uphold our hunting and fishing legacy while keeping wildlands wild and fostering the next generation of sportsmen and women for years to come. Make sure to follow BHA Alaska for upcoming events, local brewery pint nights, and more. Stand up for Alaska public lands and waters by supporting the Alaska chapter of Backcountry Hunters and Anglers. Join us today at backcountryhunters.org.
The Treehouse AK, your one-stop dispensary located at 341 Boniface Parkway. When you pull up to the Treehouse, you'll notice the beautifully hand-drawn art by Alaska's own Ted Kim. Once you get inside, you're going to see many of the same people that have been there since they opened. The bud tenders know you and what you like and what new product you should be checking out. The store is super clean and the music's always on point. The Treehouse and local owner Josh Boots is a staple in the cannabis culture through his music, community givebacks, and a lifetime desire to bring the people of Alaska the best products available. The Treehouse always has at least 25 strains available, and they're all shown prominently deli style in clear, openable jars so you can see and smell your options. Other products include edibles, concentrates, vape carts, pre-rolls, flour, dab rigs, and anything else you need, they got it. They also have some pretty sick merchandise for sale. Check out thetreehouseak.com, or better yet, stop by the Treehouse today and get started on their loyalty program. Remember, you must be 21 years of age to enter their store. The Treehouse, where the culture lives.
I feel like we can definitely talk about that.
Yeah. So you said KWell 5 years now?
Yeah, it'll be 5 in March.
And what's like,
That
you have to
long,
be there,
huh?
like you're rolling up in the parking lot at what time?
I'm there about, just after 4:30.
Ooh, so you had to translate from night show guy to morning.
Well, yeah, in the
Coffee guy.
beginning, I used to go to bed at 4:30 in the morning, and now it was a big, healthy change for me to get up at 4:30. But in the beginning, I was super freaked out about it because, getting up at 4 a.m. sounded pretty foreign to me. So I was going to bed at like 7. I just freaked out. Yeah, I was like, I got to go to bed.
Yeah.
I got to get ready for this. And now, even at 11.
If there's a UFC on or something, you're gonna still watch it.
Yeah,
and-
definitely. Like I don't really drink that much anymore at night on the weeknights either, which has been a big help because that job sucks to be hungover at.
Oh, that's
I've
gotta
probably
be horrible.
done it.
Bro, it's not the job that sucks. 4 a.m. sucks to be hungover.
Yeah, yeah,
Period. I don't
totally.
give a
Whatever
fuck what
it
your
is.
job
Yeah.
Any job
4 a.m. is
sucks,
not
but this
fun.
one specifically because you just sit there.
Yeah,
You're
get
not sweating
sleepy
it out.
and-
You're not.
Oh,
You're not lifting or
you know
like
what's the
doing
worst?
anything.
Let me tell you guys something, dude. And I got fired from this job. The only job I ever got fired for, because legitimately, I had jury service, and this guy didn't believe me. Is there used to be this place in Mountain View that would what's the word? Remember back in the day, it was cameras and used to develop the film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I used to have to be there at 4:30 in the morning in the dark room developing the film.
Oh, geez.
Dude, because
Like
you
in
had
the
to have it
dark with the
ready
red?
by like in the dark room.
How'd you
Like,
not just fall asleep?
yeah, I did
instantly?
all the time,
Yeah.
dude. All the time, man.
Overdeveloping.
All the time, man. And what would keep me awake is there would be so many like moms that would have all these pictures of like them and like dressed up and all this shit. I'm like, damn, who's this girl? You know what I'm saying? I'm like developing all the pictures.
Were you getting nudes?
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah,
you get all
totally.
kind of stuff, dude.
Yeah, I
you get all the pictures from everyone's
Right.
like
You see-
family
you see 'em all.
shit,
You
dude.
see
Stuff
'em
where
all.
you're like, I think I need to call the police.
Yeah, never that. But somewhere I was like, I should make
This
2 of
looks wrong.
these. But it was
Damn,
the
Mr.
worst because you'd be
Smith.
in there so tired, and I was like still in high school. I want to say, and I wasn't drinking coffee yet.
Yeah.
But you have to be in there, and then you get in the dark room, and it's just dead silent. And you're just it's just like, ooh, dude, just be down. But then you can
Passed
sneak
out.
away, like, oh, homie's not here. I'm not gonna be asleep for like 20 minutes, and then just get up.
What did you get fired for?
Because I didn't show up 1 week, but I had
What, the whole week?
I had jury duty.
Oh.
I told the dude,
Yeah.
and he didn't. He was like, "Well, I never knew." Whatever, and then his business fell because digital came out. So fucking
Take that.
It was on its way down anyway.
Yeah.
Your business went away because of a memory card.
exactly. But that was tough. That 4 a.m. in the dark room. Oh,
That's actually crazy. Talking about the whole film thing. This is like fun fact. You remember the whole like Clinton scandal with like
Monica Lewinsky.
Monica
DSLs?
Lewinsky?
Oh, that. Oh, yeah.
So you remember the super famous photo of her like kind of being all giggly next to him?
Yeah.
That photo only existed because that dude was the only photographer left that was like a media photographer who is still using film.
Oh wow.
And so all those guys,
Oh, because their other shit got blown out.
because back then,
this one.
memory card.
No.
that one.
I think it is that one.
It is that one.
Yeah,
like
Pulitzer
the
Prize.
Pulitzer
Yeah, right there.
I think it is that one.
It is that one.
And because like, if you remember,
He's like, I know.
he's like, it's that one.
I know which one it is.
But if you remember back in the day when you first got digital stuff,
shit.
like memory cards were super expensive.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
and they
yeah.
could only hold like
Yeah,
1.5 gigs.
So
Yeah,
photographers
like
would just
two
shoot
pictures.
a ton, and then they would just go through and they would just erase everything that was like not a good photo. And that photo didn't mean anything to anyone about like expose. Like no one could foresee the future of that. You need to expose it. They've known each other for a long time.
Yeah.
and that guy had it because he had film.
Yeah.
And it's the only reason that photo exists is because one dude still was using film.
That's funny.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Just had a Polaroid or a fucking disposable.
Do they still have disposables?
You know what?
Can you get one?
The whole Polaroid
I'm
thing
not
kind of
sure.
came back.
I'm going to be honest. I kind of, sort of, I wasn't poking, but I was like looking around in the homie's Jeep in Dead Horse,
Yeah.
and he had one in there.
Oh yeah.
Did
And
he?
I was like,
Like a Kodak yellow one?
We were up in Dead Horse last week, and we drove down to this end of this little like dirt road point thing, and
we
there's
were
a
going to get our pack raft.
yeah. That's a story for another time. I was not feeling it, but after you built it, I was a believer.
If you build it,
I felt,
that will
you know what
come.
I felt bad about? Because I don't want to lose my thought. But you know what I felt the worst about? Is I wasn't matching your enthusiasm.
No, you were not on board.
and I
at
was
all.
like,
you're like, I don't know. It seems kind of risky. I wouldn't do it.
I mean,
I was
in
like,
hindsight, I was
well,
like,
I'm
man,
gonna show you.
in hindsight, I feel like I should have matched your intensity.
Hell no, it didn't matter.
And I was like,
I was
that
doing it at that point. I was like, once I got the idea in my head,
Oh, no,
like,
you were
I wanted
not
to just
doing
do
it.
it.
Yeah.
No, I just wanted to do it.
I was
Go
like-
back to the Jeep, dude.
well, because I'm not afraid to say like I wouldn't go that route. I wouldn't walk that knife line, Chad. I wouldn't build a trailer tube tire pack raft.
Dude, that's Camel Creek all day.
It's like it's only 20 feet wide, flowing 10 miles an hour.
You didn't live in Phoenix. Float the Salt River.
Anyway,
every
this
weekend.
poor
But
sap,
you do.
man,
Inner tube.
battery dies in his Jeep on his like northern drive. Going to make the drive up to Dead Horse and back, and then drive home to Oklahoma.
Whoa, he came all the way from Oklahoma?
No.
So he's a traveling nurse.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Nurse, I think it technically you call it nowadays.
Is that real?
Man nurse. Yeah, it wasn't from a funny movie. Ben Stiller, I think. Ben Stiller, yeah. He was a nurse.
Meet the Fockers.
Yeah, he was a nurse. Anyway, so this dude was he's a traveling nurse. And so he was working in Alaska for the summer. He had a contract in Alaska. And he was like, well, before I leave, I should just drive as far as you can go.
Yeah.
So he did. And luckily for him, he got to Dead Horse, camped in a parking lot, said that when he was pulling into Dead Horse, he got like a battery light on his dash. He was like, that's weird. Mm-hmm. But nothing was like different with the car. Went to sleep, woke up, car like nothing. Like not even a dash light on. It was like, I was like, dude, I've never seen this. Like normally when a battery's dead, it's like, like it clicks.
Yeah,
or at least you get a dash light that don't take like this thing, nothing happened. And he put a new battery in it.
Yeah, that's where we saw him, like wrenching on his car. We kind of did like the un-Alaskan thing there a little bit.
Well, we were
drove past him and we were like, man, he's wrenching on his shit. Yeah. And we looked at him and I was like, I kept looking at him like, just give me a wave, bro. Just give me a wave.
Well, yeah, you have, because some dudes are like, I don't need your help.
Yeah. And we were kind of like on a mission. We were a little bit like distraught on our like hunt situation, and we had a rough morning. So we do our thing. We come back, or we're at the general store, and he's standing out there with a battery, and I didn't think anything of it. He's like, "Hey man, I was wondering if I could ask you guys for a ride back to my Jeep. My Jeep died.
He was looking for help.
Yeah, and we're like, oh, dude, fucking A. We moved a bunch of shit in the truck, threw him in there. Took him back to his Jeep. Anyway, we helped him put the battery in. It wasn't the problem. Well, we were trying to figure out, like, man, is this dude just like doesn't know how to fucking start his shit or something weird? So me and Chad are in and out of his Jeep and like fucking with his Jeep and trying to help. Yeah. But when I was in there, the whole point of this part was that I looked down and between his console was a fucking green disposable camera, and I was like,
he got that shit at a wedding.
That fucking still exists.
Didn't take no photos with it. He just took it home.
Where would you develop it? Costco, maybe?
I think there's some old.
Costco doesn't do that.
Yeah, they
still do.
Maybe Walgreens.
I got some old. I got a shoebox.
You can't go to Homie on Mountain View. You ain't there.
I got a shoebox full that needs to get, or maybe they don't need to get.
Developed. Oh, you got like
you got undeveloped.
I've got some fucking archives.
Oh man. Wow. Yeah, those are like.
I have archives, bro.
Really? Should I?
I have like a Nike shoebox in his tote in my crawl space that no one knows about.
Dang.
It's full of archives.
Really?
I got encyclopedias, yearbooks, Polar or fucking
the hair days
cameras. I got some old trophies, some old cleats. Just those fucking
picture of some girl.
Got the memorabilia going on.
I got my first note.
Your note.
Girl all folded like the girl wrote a note on a picture and gave it to you and shit the last day of school.
Oh, you're like nostalgic like that.
No, I was at one point. I
got a little.
I've
box.
moved, and I've got a tote. And it's just like
I got a shoebox of photos.
I got a shoebox of stuff.
You can't get rid of it.
I got a bunch of videotapes from when I lived with this dude named James Martins. Just
Chad, for the record, we don't drop last names on this podcast.
Oh, we can drop James Martins.
Okay. James is authorized.
He don't live here. I don't even know where he's at, man. I gotta live.
Well, the internet's pretty wide.
He's from Chico, California. He was an interesting dude.
Yeah. He was.
This dude,
was he a Marine?
He went into the Army later.
Okay.
Or a National Guard. Army and then National Guard.
I vaguely remember him.
He was this. Yeah, he was a strange cat, man. He would get like, I met him through bike racing, BMX, and he would get hype. You know how like you got your hype songs, right?
Oh yeah.
Like you're like some DMX or something. Like for us, it was like Metallica or Slayer or whatever. Like Ice Cube, NWA. This dude would listen to slow songs.
That was.
And he would not drink. He would not drink a beer. Like he thought beer was the most disgusting thing on earth. So like when we go out and like I introduced him to like, he wasn't from here. He was from Cali, came up here. and introduce him to like our friends and the girl, whatever. And he's drinking the same shit they are, like wine coolers and Boone Strawberry Farm.
Oh,
He was.
Zimas?
We literally. My friends called him Bartles and James because his name was James. But they were like, "Oh, you mean Bartles and James?" I'm like, "Yeah, Bartles and James."
Good for him. Good for him.
Yeah.
Maybe it was celiac.
I'm good on the
you know?
Mickeys, but I will take that wine cooler over there for sure.
But he used to listen to
carry
like
Zimas?
the dumbest slow songs to get hyped
That's funny.
for bike races and shit.
Speaking of songs,
What was the hype song?
did you start? I'm always interested in asking because I know me and Bootsy and our guys, like we started like writing like poems like back in the day. Like I had a whole poem book before I ever wrote like a lyric or like a song or a verse or something like that. So is that how you started? Was it like, I just have these like things? Like, do you remember like the first inception where like, I'm gonna buy this book and we'll put my shit in here?
I think
Hold on. First, before you answer that question, I'm going to interrupt really rudely. What about your test? You had to write a paper in high school.
Oh.
Do you remember this?
My dead homies.
Oh, the first poem you wrote?
Are you talking about like just in English class or something?
Creative writing.
I'm waiting for this to like rekindle in your mind.
I thought you were talking about when
heard
I
a
tried
story-
out for
I heard
the
a story this week. I'm trying to like fester it back up.
Creative writing.
Yeah, creative writing was my favorite class for sure.
Yeah.
And
Do
I
you
could
remember one time you wrote what?
Did I rip off some Ice Cube lyrics?
Yes.
Yeah, I probably did.
The original Chat GBT?
Okay, before you hold your thought on his question, but please share because like
doesn't
it was
remember it.
amazing.
I'm
No, it doesn't sound like
My
it. It's
dead
fine.
homies. What, did I put that lyric in there? Damn.
With our arch enemy in high school.
Yeah. I got you on that.
Who was the
Which I'm really surprised about. Actually,
She gave you an A.
I'm really surprised I did that with her though.
The arch
She gave
enemy
you
was
an
the
A,
teacher?
and then she like you said she pulled you aside and was kind of like, "Hey, is everything okay?"
You had to go down to the counselor.
She was all over my shit all the time, man.
Yeah, she wasn't a fan of ours.
She's probably the hots for you, maybe.
Nah, she
No.
didn't
Like
like
that
the
kind of shit?
influence of
Nah, man.
of
Oh, you and
Just
your mullet
us.
friends were bad news.
Yeah.
Oh,
She
okay.
loved Zach Ham, and he was friends with us, and he was living with her because his parents moved.
He was living with his teacher?
Yeah, because she was like a big
Just
hockey.
saying.
She was like a hockey billet,
Okay.
and so
how it starts.
Zach's family
how
moved
it
back to Spokane. Hey man, like you're not hitting very far from the nail when you're talking about a hammer either. That could have happened,
Hammer's like, I get to
happen.
stay with you.
but
Oh yeah, that was insane.
Yeah,
well,
Head-
and she was also. God, we probably shouldn't talk about this, but she was also
we should.
the hockey cheerleading coach.
yeah,
Oh,
that's right.
yeah.
So the cheerleaders would have sleepovers at that house also.
Oh, my God.
And
With
you-
Hammer
that-
there?
Not a good
With
idea.
Hammer there.
How do you think you got the name?
Not a good idea.
I kind of want to bow to this dude. Like,
Wow.
He
Yeah. Can we
had a
get
good
this guy on the
situation going on
podcast?
yeah, where's Hammer out
He'd
these
be
days?
great. He'd be great on this.
Ham?
We'll pull him up on the fucking.
That'd
on
be
the Mullet
an
Fest.
8-hour podcast, dude.
Yeah.
Ham has stories that you're not even sure you want to hear.
So real
Ham goes
quick,
ham?
just real quick.
Yes.
So you had an assignment to write a paper, a poem, creative writing paper, and you ripped off word for word the lyrics to.
I don't think it was word for word.
Oh, okay.
I think I just
Like spit it, like
just
freestyle
grabbed a
it.
couple things here and there. I mean, still to this day, he's one of my favorites of all time. So he was a good lyricist.
Ice Cube,
Yeah.
and then,
But that is
But
surprising.
she gave you an A. Like, damn, this is creative.
This guy's suffering.
Are you okay, bro? Need to come live with me and Hammer?
That was before she didn't like us.
Yeah. Yeah, true. That is before she didn't like us.
Yeah.
I actually ran into her not too long ago, and she was really nice to me, but whatever. Time goes on.
Okay, sorry. I had to say, that was funny.
I don't remember that too well, but now that it's brought up, I do remember. I do remember it a bit, but mostly just because I always like kind of prided myself on words and lyrics and poems, but not really poems. I wasn't like really good poetry, but I was always a kind of a journal entry.
Okay.
You know, jot some stuff down, my feelings in like journals.
Did you get
have
that from
slews of-
somewhere on your own, or did you?
I think I got it on my own initially, jotting down like just lyrics, but obviously the Henry Rollins influence to me, that was a big thing that he did, and Hunter S. Thompson too. You know, they were big journal entry guys, and I think I kind of
Yeah. I think a lot of those guys
leaned
were.
into it from them.
Yeah. You remember the first like song?
Song I ever wrote?
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah.
It's called Guarded Wings.
Dang, it has a
in
name.
in my first band called Heshion.
Oh shit! Answering multiple questions right now.
Oh yeah, Guarded Wings, and it was so cheesy, but I've always remembered it, and I wish I had a recording of it because that was the very first song I ever wrote lyrically,
Yeah.
like in a song.
Yeah.
I didn't write the music, but yeah, that was it. That's 91, I guess, maybe
Maybe 90.
90, maybe 90. Yeah.
You guys rock that shit?
Yeah, well, you know, the Cage was the first like all ages club that I played at, the Raging Cage. You guys,
Where was
you guys
that?
ever go there?
I went there like once.
Yeah.
I was a little young.
Yeah, it was
Right now
mostly
it's
heavy.
called-
It was mostly heavy stuff.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
called the Refuse City, I believe. Now it's a church. It's right kitty corner from the Carousel Lounge on Spenard. Refrigerated. What was the?
Sounds like Arctic Refrigeration.
Yeah,
Right next to it.
Frigid North, maybe.
Oh yeah, Frigid North, the
yeah,
electrical
Frigid
supply
North.
company.
Was behind
Yeah,
it.
that's right.
Okay.
Yep.
Damn, there's a lot going on in that little area back in the day.
You know, it's crazy.
The Rage Cage was good. That was good.
Yeah,
That
Rage
a
Cage
good
was
thing.
killer. We would pay our $2 to get in, and there was a hole in the back door, and you'd go put your case of beer through that, get in, and then you'd go
Go and grab your
grab the
beer.
beer and just go sit down at the picnic tables there. It was completely pitch black in there, and there was only like the security at the front door.
Oh, okay.
So we were just in there drinking beers, watching local bands. It was
Yeah.
amazing,
Like
life changing.
like a good old bar.
Yeah.
Damn, what was the local bands then?
Tiny.
Oh, there was a killer scene going
Sonic
on. I mean,
Tractorhead.
yeah, Sonic Tractorhead and
I Am I
TS
Said.
Scream, I Am I Said, Hyperthermia was the big metal band.
It was actually a pretty good music
Hypothermia?
scene
That's a
there.
good name.
Yeah, Hypothermia was the big metal band here.
Yeah.
And they opened for Metallica when Metallica came the first time in 89.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
What like year was that? What time?
That's 89, 90.
That was 89.
Where did they come? They came into Sullivan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And they had, I remember there was like, they brought their own sound, right? Because they were like, the sound was always, it's fucked in there.
Yeah, I don't know, but they caught the speaker on fire. You guys know about that?
Yeah.
I remember hearing about it.
And I never knew if that was really for real because I heard that happen at other shows. And so
Like,
I
it's
wondered
like
if
they
it was
did it
kind of
on
like
purpose.
a gimmick to like,
Urban
hey,
legend.
we're jamming so hard the speakers catch on
Urban
fire
legend.
type shit.
Oh, okay.
But I don't really know. I mean, it happened. I was at it. I was in 8th grade. I was at that show and it was on fire up there. And
It got kind of chaotic.
well, they were like, they stopped and they had like a British stage manager and he's telling everybody to get back in his accent. I remember all that. But then the show resumed as soon as they put it out.
What's Heshion?
Heshion.
Heshion.
You know, the story about Heshion is actually kind of cool. There was a super creative, awesome kid that we grew up with named Josh Howard. And he was an actor. He was into like theater and stuff. And he actually got a part on Married with Children while we were in high school.
Yeah. He did a lot
From
of
Alaska?
he did a lot of commercials here in town too.
Yeah.
So he's pretty talented.
Yeah, super talented,
talented. But yeah,
awesome,
he was on Married
awesome
with Children.
dude. And he was a couple years older than me, and I had an art class with him. And I don't remember exactly what I did, but he's like, God damn, Brock, you're such a Heshion, man. I love it. And he called me a Heshion all the time. And that's where I got the name from. But fast forward to when we had the band and we were doing like Metallica and Slayer covers, playing at the Cage, there was a big skinhead movement here at the time.
Oh, yeah.
And all these skinheads were at the Cage all the time. Like we were always battling
I
with
was
them.
just fucking full rage off.
Yeah, and they
Shirts off.
thought like, so there was, and I don't know the World War II history of this, but Hitler had a assistant in his army, Colonel Hess, and his dudes were the Hessians.
Oh, so they made a connection.
And I didn't know that TC Ottinger. I don't know if you guys know TC, but he was an old school musician here, super smart historian. He's the one that told me about that, and so we changed the name to Stump Grind.
Oh, because you didn't like that connection to.
Well, yeah, we can't be.
I mean, and then
we had a lot
the,
of like run-ins with these dudes.
Yeah.
And they were like loving it. They were loving you were the.
Well, I mean, I don't know if they were loving us. We weren't that good, but they were there, and I remember TC was in like hopscotch and some older bands that we were kind of looking up to, and he was the one like, dude, you guys should change your name. Like these guys think you're about it with them.
Yeah.
And
oh shit!
I went to hockey camp that next summer, and there was all these signs for stump grinding. I was like, I didn't even know what the hell that was, and I was like, stump grind. That's kind of a cool name. That's what happened.
Stump grind. So how long did that one last?
Yeah, no shit.
You know, it's funny. I think it started like sophomore year. So sophomore, junior, senior year, it was a different band name, but all the same guys every time, pretty much. Mm-hmm. So it was Heshion, Stump Grind, and then senior year it was called Daisy Chain.
Okay.
Oh, just the full shift.
Which is funny about Daisy Chain too. I had trans
That's
1 and 2
name.
class, and
I like that.
The transmission teacher was like,
The best.
"You know what a Daisy Chain is?" And I was like, "No." And he's like, "It's a '70s porn move." And I was like, "Oh." And he told me, like, I didn't even know it was like what a daisy chain with like extension cords would be or anything. I didn't know. I just saw the name somewhere, and I just thought it was cool. I don't know. I was kind of like confused with like hippie and metal.
Yeah.
Be like this romantic, sensitive guy, and also be like hard. It was a dichotomy of two things. But yeah, that's how I found out about what a daisy chain was.
Good old Mr. Pappas.
Mr. Pappas
would know about some porn related.
I'm not sure if he's still alive, but if he is, he was amazing, and if he isn't, rest in peace. But just an amazing dude.
Legend.
Yeah.
Mr. Pappas.
Yeah, I heard a story about, so Larry Kenoots was good friends with him.
Yeah.
Who was an English teacher at Diamond.
Also an
and
awesome
wrote
teacher.
all the Alaska Bear Tales books.
Oh, okay. That's why I know that name.
And they were both like wrestling coaches. Kenoots was the main wrestling coach.
Yeah.
Canoe.
And,
this dude scared me for weekends on weekends.
Oh, Bear Tales?
The Bear Tales, yeah.
That's the shit I would read like when I'm going camping.
You should have been a student of his. He was a trip, man. Super cool dude, but a trip.
I bet.
Yeah.
We'll get all deep and fucking.
Yeah.
But he told a story one time about
Pappas.
Pappas drew the buffalo tag. So they went buffalo hunting. And he got shot on this. I'm going to mess this story up because I don't remember exactly how it went. But for whatever reason, I don't know. He got one shot and the gun jammed. It ran out of ammo. I don't know. But so Kenoots tells the story like Pappas just runs off.
Oh, yeah.
With like a knife. And that's it. And like an hour and a half later, he like comes back into camp and he's just covered in blood. And he's just like, got him.
And he was a beefy dude.
And he was
a big dude.
I heard story. Yeah, he was like,
I think he was an alternate on the Olympic weightlifting team or something.
Powerlifter.
Right? Yeah, powerlifter.
So he's
He was like Juice
on
City.
another level of
Juice City. He had like everyone's. If you ever saw this girl driving around, it was your crush of like an older lady. His girlfriend, I don't think it was his wife, drove like a 67 convertible Camaro.
Was it white with orange racing stripes?
Nope, it was red.
Oh.
And she was like this blonde girl. Like, I mean, it looked like every time you saw her driving it, it looked like you were like it was a White Snake video.
Yeah.
Or like whatever, 80s hairband video. And like, I think like her license plate was Timby. I think, but that was like you would see this girl and you're like, dude, there's this like super beautiful girl.
Yeah.
Lady.
Great white buffalo.
In a fucking 67 Camaro. You're like, this is the coolest chick ever. And then come to find out, like, Pappas is like dating her.
Pappas
and I heard stories.
Pappas is tapping.
Goddamn Pappas.
I think you told me a story about, was it?
Bison murder.
Oh, that might have been Mr. Jones. But the whole Coots thing?
Rest in peace, Jonesy.
Was that the
He
Coots
was the
thing
best.
that you told me?
Yeah.
Okay, that wasn't Pappas. Or was it Jones and Pappas?
I don't know if he was in that crew. It was definitely Jones and Tomko and Jelly.
Jones and Topko. That's
Yeah,
who it
yeah.
was. Yeah.
Different
Another
story.
great story.
They were teachers of ours that were like they won the Coots beer drinking tournament or something back then.
So they were cool teachers.
Super cool.
Well, Tomko was
Super cool.
security, head of security.
Yeah, yeah.
Him and
Oh,
mom.
okay.
Yep.
And his son was an amazing football player, quarterback at Diamond. But they were all like bigger dudes. Kind of we're all, the best teachers and the best and great,
Oh, yeah.
unbelievable. The best,
Intimidating,
We had
cool,
the best
all of
security
it.
guards that you could ever ask for at Diamond in our era. For
They had a pulse on every kid.
No doubt.
And then they loved every kid.
And
so
they-
every kid loved them.
and they were
Oh, okay. So it was never like a battle between anybody. It
No.
was a full
no
fucking
because
respect.
they knew how to handle even the kids who had issues. Like they were
They
the
probably had a soft side for them.
They were the
Yes.
most
Yep.
respectful people and handled stuff at like a level like
Yeah.
I don't think
If
it can
you
be
got
duplicated.
in trouble, you did some egregious like shit.
You didn't want to disappoint them.
No,
Oh,
You know what I mean?
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They made it. They were so respectful in their discipline that you like wanted to do it because you knew you deserved. They made you understand that you deserved it, and they don't want to do this, but this is how it works. And it wasn't like they were soft on you. They weren't soft on you at all.
They gave
They're
you a
probably
leash.
harsher, but you were like
If you crossed the line, you had to pay.
you
the
were more
penalty.
Yeah,
accepting
right.
to it.
Yep.
You were like,
Yep.
oh, okay. Like they talked you through it to where like you understood exactly where they were coming from, and you're like, oh, okay, yeah, I definitely have to do that.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'll be at the
whatever
touch.
you want me to do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Be
they
there
were
at 3
they were
o'clock.
like such good,
Yeah.
such good,
Yeah.
and all those teachers were. But this was a thing. A dude walked into. They were at Coots,
That's hilarious.
and a dude walked in, former student, obviously now is old enough to be in the bar. I think he walked up and said like, I never liked you anyway or something. And so like he was like, he said, I don't even know what started it. I forget when Brock told me the story. It was like years and years ago, but said something like, I always said if I ever saw you out, I was gonna beat your ass. And they were like, and I think who was it? Jones that got
Jones.
him? Jones got him just like one punch, and then sat right back down to his dollar beer.
Jones was a special guy.
And probably said something like, see you next time, or like, try a little harder, hit the weight, something. Like, Jones is that guy that was like,
Yeah.
he could talk mad shit to you, like shit a teacher shouldn't say to a student.
Yeah.
But you were like,
Oh, this
you
is
just-
the teacher?
100%,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
teacher. Yeah, Mr. Jones.
He was
thought this was the homie.
U.S. government, I think, right?
Yep.
Oh man,
Yeah.
U.S. history.
they don't make
US
them like they
government.
used to. Dude.
No.
These teachers out here.
Oh
is-
no, those were epic, understanding,
Yeah,
and
just such
empathetic
good
teachers.
Like, I only remember a few teachers in like all of 12 years of school, names, and like
Yep.
Jones, Pappas, Mr. Yelverton,
There's still some
Oh,
great
Mr.
ones out there.
Yelverton.
Mr. Harrington.
Harrington,
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
great.
and a lot of those teachers were the harder ones, but they did it respectfully.
Yeah.
Mr. Witt at Clark. Mr. Witt was like, that dude threw an eraser at me as hard as he could. Like in the middle of a lesson, like describing how in the English language, like 2 words or 1 word can actually be a full sentence, like duck. And he threw a eraser at me because I was talking during this shit. And he hit the back wall. I was like, damn, what was that? And he was like, see, if I would have said, Chad, you probably should duck because there's an eraser flying at your head, he would have already been hit with the eraser. And I was like,
One word.
good
duck.
example.
Oh shit! Heads up.
Yeah.
Got it. Got it.
yeah,
Got it.
he was a good teacher, man.
So how long did daisy chains last?
Oh, just that senior year.
Just the one
Yeah,
year?
everybody was like kind of planning on leaving. I think there was some dreams of that, but I commercial fished every summer, so my summers were locked in with that. And then I was planning on leaving because these guys were moving to Arizona, Billy and Chad, and I was going to go to Seattle. Seattle was exploding, so I wanted to go to
with that
Seattle.
metal scene.
Well,
Or
just
in
just
general?
in general with music, especially grunge. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I went there. See, I had started a new band with Gabe from Anchorage Brewing Company.
Oh no shit.
Yeah, that summer, and Thomas Noonan.
It's like a bass guitarist or something? Or what is
He was playing guitar then.
okay.
He plays both.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a talented dude. Anyway, so me and Thomas, the drummer, we moved to Seattle together, and we were gonna like try and find a band down there. And then his girlfriend broke up with him like the second day. Like we're at Fort St. John, got a hotel, and his girlfriend's breaking up with him on the phone. So he's a mess. Like we got
I wanna go home.
two more days to Seattle. He didn't say a freaking word. And basically, as soon as he got there, he moved back. So I had this apartment in North Seattle, and I got a job. My uncle had a friend that had a construction company, so I had a job with a framer, and I was doing that and had a girlfriend that was going to school. And I tried out for a couple bands in Seattle. One was like an older group of dudes that were like really stoked, but I wasn't too stoked. You know, I was like, they're kind of older. And then the band that I tried out for that was more like more of a darker rock Danzig kind of thing. They never called me back. So I tried out for two bands, and then
This is as singer, right?
they had like some ads in the
Oh.
Mercury or The Stranger, whatever that magazine is there. I think it's The Stranger. And
What does a tryout look like?
yeah, it was weird. Like you had to be like interested in
call some shit out of the paper.
Nate Nate Ellis
You guys
went
need
with
a
me
singer?
to the
Like,
older
hey, I
one.
could be in your band.
He was the pretty dude you brought.
Yeah, because Nate got all his stuff stolen at my house in the parking lot.
Good old Ellis.
But anyway, Thomas went back, and right around like maybe October, November, he's like, dude, you got to come back. We're starting a band. And when he said all the people that he was starting the band with, I was like, I got to get back. And that started 36.
How'd the name come apart? Or come along?
Guitar player Steve Holt was a fan of Jackie Chan. I never even heard of Jackie at that time. And it's a Jackie Chan film.
36 Crazy.
Kung
Okay,
Fu
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Pull that
Yeah,
up, Daniel.
I believe it's Jackie's first film.
Daniel, can you pull that up?
Yeah, okay.
I've never seen it. So it's his first martial arts film.
Yeah, he's pretty young in it. And it's like overdubbed with like Scottish accents or something silly like that. We watched it a couple times in the beginning of the band, but I was pretty drunk.
1977.
36 Crazy Fist. That's Jackie Chan? Yeah. Hell yeah.
That's Jackie
He's like
Chan.
18 or
He,
something.
he looks like
He looks
fucking
exactly
Bruce-
the
like
same
Bruce
as when
Lee.
he's 70.
Yeah, he does.
It's the first time you see the drunken master, I believe, in a kung fu film.
Ooh, that's
the
why.
white-
Then
white
there you
hair?
go. Wu-Tang Classics right
Yeah,
there.
dude, that's some Wu-Tang stuff.
Holy shit, dude. Yeah, because Jackie Chan, I feel
Oh,
like
that's
he
weird.
hit
There's
his-
so many different covers of it.
Right?
No shit.
There's a
It's been
lot.
released like 1,000 times.
Yeah, probably.
That's the other thing. Some of it is plural and some of it isn't.
Oh, fists or fist.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel
Look
like
at this one.
I feel like it's fists.
Oh, that's a good move right there.
Dang.
Full chin check. Well, I always feel like Jackie's career was like later.
Yeah, well, yeah.
he had his-
In the U.S. for
In
sure.
the U.S., okay.
Rumble in
'cause
the
didn't
Bronx,
he, like,
I think, was the
escape-
first one that got really big, right?
Didn't he escape like China or something, like wherever he's from, to like he was like something about the mob was trying to get him or some shit.
Really? Yeah, I don't know.
Is
I
that
think
Jackie
you're right.
Chan?
There. I don't know if it was.
There's a reason why he came to America. Like there was something going on inside where he and his family were threatened. Listeners, forgive me that might have some facts on this,
I don't know his story.
but I feel like
I don't
he
either.
fled to America to get away from the mob or something that was after him over there through drama, through movies, through a director, through a movie maker, through some sort of like bullshit.
He's badass. I know that. I mean, all the stunts that he does, and it's like kind of like the park. Is that called parkour?
Yeah.
Oh
That
yeah,
kind of
that's
stuff?
exactly
Yeah, that was
what
the
it would
original
be.
parkour.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're right.
Yeah, 'cause he did all his own stunts and got fucked
I believe
up
they
doing them.
called it Kung Fu, but you can call it parkour.
Yeah. He's a singer. I always thought it'd be cool to get him on a track.
Oh,
Yeah, he's got his own.
Oh, yeah.
He's got his own thing.
Yeah, he does.
so that's where
Probably
36
big over
Crazy
there,
Fist
too.
came from.
Yeah,
I wish
Was-
you would have been able to land that.
that'd have been good.
Did you reach out?
No. Not much further than the beer table, probably.
It got tabled, and that's as far as it went.
But I have heard him sing, and it's like kind of loungy.
Karaoke.
Yeah, it's karaoke-ish.
I feel like it's like
Yeah, he's like a crooner, like wannabe crooner.
I feel like it's like some
Yeah,
love
that's it.
song type
Croonish,
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
he's singing
Get him on a
some,
couple
like,
ballads.
Yeah.
Oh, Blue Eyes. Yeah, he sings that.
So
Sinatra.
you bail on Seattle.
Yeah.
You come back to Alaska,
Yep.
and then like I'm kind of like I was a late 36 fan. Like I got kind of the tail end of maybe you guys' highest popularity, and then maybe whenever it just I don't even know what that is. Like, did it just like, you guys went different directions? But so you come back. Like, when is that time? When does that start? 90.
That was
2000.
when I came back from Seattle.
Yeah, and 36 was a thing. Like,
Yeah,
when
that's
it started
94.
firing up.
Yeah.
That's 94.
Yep. The end of 93 there. Yeah.
Okay, so you come back to Alaska, and then now you're still doing the commercial fishing thing at that point.
Yeah, I did. I commercial fished with my dad every summer until we got signed, which was shit. I want to say I didn't get signed until I was like 25.
What year is that?
And
Let's see. Well,
25.
the first Roadrunner album comes out in 2002.
Okay.
So we got signed in 99.
Yeah.
It took like a 2-year negotiation thing
Yeah.
with the lawyers and all that stuff.
Where would you guys fish?
Cook
Yeah, let's
Inlet.
circle back on
Cook
that.
Inlet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've told me stories. Like, I know there's a story where you like fell out of the boat and shit. But you're doing Cook Inlet
Drift. Gillnet. Yep.
Gillnet.
Yep.
Okay.
Sockeye season.
Like, you're catching seal off Kenai Reds.
It depended on where you were open to, you know, like it,
Okay.
with all the different restrictions and stuff.
Because you would go across the inlet on the other side on the...
Yeah. 3 miles offshore though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
3 miles offshore from the
far
Ninilchik
side?
Oh, is that
Seeloff
that's
side?
the reg? You have to be 3 miles off.
Well, not always, but a lot of times, like when they shut down the Seeloff guys, when those set nets are closed down, you're 3 miles off the shore. You have to stay away from all them. And south of the island, Calgon Island.
Calgon, yeah.
Yep. So I think it's now called District A, which is basically the middle of the inlet. That's where all the fish are in the beginning of the season. You actually would go to Homer. We would start the salmon season out of Homer for the first 2 weeks every year. It's
Originally sailing out of Kenai.
well, we'd move the boat down to Homer and we'd fish in and out of Homer.
Move it on a truck in a trailer,
No, we
or
drive
you'd
it down.
sail it.
Drive it down. Yes,
Okay.
sail it down, and then stay in and out of Homer for the first 2 weeks, and then as the fish
Came
move out,
in.
Moved
Yeah,
in the
go
inlet.
up
You
to the
started.
mouth.
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
and you got about 2 weeks of it that were real good. The teens are like the peak of the inlet fishing there. And then it just kind of dies off, and you're doing the corridor, which it's called the corridor, which is down by like, you know, all the oil platforms are down there. Chevron's
and
down
like
there.
Acre Point and Nikiski and
Nikiski.
Nikiski.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, it was a huge part of my life. I loved it. I'm so glad I got to do it. I wrote a zillion songs out there. And
Yeah.
then I didn't do it for a long time, and then I came back and fished, let's see, 2017. I fished with my cousin one last time. My cousin had taken over my dad's boat.
Okay.
And then we had a great summer. It was fun to do it again, and was coming back for the next season, and my cousin had a heart attack on the way to the boat and passed away.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
dude.
that sucked bad. And so then I took the boat over for 2 seasons with my wife, who had never been on a boat
Yeah, with
before.
Jade.
Yeah. And she killed it, you know, and I had
She seems like a hard worker,
yeah,
dude.
she's a great worker.
Yeah.
She didn't like killing the fish, but then she figured out that those fish are
It's
money.
part of the process. Yeah. Yeah.
Cha-ching.
Well, you know, you got to
Cha-ching.
bleed them. You got to put a little
Oh, you
through the
gill
gill
'em?
plate. Yep.
Okay.
And
there's a
I would
little
hear
suffering.
these, you know, you want to get them into the fish hole as soon as possible so you can get on to the next set. And, you know, I'd hear these little, I was like, what are you doing? She's like, they're looking at me. I don't want to kill them. And but she was very impressive, man. I can't say enough about my wife, how amazing she was on the boat. And I was giving her all these things, like, hey, take this Dramamine, or don't lose sight of the shoreline. Get out of the cabin, get fresh air. And like the first day, and it was pretty rough out there. She's in there. I smell this super good smell coming out of the cabin. I go down there and I'm like, what are you doing? She's like, oh, I'm just cooking some Spanish frittata. And I was like, I didn't even know what that was, but it was delicious. And she's like, almost like in the splits, trying to keep everything from flying off the stove. And,
Yeah.
She
that was aggressive.
That was nice. She misses it even more than I do, probably.
Oh,
It's not in the fam no more?
No, it is. It is. The boat's in dry dock, and we haven't fished it. We haven't fished it since COVID.
Okay.
2019 probably last season.
Yeah, they made it pretty hard to
do
make
it
money
now.
during those years. But I wish I fished this summer because I heard it was amazing. I still have 5 uncles that fish the inlet.
Yeah.
It had to be.
Yeah.
Russian.
Oh, this year
Same.
was cracking.
Kenai was in.
Yeah, I know. Bristol Bay, the price was really bad for them, like 50 cents a pound.
Yeah.
But the inlet was still like 175. It was pretty decent.
Wow.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
So those were epic years for you. And like you said, you wrote a lot of songs, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Songs that are on the albums?
Yeah, definitely. Like the record that came out in 2004, Snowcap Romance, is kind of a love letter to Alaska, and there's a lot of fishing references
Yeah.
in that album.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a song called Kenai. There's even a line about how to tie up the boat.
Yeah.
Tie up stern first on that. There's there's some of those things.
Song
that-
for the fishermen.
Yeah, song for the fishermen, which actually talks about the pits.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
there's
yeah?
a little line about the pits in there, and
Yeah.
the bluffs in Kasilof, and I mean, it's similar to what you guys did. We all grew up here, and it's so much to take from. I think the isolation from the rest of the world kind of bred a unique musician here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well said. I think you're right about that. Because you live in a different lifestyle than like maybe an urban kid.
Well, yeah, we don't have the national bands coming here on a regular basis to get influenced by. We probably got cable later than everybody else. Our fashion has always been
A year late, 2
unique
years late.
or lacking for whatever you like. You know what I mean?
Our radio stations are behind the time. Like everything technology wise, for sure.
Yeah, and I think that's the beauty of it.
I think one of the greatest things that I always have appreciated about the band, you and the band, and it's like it translates, like it's just how Alaskans are, but like, I mean, I don't know if you guys have been to shows, but Brock, like every show he's ever done starts with, "We're 36 crazy fish from Anchorage, Alaska."
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Every time.
I've been to like four.
When have you been
really
to a
good
show
shows.
where the dude tells you where he's from? It's like very rare.
I wish I would have went to one of those like European shows, man. God.
those were
Yeah,
special.
you guys were huge over there, huh?
I mean, it was better. I mean, it was definitely, there was a lot more success there for sure. Those fans are rabid, and those festivals, they're geared for those festivals. Those things have been happening their whole life. So that's like a summer vacation almost for them. They're planning on it every year. Yeah, it was special. And I'm very grateful that I got to do it.
In what markets were you guys the most popular?
As far as Europe went, I would say Germany and the United Kingdom was probably our best markets.
Okay, so like London or
Yeah, definitely London was
London,
always
and then
money.
Where in Germany would that be?
I mean, Berlin, Munich, Hamburg.
So you were in all the big
All the
towns.
bigger cities, yeah. But I did a bunch of nooks and crannies, and I did a 27-show tour in the UK that most bands probably have never gotten to do. And I played like some small rooms. I played in Yeovil, which it looked kind of Russian, but it was like a ski village. And it was probably the wildest show I've ever been to. It was like a Coots, like the best Coots show, but like playing at Bayshore Clubhouse. Like that kind of
Really describe
Like
it.
200 people crammed up in there.
Yeah, and there was a balcony that kind of cut off a bit of the stage,
Oh,
so it was super low, and they would just diving off that thing the whole time. I'm just watching them fly over me
Oh,
the
it
whole
was
show.
over you.
Yeah, it wasn't over me so much as it was over like my bass player Mickey. They would fly right over him, and I would just watch
Into
it
the
go.
crowd.
Yeah,
Stage diving.
and this whole crowd is just nuts.
Yeah, it's different.
Did you
Europe,
ever
man.
stage that?
Yeah, I stage dive a lot. As I got heavier, I ended up hurting people here and there. Like,
Yeah.
literally, we played a show in Montreal. The very first night of this tour, we were supporting this band called In Flames. It was a big deal for us. It was a big tour. And the very first show was in Montreal, and I jumped off stage, got back on. Great time. Was down in the dressing room, and the tour manager came up to me, and he's like, hey, do you stage dive? I was like, yeah, every night. And he's like, not anymore, you don't? And I was like, kind of got puffed up. I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? Like, telling me how to do this. He's like, the police are waiting for you outside right now. And I was like, what? And he's like, yeah, like a 13-year-old girl got hurt.
Oh, fuck.
And her parents are here, and they're trying to figure out why you would leave the stage. And I was like, oh, damn. He's like, okay, I'll go out there with you. And went out there. And the parents were super pissed off. They were like, why would you, you're like a big guy, why would you jump off the stage? That's not what you're supposed to do. And I'm like, how am I going to educate these people at this point in time?
This is fucking
no
rock and
shit.
roll,
So,
motherfuckers.
and I knew not to do that, you know. So I just was like, "Oh, I'm really sorry." Luckily, the cop took my side of the story, and they were like, the dad was super pissed, and I got it, you know.
Is this Europe?
No, it's in Montreal, Canada.
Well, they don't have as many lawyers as America.
The thing that saved me was like an hour later, or maybe it felt like a while. The policeman came back to me and said that the daughter's favorite band was us, and she wasn't going to press any charges. And the parents agreed not
So
to do it.
she got hurt, and then her parents found out how or why or where she got hurt.
Yeah.
They came raging over, and the whole time she's probably like, Mom, Dad,
Yeah.
it's fucking fine.
Like,
Like,
this is part of it.
yeah.
I got $1 million insurance policy the next day.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The band did. We didn't have one at the time.
Like a surety bond.
Didn't think it was
Yeah.
a problem. Did
No.
a thing, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. Damn.
Have you ever seen, dude, I seen the Method Man, Redman show, dude, one time. Redman was like,
I mean, some high stuff.
dude, I was like, this dude's going to die. It's like, I don't know, 2 stories,
They're a little
3
metal.
stories. Just like, that's crazy. I mean, it takes a lot of
Well,
juice to like just do it. You know what I mean? Like, these little motherfuckers going to
Yeah,
get
You're
me.
going to catch me?
You almost had to do it though. Like it was almost like if you didn't do it, you were
Yeah.
in a
Oh,
bitch.
yeah,
ain't doing
yeah,
it.
oh, yeah.
Yeah. It was
Yeah.
like part of it.
No,
Yeah.
it was definitely part
And
of
sometimes the gaps were big from the stage.
Oh, 'cause they
past
have-
Oh, yeah.
Because they
you had to
have
leap
the-
like 10 feet out.
Because they have the barrier.
Yeah.
They catch you, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like a little picture
it. Yeah, you
there.
better get your jump on.
That's a pretty good gap.
Yeah,
That's
a big
probably
gap.
what, like 8 to 10 feet, because it's like a bar. Those dudes are standing there.
That's
yeah.
Germany.
That's Germany. Yeah. Just all white people.
Oh, that's Kyle. That's new.
Yeah.
That's new. That's
These
Kyle.
restroom boys.
Yeah.
That's a great picture.
Yeah.
Stage diving, man.
Yeah, no, that's a young man's game though.
Yeah.
Or a light man's game.
Light man.
Especially if there's much of a high stage. You don't want that kind of speed, that velocity, that
Dude, when
mass times weight times whatever the
he brought me down to Seattle for the show that was it was like a festival. I forget what it was called, but it was Slipknot.
Oh, that was Ozfest.
No,
Oh, that I was on?
no, you weren't on it.
That was Ozfest.
No, it was
When we went to
me.
Ozfest?
No, it was me. Me and Michael came down together to visit you, and we went to a show, and it was the headliner was Stone Temple Pilots, which was
Oh, yeah.
weird as shit because like before Stone Temple Pilots was Slipknot, before Slipknot was Slayer,
That's right.
and before that was like a gnarly band. I was like, dude, you can't go on after Slipknot's fans and Slayer's fans as Stone Temple Pilots.
You know what's funny about that? I just interviewed Eric Kretz, the drummer for Stone Temple Pilots, and I told him about that, and he wanted to know if he remembered the show.
Yeah.
And the look on his face, I knew he knew what I
He was
knew.
like, why?
that
Why would anyone make this the lineup?
that show was called Tattoo the Earth.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. We missed Spine Shank because Noonan was being late as hell and being a little bitch.
Oh yeah,
And we missed Fine
It was
Shank.
hot
I really
as
wanted to see
shit,
it. It was
too.
hot as shit. But what I was getting at was like I have never seen stage dive like what Slipknot did.
yeah.
So Slipknot, I don't know if you know anything about, but they got a song that starts and it's like a movie clip of something. And it's like it's a little girl and she's like, they're already dead. They're already dead. And it starts like a loop in their thing. And so they just looped this track and they had smoke machines just cranking on the front of the stage. And their fans are like wear jumpsuits and they're nuts.
Oh, yeah.
And they're in it. And so they're just like up there. They're like, Slipknot, Slipknot, Slipknot. And it is just playing this loop. They're already dead. They're already dead. It's just playing this loop over and over for like 20 minutes.
Oh, jeez.
Until, like, I'm sure that they just were back there. Like, they had a guy back there, like, okay, now. They sat there and waited until, like, the entire crowd, like, stopped paying attention. And then it's just like, and they come through, like, the band is like 10 dudes. And they're all in costumes. Crazy ass costumes.
9 dudes.
Fucked up, Matt. 9 dudes, whatever. And like 5 dudes come flying off stage and just like, and they're not stage diving, like getting flat. Like they're like leading with a knee, leading with an elbow, and just demolish this crowd. I think one of the dudes got hurt, like rolled his ankle.
Well,
Are you guys still on the mosh pit?
Slipknot.
This is different,
Oh,
different stage
bro.
dive. Like
The-
stage dive, like
DJ Starscream. I forget
yeah,
what
he
it
like
is.
broke his
He
ankle.
always
or
is
something.
breaking those ankles.
Yeah. We can't land feet first, dog.
You know, we did a tour. We did the very first Mayhem Festival tour, which was an incredible summer with incredible bands. But the cool thing about it also was the Metal Militia dirt bike dudes were on the tour with us.
Who's that dude? Doug? No.
I never really met any of the dudes, but they would be
One
doing
main
all
guy
their
that's
stuff
pretty
while
nasty.
you were playing every day on the sides.
Doing flips
Oh,
and
they-
like flames on the side and the shit.
And the DJ from Slipknot would DJ those.
Oh yeah, that
He
makes
would
sense.
go out and do like the music for while they
Yeah.
were doing all their thing. But I remember being on stage like rocking out during the day and looking over and watching double backs on dirt bikes and
Something Dugan.
yeah.
Dugan.
Brian Dugan.
Ryan Dugan, I think,
Yeah.
was like one of
Deegan.
those bad.
Deegan.
That's who
Man.
started Metal Militia.
Okay.
Did he
Yeah.
pass away?
No, he's he races off-road trucks. He's
Okay.
nasty.
Okay.
Might
His
have,
daughter's a badass too.
might have dabbled in NASCAR
Deegan's
maybe or
daughter.
something.
No,
No.
that's Pastrana.
Right. And Carmichael, I think.
No, Carmichael did some other
One
stuff.
of them drive for Monster.
Well, the big
Been a
name,
while.
the big name monster guy was BJ,
Okay.
but he left Monster and now races for Black Rifle Coffee Company.
Oh, wow. So I missed out maybe a little bit, but Slipknot must have been fucking next level rage out.
Well, it was their like heyday when they were still
Unbelievable.
young.
That to me was like some demonic fucking shit that I.
No, their stuff is the best, dude.
Yeah,
They have some of the best beats.
I saw them
because they
in-
had DJs.
I mean,
dude.
the live performance must have been amazing on stage, and
Yeah.
the
It's
choreography and all that must have
Oh,
been.
there ain't no
fucking,
choreography. It's just mayhem.
Yeah, just chaos.
Like I mean, you got
Blood and
you got
sweat
two
and
dudes
shit
that were
flying
percussion that were on like kegs.
Yeah, let's go up and down.
They just beat on kegs, and then eventually, when we were getting paid, like those kegs were on like pedestals.
We got the.
I was
That
gonna
went
say
up and down.
we were talking about dudes doing crazy shit.
Oh,
that
the old
dude,
Eddie
Eddie
Vedder?
Vedder, he's the OG of this stuff.
Is he Slipknot?
I mean, no, he's Pearl Jam. But
okay.
in the early days of Pearl Jam,
Top 9.
He was
ultimate.
jumping
Holy
off
Jesus
some
Christ.
gnarly
Is this the
stuff.
top? Is this the top 10?
Top 10
dive?
stage.
Oh yeah, Eddie Vedder's probably 6 of them.
Hit
Oh,
the
they just
ground.
hit the straight ground.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's what
because
you
no
don't
one
wanna
wanted
do.
to catch Iggy Pop.
Oh, here you go.
Yep.
Yeah, Sid. That's nothing for him,
No.
but it's good.
Eddie
You're
Vedder-
just like breaking.
Oh,
fucking,
Jacoby, Papa Roach. He missed, but these are ones that dudes like. These are fails. Several of these are
They jumped in
fails.
the water.
He jumped in with the
shit.
swan.
That's not challenging. Oh, bless
Jesus.
the fall. Little front flip. That's someone caught a boot.
Oh, yeah.
Boom! Someone
man.
caught a boot
Like,
right
his
to the
face
face.
just got crushed.
Oh my
no, you're not
goodness.
gonna-
These guys were menaces.
Oh, woo.
Man, one
Nice.
of my favorite bands right there.
I saw a dude do something
no way.
super crazy. This Australian dude from this band called Airborne.
Wow, that makes sense,
Kinda
right?
Seems like it makes
The singer,
Holy
which
shit.
I'm talking like download main stage, so it's one of those monster stages. He scales up this thing and shimmies all across the truss and hangs the Australian flag right in the middle of it, like perfectly. I don't know if he had zip ties in his pocket or what, and then shimmies back.
Oh, he didn't drop in the crowd?
Oh, he like
No,
full
got
fucking,
back
like,
down
he full,
to
like,
grab the mic and start the third verse type shit. It was dope.
I thought you were going to tell me he went airborne.
I was like, did he drop? Like, he
those
would've killed
festivals,
everyone.
those fans are like 300 feet from the stage.
Oh,
Yeah, they're not close to you.
he would have
Well, there is no stage diving. There is none of that shit.
Not in those festivals. Not on those big stages. They keep them way far back. You've seen them where they're all separated down the middle, so
Yeah.
security can.
Oh yeah. Okay, you're right. Damn, man.
You don't got that calf to just.
No, but Eddie Vedder on one of those, he gets on the camp. There's like a guy on a camera that has a boom that he's like filming the show, and he jumps out on that and he tells him to extend it, and he dives out there. It's pretty cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
The last mosh pit I was in was your guys' show at that fucking Big Lake show.
Oh, that was a good one.
That's fun, man.
Oh, the outdoor big lake?
Yeah, it was all
Dang,
muddy.
you went
and
full
shit.
mosh?
No. I was protecting our like girlfriends and wives in the mosh.
Oh, from the mosh.
that
guys.
at
No,
That was
they
at
wanted to
the Polaris
mosh.
place?
No, they wanted to mosh. Like all the.
And you're like, no.
no, I was like, okay,
All girls want to mosh till they meet that dude that doesn't care they're girls.
yeah.
And there is always that dude.
Well, there was that dude in that show. Everything was good, dude. And I think you even were saying something to the group about how like everybody was having fun, and it was like there were women in there,
Pick
and it
each
was
other up.
it was just like all good and cordial. Not cordial, I guess. Whatever cordial for a
It's
mosh
cordial.
pit is.
Yeah,
yeah, there was etiquette. Okay,
Yeah.
there was etiquette, and then there was this one fucking dude
There's always one.
in there, and then.
There's always one.
Oh man, my boy Gary fucking Lloyd cleaned him out, dude.
Gary
he was
Lloyd.
like
Gary Lloyd
dude.
came
Yeah, he
through.
was like in powerlifting mode, and he just fucking.
Are you talking about Gary Lloyd, powerlifter Gary Lloyd? Like actual worked out at Strongman Gym Gary Lloyd?
Yeah, Gary Lloyd.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, dark hair, fucking goatee.
You don't want to get hit by Gary.
Oh yeah, dude.
Oh,
or
yeah.
Jankos and
No.
shit. Didn't give a
Them dudes-
fuck.
Them dudes are benching like 500 pounds and
Oh
shit.
man, dude. He fucking. I was just like,
Gary's
Gary.
an animal.
He's like, I got it. Fucking first punched the dude, then picked him up and carried him out.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Gary,
This
man.
is at this show?
That was that show, yeah. Because your guys' shit was just like stoner, hip hop, fucking feeling it. 36 came out and it was like,
Out here in the mud.
And Brock's on the mic being like, I want to see a 1986 circle pit. You guys know about the wall of death? I want to see this shit split like the Red Sea. And then when I say go, you go.
I mean, all you are is a cheerleader. Man. That's all you're doing up there.
you're hyping the shit
I
up.
saw one of the funniest crowd call out things ever. He's like, I want to see the most ignorant shit I've ever seen out there. You got life insurance? Fucking prove it. And they drop into this heavy ass shit. I was like, damn, I wish I thought of something like that.
You got
Somebody's shit's about to get amputated, bro.
Wow.
It's full demonic.
That is hilarious.
Yeah, that's a good one.
it.
That's fucking funny.
It's never fun as the promoter. Please don't die.
Is the Rondy event you guys do for K-Well one of the most fun times?
Yeah. Running the
Seems
reindeer.
like, yeah, dude.
Definitely
you guys
fun.
are just like
Definitely fun.
stoked. You got the fur.
Yeah. Oh,
The furs
man, that's
on.
incredible. I mean, I just got kind of tag along status with that. That's Bob's thing. You know, he actually created that, Running of the Reindeer. That's his event.
Oh, I didn't know
Oh,
that.
no
yeah.
shit?
Yeah, he started
Oh,
that
wow.
for a charity for Toys for Tots. And I've talked to him about it several times about, you say you come up with these ideas, and that just seemed like an idea that immediately everyone would have said no. Yeah. Like all the adults in the room would have been like, nah, we're not having people run with reindeers. It just doesn't seem like people would allow that.
Yeah.
Because you just don't know what's going to happen. But it's been going for years now, and
he couldn't do it tomorrow. If he tried to start it tomorrow, it ain't.
Yeah, maybe not.
Oh, that doesn't happen
No,
anymore?
no, it does. Because it's like a tradition now.
Because it's in there. Because you got it in there.
Okay.
But if it didn't exist and he suggested it tomorrow, no way.
It's pre-cancel.
Yeah.
Oh,
pre-canceled.
Yeah. So it's grandfathered.
It's grandfathered in.
It's super fun. The coolest thing about that is like when you start interviewing people or calling people out to where they're from, and they're from everywhere. Like people have made that like a bucket list.
Well, I've been hearing you guys because I'm out there slinging dogs.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh, here they come. And I'm just like, someone put some beer in this coffee cup.
Yeah.
It's funny to hear you just like the crowd work.
Yeah, that's fun. That's a good time. The fur stuff, man, I never really had any furs before. It's crazy how warm that stuff is. I mean, and we're wearing like the hats, the coats, and then is that your buddy's family that owns that furrier down there?
Yeah. Liska fur guy?
Is that Marcus's?
Yeah.
Man, anyway, awesome people. They're super nice. They just let you come in and, I mean, I'm looking at those price tags and they're gnarly and they're letting me just walk out of it. They don't even know me.
Right.
We were trying.
Because they want you to rock that shit.
Yeah. And then they do like a 20% off sale, I think, after the race. And then we go back to return the gear, and it is just packed in there.
Oh, people are buying it up.
Yeah.
Left and right.
People's buying stuff up.
Yeah.
So it works.
Buying those fur bikinis.
Yeah. Cool people.
The jock strap with
cool
the tail.
people.
I love Fur Rondy.
Damn, I
feel like it's like resurging.
I agree. Yeah.
Like it did a dip, and it's like back, dude. It's like
Fur Rondy
I've
as
seen
a
so
whole?
many people this year and the last year just like drinking all day, hammered, just like bars are cracking.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone's in line for
We
hot
should do
dogs.
something. We should do something for it next year. We should do like a Alaska Wild Project softball team or something.
I would love to. I've never been able to participate.
Dude,
I did participate in the
It's
hockey.
Drunk as shit.
The hockey. I don't know if they still do the tournament.
They do. Yeah.
They did that.
Yeah, they do.
We did it, but like with the hot dog, I was
Snowshoe
always
hockey would be fun. Or I mean,
snowshoe softball.
Snowshoe softball.
It is. I played it one year. It's fun. I mean,
It'd
everybody's
be
pretty
pretty
wasted,
fun.
but it's pretty fun.
Well, it's cool how people just like be like them and their whole crew are camped at, whatever spot on, 15th in this,
Yeah.
or whatever, and they're just
It's a
raging
great
all
idea,
day.
Chad. We should definitely do something.
Yeah, it'd be
like
fun
that.
it'd be fun to be part of it.
I mean, I want to participate. I just don't even know where to start.
Let's get the
I
hockey
wanna-
team going.
I mean,
boys.
I've taken
Get
the
skates
family
on.
back to the venue and done the thing and supported it.
yeah.
But like,
But there's other cool ways.
That's
If
what
you don't
I'm
want to
saying.
come to the mayhem that is like 4th Avenue, like I'm saying, people are like camped out at across from Cal Worthington and that little park area, and they just have your canopies and your fire and your cooking.
Oh,
and
nice.
So you're not like in the
that'd be
mayhem
cool
of it
too.
all, but you still see, Eddie Burke and all the other people coming through.
Right.
Shout out to Eddie Burke.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Hell yeah.
Junior.
Yeah, Carlos said he's out there helping them
The
plumb
third.
plumb
The third.
something up.
The
He's
third.
got a new
Third.
property.
Yeah, he's got his own kennel now.
Yeah,
It's
not Wild Style, is it? Do we got to burn the hoodie now?
I need to get one of them
Full
hoodies, though.
send.
Those things were sick.
yeah.
it's
the wild.
It's not his thing no more, though, is it?
That was his crew he's with. It's Full Send now.
Okay.
Yeah, Full Send Kennels, I think.
Full send count.
Yeah, he was already balls
committed,
deep, but
man.
he is like,
She is committed.
yeah, he went head first now. He is full.
I wanna go to Nome.
Me too. I've never been there.
I want to go to Nome
the
at
end
the
of
end,
that Iditarod?
dude, for the
Yeah.
end,
Yeah.
I
for
would
the
love to
end.
do that.
and just go do
I
it.
can go
I've gone
this
for
year.
the end of the Iron Dog in Fairbanks, but I've never done the Nome.
Yeah,
Nome would be
I mean,
great.
it's just a rager. I heard,
Nome's a pretty
Yeah.
fun town.
but I heard it's
Well,
already booked, like for next year's
Ooh, that
book.
grapefruit.
Oh, really?
It
Yeah,
is,
because I talked to
Oh, we just need
Gomez.
we just need a connection though. We just
Yeah.
need someone.
Yeah.
we need to talk to somebody who's.
Can't we just like sleep in the high school gym or something? Throw some cots out?
Yeah, no, they already rent that out.
Do they?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
Kennedy and
That's like
Candace
for
and them
racers'
already got
families.
a spot too. They're like, oh, we reserved a place. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah. You got to probably be right on it.
We need to go hang with Mr. Gold out there. That's where I'm
We'll
trying
find
to
it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The Gold
hit up-
Rush guy?
Yeah, hit up
his
old
name?
Sean.
Sean?
Sean Pembrecki, like,
I'll sleep on the back of his boat.
Yeah, I don't care where we sleep.
Yeah, no.
I ain't sleeping.
Sleep.
Yeah, I've got a connection up in.
We're going there to sleep?
Well,
Tell you what you don't do, and I discussed this on a prior podcast, I believe. Don't play no goddamn foosball with no one that's from there.
Foosball?
Yes.
Well, they
I don't know, man. I'm
you get murdered?
No, you ain't.
94 Boys and Girls Club Spinard champ.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you ain't shit.
Been a while,
No.
huh?
Okay.
You see these dudes walk up and start putting wraps on the handles.
Oh, no spins.
No spins.
No
dog.
spins.
And you won't touch the ball.
I'm down to put a little money on
10-0. Didn't even touch the ball.
Really?
Dude, I was like,
Jesus.
Cool, you want to play pool now so I can get my money back?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
You're pretty good at shit like that too.
Not foosball.
Cornhole and all that.
Cornhole, yeah.
He's all right.
Any beer game.
He's a fucking murderer at cornhole.
Beer
bro.
games.
He's all right.
Beer games.
I don't believe it when I see it.
Quarters or dice, let's go.
Quarters?
Anyone.
Damn.
Yeah,
You
he's
guys
good
don't
at
play that
quarters.
no more?
He is good at quarters.
Anyone.
Really?
Anyone.
All right. Sounds like there's a challenge.
I'm calling out anyone.
Sounds like there's a challenge coming. How are you on trivia, though?
Not very good.
Talking all
Brock,
that
what do you
shit.
think your trivia?
Like
game
what?
Trivia.
Let it fly.
Could be
All right.
anything.
We're going to take a break and we're going to come back with some trivia and see what you guys really know.
Got some trivia?
Yeah.
All right.
Big Ray's, the Alaskan outfitter, committed to outfitting Alaskans across the state since 1947. Whether you're a recreator, parent, guide, or corporate buyer, Big Ray's has the gear you need tailored for Alaska's harsh conditions. At Big Ray's, you'll find brands like Carhartt, Grundens, Darn Tough, FXD, Okiwear, and more. Big Ray's is your one-stop shop for both outdoor gear and rugged work attire. Check out their new exclusive line of durable but affordable waders inspired by and named after the majestic Aralik River in remote western Alaska. The Aralik wader was designed by Alaskans and proven for the diverse waters of the last frontier. Visit Big Ray's at any of their 5 locations statewide, 2 in Anchorage, 2 in Fairbanks, 1 in Kodiak, or check them out online at bigrays.com.
Tailored Restoration, helping Alaskans turn disasters into new beginnings since 1972. Their 24-hour services include fire, water, mold, post-emergency cleaning, and repairs. Tailored built its reputation with years of committed and reliable service to the community with innovative restoration and home remodeling. When you have an unexpected home issue at the most improbable time, Tailored has an emergency response number with trained professionals available to help you anytime, day or night. Tailored Restoration has locations to serve you in Anchorage, Eagle River, Matsu, or Fairbanks. Give them a call at 907-344-1239 or make an appointment today at tailoredrestorationalaska.com.
Total Truck, Alaska's premier supplier for custom automotive accessories and overlander products. If you want to customize your vehicle, talk to the team at Total Truck, where you'll find their expertise along with top brands such as ARE, RSI Smart Caps, Goose Gear, iCamper, Frontrunner, Rigid Lights, Rhino Lining bed liners, and everything you need to outfit your truck or SUV. Want to turn your truck into a sleeping option? They have rooftop tents, custom camping equipment, electronics, and solar energy packages to keep you powered up deep in the backcountry. Stop by their store location on Dowling between the new and old Seward Highway or check them out at TotalTruckAK.com.
I just want to let everyone know that we have a bunch of merch now in the website, AlaskaWildProject.com. We have a restock of all the Alaska Color Blue, Navy Blue and Gold hoodies. We have the UAA, Universal Alaska Green and Gold hoodies. We have the black.
We went black too.
Yep, the original black.
That's our most popular colors, man. We made an order and.
Yep, and we still have a bunch
those.
of hats in, and we got some of the new camel hats and black hats and gray hats.
Yeah, we
So
got Mr. Lindow's wearing our new hat right now.
Love it. Thank you.
Yep.
Yeah.
So if you're looking for some merch, go ahead and hit the website up and check that out.
Yeah. Good call out.
let's see
What
what's
were you
up.
saying about?
Even the hats even fit the
What were you
fat
saying
heads.
earlier? What about talking about the hot dog buying thing? What were you saying earlier?
What?
I don't know, man. I'm asking you.
Hot dog buying.
Do I still look high?
What do you mean?
You look higher than me, bro.
What do you mean hot dog?
No, we were talking about somebody wanted to buy the hot dog cart, and then Something, man. Never mind.
Come with the cash.
Oh,
Money
yeah.
talks, baby.
No, yeah,
Money
that's the
talks.
same.
Everything's for sale.
Yeah, you mentioned something before he dropped the Alaska Wild Project bomb, so
Oh, we can talk about that later.
we'll come back to it.
Yeah.
Some of this stuff is relatable. Some of it might not be.
Oh, trivia. We're on trivia. I'll have to
Well,
start.
once you hear the music, you bet.
Let me clear my mind. I gotta clear my mind.
This should be an easy one, but maybe not.
I hate when they say that. This should be easy.
It's the tallest mountain.
All these questions and answers are from Google, so if you want to dispute this as a listener, you can
Take it
talk
up
to
with
them about
Google,
that.
motherfuckers.
All right.
Who is the most famous singer from Alaska?
Like sold the most albums?
Who is the most famous singer from Alaska?
I mean,
It's gotta be Jewel,
you
right?
got to be Jewel, right?
Jewel? B?
Jewel, it is.
Correct. It is Jewel.
Okay. I was like,
It is Jewel.
You had to think about it for a minute, though, right?
well, because I
Only
felt like
because I
somehow
feel
I
like
was
she
gonna be wrong.
didn't
but-
claim Alaska or something. Maybe I
Yeah.
thought there was like a little
Yeah.
Well,
catch on that.
when I'm looking it
Well-
up, I thought maybe Portugal the Man might have like overtook.
No, dude,
Yeah, that
she's
spot.
sold millions of albums.
Oh,
she
yeah,
actually
she's
has
hot.
one of the best. She has one of the best record deals in the history of like music.
I think I told she's on my hit list.
She made
I want her in
a
here.
lot of
All
money,
her
dude.
flash,
Oh God, man.
just caribou shots.
She wrote her deal. She wrote her deal so like she got all the money on the back end instead of up front. Well, however, it's opposite of how they're normally structured.
Oh.
Like she wouldn't take the deals, and so like
She went for the percentages.
so
and
she
the
got
points.
the majority. She has one of the best. One
Like
of the best
overall
contracts in like the
earning
history
contracts.
of music. Yeah.
Do you follow her Instagram? Any of you guys?
I don't.
You should, dude. She's full like 70s, dude. She's just like wild child out there in her outfits and the shit she's doing. She's a good follow.
She's still married to the bull rider.
Nope.
I don't think so.
Nope, they're
Don't
divorced.
look like it. I've never
divorced.
seen no bull riders on Instagram.
Ty Murray. Ty Murray.
Like, don't put me on
I
that
don't
shit.
think
He'd probably be hard to see, man. He's a little dude.
What I love is she never
Smart.
switched the snaggle up.
Yeah.
She kept the
Oh, she
snaggle.
kept
Yeah, that's
it,
respectful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, she never went
Her
with
story.
plastic surgery
yeah,
shit.
I mean, I'll be perfectly honest, dude. There was a long period of time where I didn't like her at all because I'd heard some things about her when she was here playing a show from some friends of mine that owned a bar restaurant downtown. And in hindsight, dude, it wasn't even her. It was her management that was just being a douche. But I didn't like her because she would always claim San Diego. Like whenever they were like from somewhere, it was never Alaska. And so that
I think with that is there's probably a lot of pressure as
Well,
a
it's where-
young
it's-
artist. Like, oh, well, we can't say you're there. Let's say
she
you're
was
from this
dis-
big place.
she
you know?
was discovered there, and she was like she went there when she was pretty young, and so there was a long period where like I didn't really like her, and I didn't even like the fact that I didn't want her to be an Alaskan. And then I heard her on that Rogan podcast, and like her story is crazy.
Yeah, she's
And I was like,
Alaskan
okay,
for sure.
like I totally judged you, and I feel super bad.
so
for
this
it.
is
like,
your apology to Jewel. She can come on now.
100%.
Oh,
Okay,
we're clear.
there it is, Jewel. We're good
100%.
now. See,
Come on,
Yeah,
bro.
she should come on here. I'd love to apologize to her in
In
person,
person.
even though I never affected her in person.
Not even a little bit.
But I would definitely would be like, hey, I hated you, and now I really, really like you and respect you. No, her story
you should
is
follow.
awesome.
You should follow her on Instagram. She's like fun and positive, and just her outfits and just her style. And there's obviously a lot of Alaska.
Where does
I-
she live now?
I feel like she kept it pretty real. I don't know. I think
Got
the
like a Texas ranch or something.
Northwest or something. I think Ty Murray was like out of the Northwest, like Idaho, Wyoming or something. But I could be 100% wrong. But I know that dude was like one of the baddest bull riders ever.
Well, you got bucked off that one, bud.
Did you guys see the Woodstock '99 documentary?
Oh yeah.
She walked off that shit. You guys remember that, where she was feeling like
She-
it was like on the boiling edge of
had to
like
walk
about to
off
fall
that, dude.
apart, and her shit was just like everybody was just getting mad because her shit wasn't like.
Well, they were booing her.
Kind of
Yeah.
weird artist to be on that.
Well, it was
Yeah,
because
like
they
it-
had all these like rah, and then it
Yeah,
was
like
like
it
Jewel.
just was like it was
You know, kind of like you
bad.
said with the STP thing.
Somebody lied to her.
Yeah.
Said
Yeah.
you should take this gig.
No,
Right?
yeah.
And
Well,
then
she said
she-
that about that.
Yeah, and then she was
They had
like,
to, they had to like sneak out of there in their buses.
right,
Like, she
because it
getting,
was
like,
fucking
mobbed.
Yeah, it was like going real bad.
Yeah.
But that whole thing went real bad, period.
But I think her
Was the spark.
appearance like segued into
Kind
it,
of
like
was the
catapult.
catapult.
yeah, kind of fucking like tilted. It started tilting toward the fucking bad side.
Yeah, that
once
was
she
the
came
tipping
on.
point
Yeah.
when she played for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe you're right.
All right, question number 2. Let me pull it up real quick. What is the most viewed rock song on YouTube?
Holy. On YouTube? So a video?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. If that's Brock area, I don't know if I can name
Right
it.
off the bat, I gotta say, like, the most viewed like video.
Yeah,
Rock video?
Yeah, I would say it's on YouTube. So it said most viewed rock song.
Does it seem
So I'm
like
assuming
a newer,
that's a
Does
video.
it seem like a newer song?
No.
No way, it wouldn't
I
be
mean,
a new
YouTube's
one.
been around
Probably
a while.
like it's probably like Bohemian Rhapsody or something like that.
Oh shit!
What was the big?
That's a good guess.
What was the big? I remember it was a big deal because I think Korn was like the first time that like a movie producer did a video. What was the one where the bullet? It followed the
Spike
bullet.
Jones.
Was that Spike Jones?
Yeah, Spike
Where
Jones.
the bullet followed the whole
It's
video.
a sick video. Spike Jones.
I'm going with that one. I don't know what
Okay.
the song is.
All right, that's
Korn.
a really good guess too.
Going
What's-
with Korn.
Okay. What do you say, Brandon?
What's the Guns N' Roses song?
November Rain.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
my
that was
pick.
an epic video
Ooh.
too.
I mean, that video's fucking like. I mean, I don't know if you guys cried or not.
Okay,
watching
that's
that
a good
video,
one.
I
but,
definitely didn't cry.
I
How's
mean,
it go?
Just yeah, exactly.
Can we play it right now so I can see Brandon
we
cry?
definitely get copyrighted on YouTube.
I just want you to play it so I can see if Brandon cries or not.
Brandon,
I was in love with
you
the
are
girl.
100% right.
That's it.
That's it.
No way.
November Rain,
Fucking
Guns N'
A,
Roses,
dude.
Sick.
over 2
Ow!
billion
Damn, I'm so proud.
views.
I am
on
so
YouTube.
fucking proud, bro.
I'm proud.
Dude,
I'm
That's
proud,
like
dude.
the best you've ever done.
I am
You
so
nailed
proud.
that.
I mean, I used to be an MTV video junkie, bro.
You didn't even debate that. Like you went right to it.
Like the second you asked it,
Did
I'm
they
like,
have number
oh.
2 and 3 in there?
They did, but I didn't.
Oh.
But dude, that thing ran #1 video that one summer when it came out. For
When you
fucking,
said-
like,
when you
3
said it,
months.
I was
Yeah,
like,
when
ooh,
you
that
said
might
it, I
be
was
it.
like, that was
That
a
might
sick
be
video.
it. That
Yeah.
might be it. Yeah, you kind of
Rock,
knew.
yeah.
like the girl, like his girlfriend dies and the whole thing.
That was a
Bro,
big.
how does that not make you cry, bro?
I don't know.
You gotta fucking just
These
get in
days,
touch with your emotions, bro.
Oh, dude, I'm-
Today, would you cry?
bro. Oh, dude, I cry a lot,
If I
bro.
put it on right now, we all cry.
I fucking.
I could use a good cry.
It's not gonna make for a
Hey,
good podcast.
you guys know a good cry feels fucking great, man.
It's been a while, but yeah, I could use it.
We'll get flagged if I play it.
Head or gut.
Good ones in.
Okay. All right. Richest band of all time.
Rolling Stones.
I
That
think
was
it.
so
I
solid.
think it has to be Rolling Stones. I mean, they were like
In the rock world.
They were the #1 touring most for decades
Okay.
Until,
Good
like,
guesses.
until like Taylor Swift or Dave Matthews passed them. I'm gonna say it has to be Rolling Stones.
What was the question again? The
Richest band. of all
band,
time.
not rock band, just band.
Band.
And you make the most of your money touring. Yeah, it's still Rolling Stones.
The Eagles might be up there too.
Nah, I think it's
Floyd.
no
Floyd.
because I don't think they were getting. Rolling Stones have been doing it for 40
Rolling Stones
years.
got to be more
dude.
than Floyd.
50 years.
The Eagles are up
The
there.
Eagles
though.
are up there too.
Eagles
They did
are
a
up there.
lot.
And this is band because my initial was like Elton John, but that's an artist, singular.
Yeah, like one show, I think David Bowie was
Billy
the biggest.
Joel.
I think
Bruce
David Bowie
Springsteen.
did a.
You start
thing
getting these solo
in
artists.
Okay. Beatles.
Oh,
the Beatles?
Yeah.
Yeah. Rolling Stone was
That,
second.
that should have been my guess.
Rolling
man.
Stone was second. Beatles.
They did it on albums.
Net worth of 2.2 billion.
You know,
And I want to
only
say
had,
Rolling
like-
Stone was like
Oh,
1.8.
that's because today the Beatles still sell ridiculous.
The
amounts
Beatles
of
were only
albums.
around for like 6 years. It's kind of crazy. How,
Really?
Yeah. They weren't around very long.
Yeah, and they wrote one good album.
That's all you need.
No shit.
One
dude.
song.
They were only-
All you need is one, baby.
They were only around for less than a decade.
They weren't
All you
around
need
a
is
lot.
one.
They
Yeah.
split up and did their
I
own
wish
thing.
I was a little bit taller.
Yeah, I mean, look at Vanilla Ice. That dude's still
Yeah.
getting paid. One
One
song.
hit
Yeah.
wonders, dude.
That's all it takes. Okay, one last question. Not rock related, but this one's for Brandon maybe.
Oh Oh shit.
Who is the greatest outdoorsman of all time?
What
Duh.
the fuck?
Davy Crockett.
Good answer.
That's a really good one. Outdoorsman.
Oh,
of
I'm
all
going
time.
Bowie.
David.
What about Grizzly Adams? He was pretty money.
Yeah, he wasn't real, but he was pretty money.
I got.
I don't think Davy Crockett was either.
Yes,
I
he
got
was.
the
You got
answer.
Daniel Boone.
I got the answer of all answers.
Was Davy Crockett?
Yeah, bro, you have Boone and Crockett.
Steve
It's like,
Rinella?
those are both real guys.
What about Huck Finn?
Yeah, man.
He was outdoors.
All-
Fins in there.
No,
Huck and
that's
them?
not real. Great author. Great. I believe that's the greatest American author of all time.
Jeremiah Johnson.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good movie, dude.
That's a
great
good movie.
That's a good,
That's a good movie.
Man.
Yeah, it's got to be Daniel Boone or Davy Crockett.
You skin Grizz Pilgrim. You guys remember that scene?
Oh yeah, I love if that's one of those that if it's on,
Oh,
I just watch
finish
it no matter where it is. If it's like in the middle or the
Man
end.
from Snowy River was a good one too.
I love the part, dude, when those fucking crows come through and kill his family,
Oh yeah,
and he just goes full fucking
you just see his face. It's
just
close up, it's
renegade
just like,
and just goes and just starts picking them off.
What's
I
your,
love
what
that
you, so
fucking
you, who
part.
are you picking?
Jeremiah Johnson. I had Boone. Boone was my
It's got to be Davy Crockett or Daniel Boone.
yeah.
It is Davy Crockett.
David Crockett.
And it said Davy Crockett, who once fed an entire army during the Creek War with game he killed.
Killing bears.
Black bears, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like 100 a day or some shit is like the legend.
Wait, and where would that be? Where he
South.
was harvesting all those black bears.
Yeah. Like the Mason-Dixon line area.
Okay.
That was big black bear area back in the day.
I mean, I know that
Still is.
I mean the oil and the fat was what they were really after with the black bear, right? Because you could kill whitetail, you could kill other game.
it
but
was
you
more
needed
than just
fat.
meat. It was like a supplement. It was like
The fat was a big deal because you
fat.
could.
Well,
it was a tool.
blacker the bear, sweeter the juice.
That's right.
Damn.
That's what Tupac said.
That's what
Yeah.
Chris
When he
Tucker
was
said.
in Alaska. When Tupac was in Alaska, that's how he changed it.
I will say, man. So Chad brought he plugged a nice little black bear this spring up in the stand, and
Yeah, he gave me some. It was delicious.
bro,
The pastrami was unbelievable.
So
Thank you again for that.
he called it out one day.
Cook it, it's better.
We had a pretty like slow day on our little hunt. He's like, let's go back to camp and have lunch. I'm like, all right, cool. Let's go back to camp, and it's hot. We're like putting on like shorts and flip flops and shit. Like fucking, he goes in cold plunges. It's just one of those days. It was like dog day of the hunt or whatever. And
Midday.
it's had one of those fucking hot pastrami sandwiches, and I'm like, oh hell yeah! Bust out the cook kit, then slice that shit up. Made us some pastrami sandwiches.
So much better heated up.
I never had it either.
Wow, it was good
My,
cold.
my point is, it is good.
It gets rid of that like salt. It gets rid
But
of
if
a
you
little bit
cook
of
it-
A
salt.
little salty, but
But if you cook it, it tames the saltiness down.
Massively.
And I probably didn't. I put a splash of oil in my cast iron before I cooked the meat,
Didn't need to.
and I didn't need to
Had
because
its
there was.
own
I
oil.
mean, because I was cutting it. I actually had a slab of meat, and I like carved it off, and he saw me with my fillet knife.
What'd you do? Did you take the fat off that thing?
Nope.
No,
I mean,
Shout out to Indian Valley. They
the
make that
best
pastrami.
pastrami.
I didn't even know they made it.
Oh, I
So
told you they
anyone
made
that
it.
wants to have it done, you have to have your meat has to be on the bone in order to get the pastrami.
has to be on the bone.
they'll debone
Yes.
it.
So you can't take it. You can't debone it and then take it in. They won't do the pastrami. I don't. They ask for it on the bone. Maybe they'll still do it if you
No.
chunked it up. I don't know.
No,
But they
no,
say,
it
it
has to be
says
on
like
the
it's
bone.
got to be on. If you have it on the bone, they'll make the pastrami. Otherwise, it's like breakfast sausage.
How much do they
grind.
need? All 4 quarters?
I don't know. What I took in was a damn baby bear, so it wasn't much. But I still got some nice pastrami out of it.
And
So I
bacon.
couldn't imagine what it's like if you take a real bear.
Yeah.
Big
it come in a big hunk,
old
right?
hams. Yeah, it's just hunks of meat.
It's like a 2-pound chunk.
It's nice, dude. It's so good. I was like,
But
I'm a bear hunter
It's
for life
it's
now.
roast chunks.
No, I remember you brought it. I think
Yeah.
you gave me some yours too.
Yeah.
But I was can you? Because I've always wanted to like get a blueberry like
Oh, dude, I
black
love
bear,
fall
but I
bear,
want to take all the fat off
You could.
before I take it.
Yeah,
somewhere.
you could. Yeah.
They'll still do that?
Oh,
Because I want to
absolutely.
pastrami it. And,
Yeah, you don't need it. That thing is still.
But
got
I'm saying,
so
will
much
that
fat.
take away
No.
from...
Not the outside fat. No.
Okay.
The outer layer. No.
Yeah, 'cause there's the
that
fat in
ham.
the meat.
That ham.
'Cause I wanna
has
render
got
that for,
Plenty
like,
of
cooking
fat
shit.
in there.
Oh yeah, you could do that. Like off the hams and off the rear,
Yeah.
you could at least pull a good 10.
But
pounds
that's
of
not going
fat
to take
off
away
top.
from the flavor when you go to make your breakfast sausage or the pastrami and all that.
I mean,
No.
they're grinding
Maybe a
all
little
that
bit.
in there,
Right?
When they make
That's
the
what I'm
breakfast
saying. It's
sausage.
some-
They're
of the
probably trimming a bunch of the fat too.
I mean, I don't know that.
I mean,
yeah,
maybe.
Yeah, you might be right. There might be some that they're
They're
carving
gonna
out
trim
there.
some of it. So
At least-
I
at
don't
least
think
the
it's
top
gonna.
layer.
I don't think it's gonna. Dude, those bears like they're so fatty in the meat, so marbled. Like it's
Yeah,
not
okay.
gonna be an issue.
But that,
Definitely
but,
not.
but
They won't have to add.
Maybe you
Pastrami-
just take like 1.5 inches versus the whole 2 inches.
Sure, you could do that
Yeah.
for sure.
Well, if you brought in off the bone lean bear meat, they're going to probably mix it with pork fat if it doesn't have the content.
I think they always do that.
I mean, if they're doing a grind for a breakfast sausage, then if you left the fat on there, it might be beneficial. For the pastrami, they're gonna trim that off anyway.
Okay.
And that's like your rear hams. They're gonna take that fat off because they're not gonna pastrami's
There's only
like
a little bit on
pastrami's like pickled first, right? Before it's like smoked. Like
Yeah, it's
you're
a grind.
pickling
It
it.
brines, yeah.
Yeah, so you need the fat. Like you're not gonna have a big old inch layer of fat. On
Okay.
there. They're gonna trim that off.
So you might as well take
So
it
you might as well take that.
That chunk
Brock, you
that
doing
was
some
on that
hunting?
ham, that was good.
these days.
The last hunt I went on was quite a few years ago, to be honest. I grew up hunting with my dad, caribou and moose, and had way too many opportunities with Chad that I just have not pulled the damn trigger on, literally. But no, but I loved my time hunting with my dad and my uncles, and I need to get out there with Chad.
Yeah. We should do a trip.
We did a
Us
Lake
four would
Clark
be fun. A lot of fun.
trip. Me and Trent Taylor and Paul Cartier and a couple other guys went out to
Those
where
boys?
they got the Johns Lake, actually, between Lake Louise and Glen Allen there.
Those guys do some fun trips,
Yeah.
man.
That was a great
Those
trip.
boys do some
Yeah.
fun trips, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they've moved on
That's
from
the
that. I
baller
think they're
squad.
fucking, they're deer hunters. And
Baller squad, I call them.
I want to say
I get the invite, but I was like,
we
I can't
saw you
afford
up
that,
nah, I'm
dude.
not going to the lodge, bro.
Didn't we cross paths up there that time when we were with Cartiers and Trent? At least in the parking lot, I want to say we ran into you there.
Where was this?
Eureka.
Yeah, right, sorry, not Glen Allen, Eureka.
Oh, you probably did.
Yeah, I want to say we did. And that was the last hunt I was on, and that's damn.
Oh, that was a while back.
Yeah, it's been probably a decade.
Yeah. Gotta get back out there.
I know, man. I inherited a bunch of firearms too, and I need to.
Get them tuned in.
Yeah,
Or do some
exactly.
shooting.
Yeah. Yeah, nope. I'm all about it though. I need to get back on it. And funny enough, my daughter, who's going into 9th grade, one of her buddies just killed a black bear. And so she's like, Dad, I want to go bear hunting. And I was just like, what? She's like, yeah, I want to go bear hunting. And I was like, well, Uncle Chad's a big bear hunter. He'll take you. We'll go.
Absolutely.
And I was like, she's like,
that'd
okay,
be
let's do it.
badass.
So it was like totally caught me off guard. And it was like 2 weeks ago.
I will absolutely put her in the stand.
Yeah, she wants to do it.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Was that
Zapperzan.
Zapperzan's boy?
Yeah.
Got a nice one.
Yeah, he did.
Kennedy showed me that too, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh shit.
I saw Kennedy yesterday, actually, at the camp.
At camp, yeah. I popped in for a second and ran to the post office and then picked her up. But
Yeah, she's
Are
awesome.
the girls playing on the same team? Or your
Last
girl's a little
year-
older, right?
No, Kennedy's older.
Kennedy's older, okay.
They're the same age, but the birth year is weird,
Okay.
so she has to be a 16.
yeah,
So, unfortunately,
When's Will's birthday again?
Will's in July,
Okay,
and you're like a December
she's
baby?
July turning 14.
Yeah,
So and then Kennedy turns 15 in October.
yeah.
Right.
She's just
So
that late
there's-
birth year.
Yep.
But she made Team Alaska, so it's badass.
Yeah,
It doesn't
no,
matter.
It is cool.
Yeah.
And they'll rejoin, I'm sure,
Yeah, next year,
next year.
for sure.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, there was a big camp this week at UAA.
That camp was super cool because I didn't realize it
Yeah.
was only for Team Alaska, which the Seawolves put on.
Oh,
Yeah.
So it was all
Yeah.
the tier 1 teams
Okay.
from Team Alaska. It was awesome.
Yeah, Shasby.
the Shasby's
It
leading
was
the deal.
Shasby. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right on. That's awesome.
Boys and girls.
I think that's a good direction they're going because to create like a Team Alaska to go represent.
Yeah, funnel
Like,
it.
I mean, you got to, because
100%.
you're not gonna have
them
the
all together.
heydays like Gomez and Brady and those boys.
It's the only way to be competitive.
I was just gonna say it's
Because the
only way to
markets are
compete.
so big down there, and it's become so big that, and they're drawing from, 6
Millions.
million people.
Yeah.
And you got
The cool thing is,
300,000.
they got all those millions of kids, but those Team Alaska teams have been competitive in almost every level.
yeah.
I mean, the
'Cause
16 should have won last year.
Alaskans.
Yeah, exactly.
It's different. It's different. You know it. We all know it.
Yeah.
We've been other places. We're different.
Well, and Kowal was, at the initial, meet and greet with the parents, he was pretty adamant with the girls, like, hey, like, we were playing with everyone. We were there.
Yeah.
But the difference was like size, strength, and stamina. It was like
Sure.
they just couldn't quite,
Do some
like they just run out of gas. It's kind of what it sounded like to me.
fitness, man.
We
just
well,
had-
it's because them kids are training year round in other
Correct.
places.
Correct.
We just had a team meeting to meet all the parents, the new parents, because there's a bunch of new parents, right?
Right, sure.
And more than one person was like, we were talking about all the trips, that we're going on this year. And in the end, it's back in San Jose.
Yeah,
And they're
districts.
Like, and a few of the dads that know you're like, well, Brandon will be there. You're like, all right, cool. Oh, I know what it was. Because the boys are going to Seattle for districts. And the girls are going back to San Jose. And somebody's like, oh, man, it'd be cool to go to Seattle, and change it up a little bit. And then they're thinking about, oh, well, the 16s will be there. Oh, Brandon will be there. You guys don't realize we had the most epic parent trip. I mean, it was a hockey trip, but the parents had a
I've seen
blast.
it,
We
It was our trip,
stayed.
I seen your karaoke.
I don't know if you guys have been. That was some bullshit.
It was pretty damn good, actually.
Were you mad at me that I took that video?
Was it even
not at all.
karaoke?
Not at all.
You look like you were playing with like the house band.
No, it was like a house band, wasn't it?
Yeah,
You
it
were
was.
with
It
the
was
house
not.
band. They loved you.
It was not karaoke. It was like
I mean, it wasn't bullshit. I don't mean it like that. I just wasn't. We were just going to have a drink.
Well, Pierre set you up.
I wasn't
bro.
prepared. The flute comes out. But I don't know if you guys have been to San Jose lately, but it is a fucking dump.
Oh, really?
Oh man,
rough.
it is a
I'm
rough
pretty sure
town.
that's the state of California. But
And
Yeah,
but
homeless
we
is,
had
like, epically bad.
we stayed in a nice hotel. I mean, I don't know what Marriott maybe or something like that. But there was syringes all over the perimeter of it, broken down RVs everywhere, Breaking Bad style.
they're
Yeah.
not broken down. They're just
And
homeless.
we had this bar called the Doghouse, right? The Doghouse.
Doghouse, baby. That's right.
It was the gangsterest bar. Okay, let me elaborate. On the end of the building was a liquor store, and it was one of those liquor stores where you can just feel the tension between the brothers and the Asians. And I was in like the only white dude in there in line, and I can just see how
Just
tense
grabbed
it
a
was.
6-pack of tall boys.
Yeah, I just had some chiladas. I got my
Are you
chiladas.
talking like Menace to Society?
Straight up,
tension?
I was straight up thinking Menace to Society.
Like I said, D,
Exactly.
motherfucker.
That's exactly
D.
what I told him, and I got out of there right. And it was an interesting scene. I go back over there to the hotel bar lobby, and I'm like, "Hey, everybody's thinking about going over to the Doghouse," and I'd already went in there, and I was like, "Oh man, it's gangster in here, like real gangsters." And I'm like, "No, you guys don't want to do this," and they're like, "Why?" And I'm like, "I don't know, it looks a little rough, a bunch of hockey moms and stuff," and they're like, "Let's just go, a whole bunch of us," and I'm like, "Damn, all right, so we're going."
You're like, I gotta stick up for all these people.
And then we go in there,
I know what he's thinking.
and Brandon immediately makes friends with the hardest looking dudes.
So weird.
Yeah.
So weird that the friendliest East Sider of all time would do that.
He spoke
Hey, bud, what's your name?
he spoke
Killer
their
Mike?
language.
All right.
No matter how gangster you are, you can't be gangster to Brandon.
There was a dude out front that had like a
the hydraulic fucking Monte
He's like
Carlo.
making it walk and
Yeah.
stuff. He's friends with this dude, and I'm just like, all right.
checking the
I'm
engine.
like, man, I need to lose.
He's like, how many coats of clear do you have on that tank?
He was my dude, man.
He was.
You started talking body shop with him, and the dude was like,
They all love
he's like,
him.
oh man, I really love the pinstriping and the airbrush work.
And then the moms are all pretty tuned up, so they're like oblivious to any danger, of course, like normal. And I got head on a swivel, like I'm always a little extra.
Oh, yeah.
I should loosen up.
Yeah, you and Bill were definitely like.
Well, you've been in
Fucking
some where
nervous.
shit popped off.
Yeah, plenty.
It's called built different.
Yeah, but it was awesome, and it was we made it fun.
Oh, it was so fun, dude.
It was a great time.
Anyway,
I'm looking forward
Brandon
to doing
is
that
the best icebreaker to like tension.
Oh
of
shit! I'm
all
not even
time.
done with this story, dude. This is why I love this man so much. I have so much respect for him. This fucking thing that happened. Excuse my language.
It's a podcast. You're fine.
This guy comes in. He's like an old veteran, just a salty.
the wheelchair.
He had a
weathered.
long white beard, long hair, and his name was like White Wolf or something. He said to us,
Yeah.
no
yeah.
shoes on, dirty ass feet. And you know,
Lives
he's
in
out
that
front.
wheelchair.
He's like, he borrowed a smoke or something out front. I was talking to him for a little bit. Anyway, next thing I know, he comes by us in the bar, and everybody knows him that works there. They like know him.
Yeah.
And we're having a good time. And next thing I know, like there's a little bit of commotion back there. Anyway, I look back, and the men's bathroom is kind of just like a one stall toilet and then a sink. No urinal, I don't think.
No, it's just a toilet in the corner.
And it's a private bathroom, but the door's open. Anyway, and I can see the guys on the ground. And Brandon's in there, and
Jared Dupree.
yes,
Yeah, Isabel's dad.
Isabel's dad. And so I roll in there. I'm like, oh, fuck. Well, what had happened was he fell out of his chair, basically shit himself, and his hand's in the toilet. I mean, it's bad, right?
Mess.
And Brandon is in there, got him under the arms, picks this dude's big. Like, it's not enough room for a bunch of guys to get around and help him. So he manhandles this dude, gets him back in his seat, cleans him up to the best of your ability.
It was nasty.
And then, I mean, basically, this guy was never getting up. He was not going to get out of that situation without help.
Yeah.
And most people, well, I don't know about most people, but probably a lot of people would have just not came to help him. That dude rolled right in there and helped him, and that's mad respect.
Yeah. Thanks, Brock.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And everybody felt that. And then the guy comes out. This is kind of the funny part. It's kind of
Nasty.
gross. He's out there, and most of the moms and stuff don't know this happened. So everybody's dancing because tunes are on now, and he's trying to dance with the girls in the chair and like high-fiving them, and I just saw where that hand was, you know. And so I immediately went to the bartender. I'm like, hey man, here's the situation. We got to get him out of here. And she rolled right around. It's a dude.
Yeah,
the dude came
one,
out.
Yeah, the one
and
pretty boy
rolled
bartender.
him right out. And
Well, he had shit on his pants.
It
so
was
like
over, yeah.
smelling.
Yeah, it was.
Smell
It was
and
right.
I was like, oh, dude, no, he's got to go.
Yeah, that happened in San Jose though.
And you guys can't wait to go back.
Thanks for sharing. That was a good time, though, dude.
Oh, it was a great. We didn't miss a beat. That thing happened for a little quick 10, 15 minutes.
And
right
then
back
it was
to
like
partying.
spun right back up.
Yeah, that was a great trip.
No, me and Mike Lee got tossed out of there one night, and like Doghouse had some memories, dude.
At least he make it over there.
He did. He made it the night you. So there was
I take a night off.
that night. No, it was the hockey game night. Were you there the hockey game night?
Oh, I remember he came over. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, I was there when he was there.
The Sharks game, and then we
Yep.
like. That's where we got the fucking the karaoke.
Oh.
Well, we ran into these dudes, San Jose fans from another state, knew you from 36, loved your shit.
Yeah.
Come with us to this bar, guys.
I forget where they were from.
Minnesota or some shit.
Yeah,
I can't
something
remember where
weird.
these guys are from. Smoking Jay's walking all the way there.
Oh,
We
yeah,
go
they
into
had
the
the Jays.
fucking thing. Pierre goes straight to the dude and fucking drops a song and is like, "Duh." Then you got fucking
Pierre.
drug in. Yeah, Pierre.
Love
drug your
Pierre.
ass into it. But
Yeah.
but it is again same time of year.
Yeah, that'll be
The
great.
Chicks is there.
Looking forward to
Yep.
it. Back to the doghouse.
We won't even be watching the kids play their games. Probably just
I'm
each other.
I'm gonna sign up for like chaperoning.
No, you guys should just
Bill
come,
it.
just so I can be on this trip.
Hey, last time I went, I had a freaking room with 2 beds. It was just by myself. So
We got a crazy big room.
I did, man.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, I should have the party room.
You did. As much as I just shit on San Jose, the rink is badass.
We're nice.
It's like a 6-plex or something.
Damn.
With 2 bars. That's actually nice.
It was like the Barracudas or the
Yeah, they got some kind of
Like the under of the
farm
Sharks.
team. or
yeah,
something.
yeah. Like all the NHL teams have that
The farm team
that
underneath.
farm team, and they were the Barracudas to the Sharks, and then
Yeah.
they had this wall that had all the franchises understudy leagues or whatever to them.
I
But
want
their
to say
shit
maybe
was like a 5,000, 6,000 people.
Yeah, it was a nice rink.
And the night before it was packed.
The far end, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's pretty sick.
It's a good place for that tournament.
Tell me about Paradise Slaves. That's the new venture,
Yeah.
the new band.
Yeah.
Loved the show
Thanks.
a couple weeks back, dude.
Yeah, thank you.
Good to see you out there ripping.
Yeah, it was fun.
But it's way more civilized now.
Yeah,
is that
the
okay to
people
say?
or the band?
Well, I haven't been to a concert in a while, so I went to that show, and then I went immediately after to Stick Figure,
Okay.
and the demographic and everything was vastly different from like rock band to like
Yeah.
reggae.
I didn't see
band.
Stick Figure, but
Yeah, they
heard
played
it was
nice.
good.
It was
Heard
good.
It was good.
It was good.
Have you ever heard one of their songs?
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh, then you heard them all.
Sound the same.
Well, you know how I feel about it. So I mean, I don't need to even talk shit on it. I mean, I'm happy. I'm happy people love it. I mean, that's great.
I mean, it was just like, it was just interesting to go to two different shows with two different vibes and two different people, groups, and like it just visualize and witness it from an adult perspective versus when you were 20 something or where you know, I think when we went to shows when you were 20 something. Do you remember them?
I wish.
I remember
that,
Cypress
Actually, do
Hill.
you remember Stick Figure though? Because
Oh, he's calling you
I
out.
barely watched Stick. I wasn't there for Stick Figure. I was there because my wife told me we were going to it.
You were in a good mood. It was pretty fun to watch.
should have been at Stone.
I had a good time,
You did.
but I didn't give two shits
Saw a
about
lot of those
Stick
white
Figure
German teeth.
from the beginning. Like
No.
going into it, I didn't.
No.
I tried to
Actually, half
listen to
the
their
people were not
album. I was
listening
like,
to it.
okay, cool. It's one of those things where it's like
Oh, it's
I don't even want to.
positive
I don't want
vibes,
to
dude.
put him on blast on air, but it was when I get where he's coming from. Like I don't like white reggae. Like I
know what
just
you mean.
don't.
I know what you mean.
I don't like white people with dreadlocks.
I don't like black
to be perfectly honest and
you for your
cancelable as
honesty.
hell. Like I don't. If you are a white person and you roll up to me and you have dreadlocks, like I have already made
it's
up my.
turn off?
I already no. It's not. It's not as a turn off. Like I made up my mind about you.
I'm fully judging.
Like
you right
there's
now.
no recovery. There's no recovery. Like I'm just like, yeah, no, we can't get along.
But the passion
But can
for
you
the
get
following
$1
on the rock side was definitely more prevalent than
Yeah.
just the like random,
Oh, so it was you guys and then Stick Figure?
No.
Oh,
So
it's
they
ju-
opened up for 3 days grace.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's what I thought.
And I felt like everybody that was there for 3 days grace was there for you. Like you guys had a full fucking crowd.
Yeah,
When you went on, it wasn't like half the people showed up and were waiting for the main event.
Which is crazy.
Everybody was
'cause
there to watch
no
you
one
guys just
had-
as much as 3 days grace. Is how I
and no one knew a single song.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, we're playing one on KWell, so
Oh, you are? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so one was getting played.
yeah, one was getting a little bit of play, and then we have the 2 songs on YouTube now, the 2 lyric videos.
Holy shit, is that the photo from it?
That's it right there. It's cracking,
Fucking
bro.
hey, dude! It was a shoulder to shoulder.
Oh, dude, it was packed, man.
Where you at, Brandon? Let's find your ass.
Oh, far left.
Way
far
over
left.
here?
Yeah, off
Way
on the
left,
side.
bro. Like, keep
Oh,
going.
out of
Bro, I
here?
had the direct line to the beer fucking garden.
Yeah.
I, didn't
I mean,
fuck
it's-
around.
You just got beer and then went back in line?
There's only
That's pretty much exactly what I did.
there's only a few times, like, you know, in your life that you get to kind of be a tour guide, you know, for people that have never seen this place, and my entire band has never been here.
From Boston,
that,
right?
Yeah, that area, yeah.
Oh, so you took them
Massachusetts.
out to go see all
So it
the
was kind of
spots.
fun to do all that. You know, Tyler, guitar player on the left side, his mom and dad, it was a bucket list trip for them. Deb and Mike, they're 2 incredible people. They actually have hosted a thing called Metal Breakfast for years. When bands come through Springfield, Mass, they come to the Stretzels' home, and she cooks this massive, you know, Tyler's brothers and Killswitch Engage. So a bigger band.
Yeah.
And anyway, so they had been wanting to come here forever, and they're just amazing people. They couldn't believe their eyes, and it was so fun to see all of them. Even though the weather was decent for Deb and Mike because they got here a couple days before the band did.
Oh, okay, yeah. 'cause
So
it was
we got
kinda
some
cloudy and
sunshine.
shit,
Took
yeah.
them up the tram, and by the way, the tram $48 a piece.
What?
Going up to the tram? Yeah,
In the summer?
yeah,
So
$48 a person?
a person.
just to ride the tram.
I was like, I'll go grab the tickets real quick. And I was like, what?
Whoa.
Yeah, and you could put like a $25 bundle on it to get lunch, and I was like, no, we'll just get it when we get up there.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
But anyway, it was beautiful up there, and they loved it. And anyway, the band and the experience showing them where we're from was very special to me, way beyond the music. And I love the music, but just that was a lot of fun for me.
How did that all come together?
In 1999, I did my first U.S. tour, real U.S. tour, and one of the bands on that tour was a band from Boston called Diecast. 3 of the guys in Paradise Slaves are from Diecast.
Okay.
So I knew them for, 20 plus years.
Yeah.
So how it happened was, 36 ended on our 25th anniversary, basically, and Joel, who's in Killswitch, said his brother Tyler was doing a solo record and was looking to get some of the singers he liked to sing on the album. So I sang on the album, and then that was his solo record, and then we just decided to start writing music, and then kind of put the rest of the guys wanted to get involved, and it kind of just fell in my lap.
Yeah.
And not taking it seriously really at all, and then the record turned out better than I thought it would, and now we're negotiating a deal with my old label, and trying to maybe play some festivals here and there, not tour and not be gone. I don't want to miss anything of my daughter's stuff. I mean, that was a big hang up for me anyway.
Mode. Yeah.
Yeah, I love what I do home. But Paradise Slaves is cool. It's a lot of fun, and I'm happy to still be making music.
It's an odd thing that, as you described, like, oh, well, I tried out for this band, or I joined this band, or these 2 guys came together from this band. Like, coming from, like, hip-hop shit, like, that would never, like, go down. Wouldn't be like, oh, we're going to just give this rapper a test trial. Or like a
would it not, though?
You know what I'm saying?
It's very competitive.
No, yeah, dude. It's like, fuck these dudes. Like, this is our crew.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
The community's not quite the same,
No,
right?
it's just, it's very odd.
I never really
think
thought about that.
You know what I mean? Because even when you look in, like, major shit, even, like, we went east-west, and, like, we're from fucking, we're from the Bronx, we're from the fuck Queens, we're from this, we're from LA, Compton, you know what I mean? Like, there ain't no, like, oh, we're going to just give this guy an audition. It's just very odd.
Yeah.
Maybe producers.
Now I can
Well, there's
see that.
collaborations, but there's never, like, he joins the band.
Yeah, like, oh, man, whatever, like, Jay-Z's with NWA now, like, JWA, it's not happening,
I was talking to Will about the Beastie Boys the other day, and she's like, well, why don't they just get another guy? And that's a band specifically. You could never replace MCA. You couldn't,
No, you can't.
You just couldn't do it. But, I mean, singers have been replaced.
Journey did it.
Singers have been replaced.
Oh,
but
hell yeah.
there's certain things that I don't think you can replace.
Classic,
Yeah.
right?
AC/DC had more success, though, with Brian Johnson.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, you can replace a drummer. You can replace a
Van
guitarist.
Halen, right?
There's a lot of places. There's a lot of bands that can replace the singer, even. But there's certain artists that are just like, there's certain artists that, like, you can't even cover. Like, when you're watching The Voice or American Idol, and they come out and they're like, when the person's like, they name the song and it's like Whitney Houston or Adele, you're like, yeah, you're fucked.
You set the bar too high.
Like, you don't. There's just certain things you don't touch.
Yeah, because you can't.
But the artist that does touch it and kills it, that kind of puts them in another stratosphere.
Yeah,
But you're right. There's certain things you probably shouldn't touch unless you can do it. You know,
and really nail it.
Yeah, and out of respect almost on some of it too. Like,
there's some people like, I just don't know if there's anyone who's been able to do it. Like, there's people that have come close to Lane Staley in rock. It's not as prominent in rock as it is in, like, pop or R&B. R&B probably the hardest because it's so much more like there's
R&B, dude.
There's more to it. Like, it's very hard.
There's nobody that was in R&B that got replaced, though, is there?
I mean,
think so.
Beyonce replaced all her girls with herself.
Yeah, that's true.
Swooped in and was like, "Hey,
I got this from here."
I think she replaced them. I think she just.
Irreplaceable.
Destiny's Child. Kelly Rowland had a bit of a career, but I can't remember the other one.
She still has a big career.
She didn't do anything, right?
No.
The third one didn't get it going.
No, she didn't.
That's unfortunate. Yeah, for her.
She got replaced.
Well, and I found out
The
later.
third one usually doesn't.
Well, I found out later that 3 Days
I mean,
Grace had a
Justin
new singer. I didn't
Timberlake
know
and
that.
then like one other dude.
Yeah, he
But
did.
he fucking rocked it.
He kills it. Yeah.
He sounds exactly there's a new singer of 3 Days Grace.
Yeah.
So when they like started playing their songs, I'm like, oh fuck, I know who they are, dude.
But I'm
like,
saying,
I like
I mean, my
very-
point was like
that's
you
a
don't
very
see that in hip hop.
Yeah, you don't.
You're not like,
No.
oh
Yeah.
man, homie's gonna come spit his lyrics.
The only person that
Like,
did
nah.
it, I think,
You
was
gotta
Snoop.
spit the shit that's already saying.
Snoop did it. Took over Eazy-E's spot, right? When they did a tour, when they came back with NWA.
Yeah, but he didn't
did.
do Easy-E shit.
He didn't.
No, they would play it.
He also
They would just play
He
it.
also signed with fucking
No Limit.
No Limit in the South, which is fucking
Well,
unheard
that's
of.
different. Like
Yeah, that was
signing
weird.
to do it, but
That
it
was
wasn't
weird.
like
I mean,
he's
that's
like
kind
gonna
of
do
like
someone
bringing on
else's
the
song.
face. That's
Yeah.
kind of like bringing on a new face of the franchise.
I'll tell you, the
though.
only person that I've seen that it worked was ODB's son.
He looks like him too.
Looks like him,
Yeah.
acts like him, sounds like him,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he does. Like I went on the Wu-Tang Nas tour thing, and he does the show. He does all ODB's lyrics.
Well, Cube did pretty good in the movie.
Also, I
Cube's
want to
son
say
did pretty good in the
Eazy-E's
movie.
son is doing Easy songs.
Oh, is he?
Lil Easy, I think is his name.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's that. Okay.
He
Might
should
have passed on
he
that.
should just be called Easier.
The ODB
Yeah.
kid.
And then his kid is
Easier.
the easiest.
Easiest E.
Well, Ice Cube's kid did a pretty good damn job. on the movie.
Amazing
Oh,
job.
he fucking
Yeah.
killed it.
Killed it.
Amazing
Looked
job.
like him, hard like him.
Like demeanor and expressions, like everything.
How could you not? How could he not?
God.
Did you
I just
listen
saw
to
it the
that?
other day,
Did you
dude.
listen to that Rogan show when he had Easy and he talked about what his son had to do to actually get it? It wasn't like he just was like, "This is my
Oh
son."
no, yeah.
I mean,
no.
Ice Cube was
He earned
not-
it. He earned it.
No,
Yeah.
I didn't. I haven't listened to that.
It's a good one
No,
because he's like he took a whole year and went to acting school, like did all this
yeah,
stuff to like actually like earn it.
Made
you know
him
what
do
I mean?
it right. Yeah.
No, he didn't even like make him do it. He was like, "Well, if you want it, you got to do what's right."
Yeah,
And he went on his
Ice
own
Cube's
to go do
been on
that
a,
stuff.
like he's on a different path right now. Like he's kind of become
He's kind of been on it.
a little bit of an activist
I like it.
on the
Oh
like
no shit.
I like
a
it.
little like trying to bridge the gap between like
The left
he's
and the
like
right.
trying
Yeah, I
to
would say that.
represent like what real America really represents because
Yeah.
it's like so divided between Republican but he's catching a lot of flack because you're a black man and everyone expects you to be a Democrat and he ain't
Yeah.
at all. Like he's very,
But he's not what they
He's
think,
very
think he is
the
either.
Fauci shit was bullshit. The
No,
vaccine, like he's
as
very,
real. He's as real.
he's very
as
outspoken. He
real
talks
as it
about he
gets.
talked
Yeah,
about on
he-
that podcast that he lost out on like a $20 million, $30 million movie because they told him he had to get vaccinated and he was like no.
Yeah, he just
So he
did
gave up a shit ton of money.
He just did an interview with I think his name's Tim Ballast, maybe.
I think
I think he did that Sound of Freedom film, and he just did an interview with him, and it's pretty good. It's a good listen. He's been kind of blackballed from like Oprah and
Oprah's hated him forever.
yeah, but he don't give a fuck, man. He's not part of the
She
club.
had everyone.
Nor are we.
She had everyone
Yeah.
from
Shit.
NWA
Exactly.
on but him.
Yep.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
don't
that's
know
right.
why.
That's what he said.
He don't know why. He's like, I don't know why.
Fuck him.
No,
Just calls
he don't
motherfuckers
care.
out,
He
that's
don't
why.
care.
I don't care. Got
He's
so much
paid,
money, I
man.
don't
He's
care.
crushed
Yeah,
it
man.
in movies.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't
he's
care.
doing. He's got a lot of businesses.
He's good.
He don't care. That's what. It's important that these dudes that have money because they can't be silenced
Yeah.
do speak up. Like the Mel Gibsons with this movie, Ashton Kutcher. Like there's a
they
lot.
have
There's
a
a
voice,
lot of
man.
people speaking out about how fucked up Hollywood is, and a lot of the stuff that goes on there, and all this stuff. And there's like before you could
But
be
there ain't been a
silenced.
good movie since.
What?
There hasn't been too many good movies. Period.
Nah, that's what I'm saying. Let's bring
Like,
back
what's the best movie you saw?
Let's bring back the fuckery.
I mean, I would like to see that Oppenheimer movie. That
I
looks
do.
Pretty good.
I want to. You know what, man? I called
looks
Bootsy up. I was like,
Maybe I've
"Can we
seen
do
it
some
before.
old man shit and go to the movie, like some G's and get some popcorn
You know what the
together,
best-
and
you know what the
we
best
can
movie
even
I've
like
seen in a
order
while?
the seat between us."
Oh, just pass the fucking red lines back and forth.
Yeah,
and shit.
man. Like I've only gone to the movies the last 10 years with my kids. So
Yeah.
it's like
I've never
weird to be
watched
like,
some
"Yo, what's up,
homies."
homie? Let's go to the movies."
That actor
I'll
is a
go to the
fucking
movies with you,
gangster
bro.
too.
Oh yeah, he's good.
What Nolan?
yeah.
Christopher Nolan? Or
That's the director.
that's the director.
He's
What's the dude's name from Peaky Blinders?
Yeah, I don't know his name.
He's badass.
Gosh, I want to. I'm down. I want to go watch
very
that
unique
bad.
name.
Yeah.
No, there hasn't been a lot of good feature films, but there's been a lot of good series.
Yeah, there's definitely. I just finished that Hijack
shows.
series. It's good with
Oh, is that
Idris. What's
Hijack?
Idris's last name? Idris Alba.
Oh, Idris Alba.
Idris.
Yeah, he's
That's-
great.
It's
That dude
good.
was DJing at a party we went to in Park City.
No way.
DJing.
Sick.
Like
Yeah,
DJing
that-
it.
DJing the party. Like literally.
Oh, that's
ones
cool.
and twos.
Yeah.
Back there. Killing it. He's a DJ.
Oh shit.
If you guys haven't watched Hijack, it's
I haven't.
great.
Is
yeah.
it?
Is it a series or a movie?
It's just one. It's a series.
One.
It's one of
but
those short,
it's just like 1
4-piece.
through 8 or something, and then
I'll
it
watch it
ends.
tonight.
Oh, okay.
It's
Watch
real
it
good.
tonight.
Let's
Yeah.
check it out.
It's just felt crazy.
Oh, I feel like normally I only watch sports. I've been watching World Cup,
Yeah.
the Women's World Cup lately. But when hockey's not on, I'm like, what do I watch? I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll-
Little League World Series is on. I
Oh
always get
yeah.
into that.
And the
Alaska
Alaska,
played today.
Alaska Diamond West team is doing good,
So
man.
they played Northwest today, but I didn't see.
I didn't see
There was like
it.
a weather.
They're pretty
hold,
good,
I
man.
think.
They're a good
I
squad.
watched the Mass New Hampshire game. I always love that tournament. It's killer.
Yeah,
and
man.
and
Those kids is-
Johannesburg. Is that where it's at?
Oh, I don't know.
Is it
Where,
like
no, it's in
Virginia or
America.
Well, it's all over right now. Now it's like
Oh no
in
no
the-
no no! It's
in the-
no, I mean that's
No, it's in like
Something-
it's
something-
in like Ohio.
Yeah.
Some-
It's in Ohio, I believe.
I thought it was something
Cookstown
Bird
or,
or it's a Youngstown.
yeah,
That
it's
sounds
not
very-
Youngstown.
no,
it's
something town.
Cookstown
is it?
sounded very.
Where's the Little League World
Cookstown sounded very
Let's
close.
pull it up. Let's pull it up and see.
Annual at why is it not just pulling up? I think it's like something
Cooperstown?
Cooperstown. No, that's where the
No, that's
Hall
the
of Fame is.
Oh, it's such a struggle.
Why doesn't it say where the game?
It's in one place
Click on that World Series over there.
on the far right. Far right.
Does it describe it? Softball.
Oh. What the? Telling you, you're supposed
Go
to
back.
know.
Go back to the.
You're supposed to know. Oh,
go
there's
back-
Williamsport.
Williamsport.
Williamsport. What? Berg, town,
Coopers.
port,
Oh,
port.
That's Pennsylvania. How did I not know that?
It's always been there.
Yeah, man. That
How's
shit
it
was-
go about that right there? It says about on the right. Scroll down a little. No, you don't have to click on anything. Just does that say where? Most recent champion. Yeah, Hawaii does really well always.
Yeah, they can play all year round.
Yeah, that should tell you where it's at. Williamsport. Yep.
Yep, Pennsylvania.
Every August in Pennsylvania.
That's your
How did
folks
I
right
not
there.
know that?
That's your folks there.
I don't know where Williamsport is.
Yeah, man. I'll take one. Why not? Why not? So, but how did Alaska do?
I don't. So they played today against Northwest.
Alaska,
Yeah, they played or Idaho. Where did
Idaho.
They play?
Thank you.
Yep, here we go.
8 hours ago.
Yeah, they just played today. I don't know what it was.
We
Does
used
it
it.
say the score or what?
Didn't we?
So is that the squad you said? Sir, who was it? South Diamond West.
It's a Diamond West team.
The Diamond West team.
Are you
They
guys?
smoked
Are you
my-
guys
They
baseball?
smoked our. They
Alaska,
smoked
dude.
our Anchorage West team.
Are you guys baseball fans?
Oh, they smoked. They smoked us.
I mean, they smoked my son's team.
Oh,
Like when we played them in the league before, they have to win Anchorage.
Oh, right,
before
right,
they
yeah,
go
yeah,
on, and it was like 29-0.
Tighten her up, son.
Yeah. Damn, Alaska, huh? Little League World Series.
4'9",
We'll
80
fast
pounds.
forward a little bit and see.
That's me. That was me, dude.
God.
Story of my
5'2",
life.
120. That's a big boy.
4'9", 80 pounds. Chad Aurentz.
I never
Tenth-
played
10th
baseball.
grade.
growing up.
Brock Lindow, 5'9", 160.
10th grade. Get the Coeur d'Alene fundraiser in there.
Can't get beat by Coeur d'Alene.
No way. 0-0 right there in a second.
Look at that Heshion right there.
Damn. We got ourselves a poly pitching right there.
Now we're in the third. Oh, can of corn.
Man, 0-0 going in the fourth.
Yeah.
0-0 bottom of the fifth.
Mullen on
What
first
happens
base.
there?
dude see that moment
That's
on first.
respectful right there.
Dude, yeah, he watched the video.
A lot of good defense.
This guy's got the music on. Maybe we'll turn that down.
You got Metallica going. I like
So we
it.
get flagged.
I like it.
It's Alaska guy. It's one of your
That's,
fans.
Oh, the bunt.
Alaska got one.
Oh, he's safe.
Safe.
No, he's safe.
Safe. He got it. Yeah, he's safe. Hell yeah.
What do we
Cal?
got? Oh, he's swinging for the fences, baby.
Yeah, it was.
Swinging for
Damn, it looks
something.
hot as fuck up in there.
Alaska 1-0.
It's hot as fuck up in here.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Oh, sit down, son.
Oof.
That's the other team.
Damn it. Can't tell.
Dude, what's his stats?
Is Mason
That kid's
16?
huge.
How big is that kid?
Damn, Mason Gardner, boy.
Oh, shit. Full strikeout, though.
That's
Damn.
a player
Coeur
coach.
d'Alene, look, Coeur d'Alene brought in the closer, dude.
That kid's a
This shit's
player
fucking-
coach.
He'll be at Diamond
Oh,
this
he's a
year.
knuckleball right
Everybody
there.
go to
You see
sleep.
that? That kid is tiny. Dog.
Oh, he's like, what's up? What's up?
Pumping him up.
No, he got an extra base because he interfered.
You know the
Oh,
rules?
you gotta run straight.
My kid's been playing for 4 years.
Oh,
I don't
safe.
know the rules.
Hell yeah. Fuck yeah, he's safe.
So he gets.
It's not
extra-
his fault
he
the
gets-
dude got in the way.
Well, he didn't touch him with the
Was
ball.
that Crystal Pen right there?
Because of the interference.
Okay.
Hold on, time out.
The
Let me
Mamba?
go back, dude. Yeah,
Who is that?
in the yellow. I think that's Crystal Pen.
Shut up,
Hold up.
dude.
Yeah, it is. Looks like her. Hell yeah. Gigi?
Guess you'd know.
Foul ball.
They must have won, huh?
Man, we're up 2-0.
2-0.
Top of the six. Hold on, don't jinx
Six
us.
is the last inning.
They play.
Okay.
They
Oh,
play
that's
six.
right.
Yeah.
They play six. Okay.
Oh, is that it?
Who's the
And
who's
you're
the,
out.
Who's the poly
Boom.
homie?
Alaska
oh,
2-0,
double play. Double play.
Double
We
play to
advanced.
Inlet.
Oh, hell to the yes.
Rip.
Fucking hey.
Now he's gonna K this dude to the end, right there.
Damn,
Walk off
Is that
K.
Palomalu?
Yeah,
Yeah.
bro.
Oh, she got the Alaska
Yeah.
flag. I like it.
We're out there. We're representing.
Sick.
Representing.
Love that.
And your boy played against some kids.
Oh, they got
just
smoked.
put the whoop down.
Oh,
What's
dude.
the age group? 10 to 12?
Yep.
It looks like 12U to me.
Yeah, it's 10 to 12.
Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. That was good.
Damn.
So where can folks find the next show? Where's the next thing? Anything can happen in Alaska?
No, nothing. No, I don't have anything set up, and we're just trying to. The album's not even finished yet. There's like
Okay.
2 songs left to mix, so, which is cool because I did them in September,
Oh shit.
Yeah.
and it's almost been a damn year since we finished the album. So, and I haven't heard those 2 songs since then, which is kind of cool.
Did you
Just
go
to get
down there and
excited
record
about
She
your?
shared some MP3s.
Yeah, I went down to Springfield, Mass, and recorded the album out there. I did all the demos here. There was a cool little studio actually that I didn't even know existed until I did the demos there. Shout out to North Heart Studios, which is on Tudor and C Street, kind of right there in the building it's in the top and it overlooks downtown. It's really cool. Anyway, I did the vocals there for demos, and then I went out and did it for real out there.
Yeah. Nice.
It was Northland Studios?
North Heart.
North Heart.
Yeah, the kid's name's Tyler. Good dude.
Nice.
North Heart.
North
Nice.
Heart.
What's I know you also been helping promote stuff at the Matsu in Eagle River.
Yeah, I got a partner in a company called Far North Promotions, Roger Briley, and we only did 2 shows this year. We did we brought Candlebox back, and we did 3 Days Grace, and then the year before we did Everlast and Saliva.
At the fair?
Candlebox, POD. We did POD, which was
Was
sick
those all
too.
fair?
No,
Fair?
that was all at Matanuska.
Oh, okay.
Everlast was actually in the street, F Street there, by Willowa and Humpies.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh, just the summer.
Yeah,
Last summer.
yeah, last summer.
Last summer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That one kind of was a bummer, even though the show was killer. It was sold to us originally as House of Pain was getting back together. Oh, so, but unfortunately, it was just Whitey Ford doing House of Pain,
Gotcha.
which it was all good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it would have been cool to get the original thing back.
Yeah.
yeah.
What are you guys looking for in 2024?
Yeah, just more shows. Actually had a meeting today about, I'm not a reggae fan, but obviously people are.
Yeah.
You know, so it's a smart business
Well,
move.
it's just fun, positive music, dude.
Yeah, you know, big Kyle always.
No,
gave
you
me
said
shit.
you
He's
wanted
like,
to dread your beard out.
No. I just like listening to it to set my mind right in the morning, dude. Just,
Big Kyle used to always give me shit. He's like, "How do you hate the happiest music?" And I was like, "I don't like happy music." That's it. That's right. But no, so maybe we were trying to do a festival this summer. At the end of last year, we were trying to do something out at the Palmer Raceway.
Okay.
It's a sick place for
what a
shows.
fucking venue and the scenery with the mountain and shit.
So after the stick figure show, those guys are really interested in bringing like their homies, like 311 and Dirty Heads and
some big names.
Slightly Stupid, right? That's another band.
They're all connected.
Yeah, they're all connected.
Okay.
They're all under this same agency called Mint.
Well, and that's why all their music is very kind of similar in terms of its like message.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's maybe not. It is white guy reggae. It's surfer bro, curved flat build, long haired.
Well, Slightly Stupid's like very like stoner reggae.
Yeah.
I
like
feel
very weird.
They're all like I don't know. I don't want to say wannabes, but like Sublime.
There's in a Sublime
like
was
the
different.
first like
that was different.
I mean, it seems like they're all living a pretty fucking awesome lifestyle, if you ask me. As far as
looks
like,
pretty fun. Yeah,
what their shit like
getting
surrounds
paid
them
to play
and-
music seems like a good
definitely.
thing.
Yeah.
Well, not only that, I'm just talking about the whole like free spirited fucking stoner surfer, like how much more like free and fucking badass can you feel than like what those dudes? That's at least what's portrayed to me in their music.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, damn, dude, that's pretty fucking rad. Just rock your long hair, not have a day job, and fucking smoke weed and bang hot chicks and everything else that goes on the whole fucking thing. They got a lot of shit going good for them, I feel like.
I mean, isn't that what everyone?
I can't hate that shit.
Doesn't everyone
awesome.
in this room do that?
I think all bald dudes like hate reggae.
What?
I'm bald.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't hate reggae. I love reggae.
I got a beard. That's the difference.
I love reggae. I just like my reggae made by.
These guys can grow their stuff.
We were hitting the fucking metal in the country on our hunting.
Yeah, I'm sure the Reggae Fest thing will go down because I think it's a smart business play. But for me, I'm a rock metal guy. I want to see more of that, and I wouldn't mind seeing some more country too, like some of the bigger names.
Fuck yeah.
The country I think brings the girls, and if the girls are there, the guys are there, and I think it's also a smart play. And we don't have a lot of it. I mean, we get like
Alaska loves country probably more than any other music.
Yeah, you probably do. And I know
as far as the turnout goes,
Brad Erickson, he does a great job of promoting the country stuff here, and I don't think he's the only guy that should be doing it. I don't think he thinks that either. So I think there's room for a lot more country here. Definitely more room for more metal.
Yeah,
I mean, metal. Even though this has always been a metal place, there's not a lot of metal coming up here anymore.
No, there hasn't been. Yeah, it's been a lot of like, I don't know, weird shit to me.
Yeah, well, Train. I mean, I don't know how that
EDM.
I heard that Train show didn't really pan out. I mean, it was raining in the monsoon that day, but that's a big band.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is not a big place.
Like an adult contemporary band,
If there was one that you want,
Yeah, I
like 100%, like, man, these are the dudes I want to bring, who would it be?
like new band.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like this band called Architects from the UK. They would be pretty sick. I also like this band called Bad Omens. As far as the new stuff go, I like Architects. They're doing something. I mean, Chad loves them too.
Yeah,
they're sick band. They're doing a really heavy brand of metal, but
it's melodic.
But the vocals are really decipherable. Like the scream, it's such a cool scream. You can actually understand the words. Like people that aren't used to screaming metal.
Well, there's a lot of singing too,
and he almost sings. So his like tone is like a rasp, but it's good stuff.
You can keep up with it.
Yeah.
Spelled traditionally, or is there like a K?
Just
by UK after it.
Okay.
They used to have that, but I don't see that anymore.
Yeah, maybe the other whatever they were.
I think the other one went away. There
What
was
about
two.
what about local music, or I mean, it doesn't have to be
my wife's
rock,
band's
but-
got a new album coming out.
Which
Thera.
awesome.
Oh, dude, I love.
Yeah, they got
What
some-
happened, dude? I have their. I don't know. I want to say it's their first like albums, like 6 songs.
Yeah.
Dude, that girl's voice is amazing.
They just have
dude.
jobs, man.
They got babies
Okay.
now.
They got very good jobs, and
Dude,
music's like secondary.
That's like the last I want to say that's the last like rock album I bought.
Yeah, they're great.
She's
they got a
amazing.
new record coming out, and it's going to be sick.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
They did
There's 2 songs out. The 2 songs.
Yeah, 2 songs are out.
Two songs are out right now?
One's called Survivalist.
You can get them on
which is
Apple or whatever.
Yeah.
incredible
Spotify.
song.
Is the homies from
Delmac?
no, not Delmag. Shout out to them though.
Portugal.
The other podcast that you're on, is one of them on a bass player or
Thera.
something?
Yeah, Stephen Cornfield.
Yeah.
Go fix yourself.
Yeah, shout out to those guys. If you haven't checked out
they're
their
great guys.
podcast, go fix yourself. Those
Yeah.
dudes are awesome.
He's in Thera.
Okay.
Yep. And then Kyle, the other guy, was in a band called Witness the End back in the day, but now he's like a financial advisor, cool dude, smart guy,
Yeah.
big golfer.
Yeah.
Of course.
They're all like professionals, dude.
Dude, you got them.
They have a place kind of like this, but it's down
Engineers.
but on the water.
Downtown,
It's like
right?
one of those Google. What are those places called? WeWork. Is that what it's
Yeah.
called?
Oh, yeah.
It's one of those
Oh,
companies. I didn't know
okay.
we had one until I went over there.
Yeah, I've
It's
seen
like
it.
cake beer in the thing, and
Yeah.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that
It's
is
like
a
like
good
a
spot.
lease spot or something? Or
Yeah, like a-
everybody shares it?
It's not as nice as this. This
Share
is pimping
space,
in
yeah.
here, but their whole building and the whole idea there is one of those things.
That's rad.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
I think 49th State also uses the building for like storage,
oh,
Okay.
okay.
like hops and stuff. Speaking of hops, what was Jay Liska
Oh, it's hop
drinking?
water?
What is
Hop
that?
Water.
Something he created. Something he
Like
made.
brewed it.
Yeah, he brewed it
no,
himself.
he didn't create it.
I mean, he made it himself.
he
and
made
since
his
then, I
himself.
have seen other hop waters.
He
Because I'd never heard of
found out
it.
about it from someone, and he made
Because
it- he
he's
made
sober
his own.
now, so he's not drinking alcohol.
Yeah, no, it's a good
But
listen, but I didn't know what he was drinking. I couldn't
Yeah.
really get that part.
Yeah, he brought a keg of stuff that he's been trying to like.
There's a
Market
brand
master.
out there.
There's a
Okay.
brand called Hop Water.
What
But
was it
he's-
like?
It was great, man. It was refreshing. Is probably the key word I would say.
Yeah.
It was refreshing. It was.
Is there
it
a
was-
flavor to it?
There's a slight flavor that is maybe.
Watered down beerish.
Was there like caffeine
No,
in
it's
it?
not beerish. No, there's hops in it. There's hops in it. So
It's hops,
what
but
that
not-
hops flavor is like.
It's just not fermented.
I wouldn't
into,
say
like, alcohol.
minty,
I was
but
very
like,
interested on the plane while you listened
like
to that episode.
forestry. Like I don't know. It feels woodsy, kind of
Very
like
earthy.
earthy, but not like dirty.
Like a
not like
tea,
dirt. Yeah, like a
almost.
tea would be. But refreshing. Like you feel like you could just, you know when you go to like
Essentially, that's what it is—a hop tea.
yeah. But you know what it reminded me of? Like when
But
you
you
go to a
drink it
nice. Yeah, you drink cold. You drink cold. Like you go to a nice like a spa or something, and they have like this water mixed with like lemons and all this
lavender.
other
Yeah,
shit in
lavender.
there, lavender and
Yeah, yeah.
whatever. It's like that's what I felt like.
Okay.
like
Was
one
it
of
in a
those.
can like this?
No, it was in a keg. He brought in a keg.
Oh, okay.
So it was
He
all
made his
all
own.
like carbonated because that's his thing. He's like, I still want carbonation.
Yeah.
But I want it to be like refreshing, and it was.
Okay.
He's mastering it. He's doing good, man.
Yeah, it sounded cool.
It was really good. But after that, I did notice there's already like some.
No,
other,
there's a few brands of it.
Here locally or just
No,
No.
nationally. It's a like you know how JJ Watt's like part of that Athletic Brewing, which is like non-alcoholic
Yeah.
beer, but it's not like it's like they have
I had that.
separate
That's pretty
ones.
good.
Like they have like a IPA and they have
Yeah.
a
I mean, there's a
that's-
big market for that, like seltzer
yeah. There's
water.
plenty of people who want to go out and they don't want to get drunk.
Yeah, but you
that-
still wanna
but
have
they
a
want to
good-
have the social feel of hanging out,
Yep,
not
the
drinking
bubbly
water.
and-
So
yep.
they're a lot like there's few places like Palmer Ale House. They have those athletic beers. There's I think Moose's Tooth is carrying them now. Maybe there's like a few places that are carrying those, and they're like not as I don't know. It just doesn't say like NA on it like all the other stuff. You know,
No, it just says
Right,
like seltzer. Or
where
like,
you like stand out. It looks like a can of beer. It's
really.
just not.
It's that color.
Yeah, it's like orange. I mean, they look like these,
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep.
but it's yeah. I don't know.
I mean, it's cool.
I've had them.
Yeah.
It's cool that he's trying to perfect it, and who knows what he's trying to do with it. I don't know, but I'm sure Liska being Liska, he's gonna do something with it.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah.
Do you see his old man? Who was here when he did it? You were here.
I wasn't.
That's
here.
like my favorite dude. He has an old 907 crew shirt. Have you seen his 907 crew
Yeah,
logo?
you
Like
ended up with one of
907
the
Probably
Union?
back in the day.
What is it?
like 907.
The Riders Union?
Riders Union.
No, it's not the Riders Union one.
Oh.
It just says like old and the crew 907.
907
Dude, it's
crew.
sick,
Oh.
dude. I'm like, this is
Really?
so plain and simple. And
Yeah.
he put out a Dooner Did I tell you that? He put out the Dooner shirt.
Dooner shirt. 'Cause he's a
for all the
he's an old
Dooner.
Bartlett boy.
I heard you guys talking about that. Yeah.
Like DOO.
You don't meet a lot of other
Yeah,
Bartlett guys here in the
DOONER,
studio,
dude.
dude.
Yeah.
Ever.
He's such a cool dude, man. Old Dooner.
He's very creative, man.
Yeah, for
That
sure.
that
Such a
family
funny guy.
was revolutionary in the state, and I hope that people, I hope they get the credit that they deserve. The Liskas,
Real heads now. Real heads.
Bro, it's not-
I know, but I just feel like, I mean, so much of the stuff they created is gone. Like snowboard camp at Alyeska was like,
Yeah.
dude, that was life changing.
We played
to
it.
a lot of
We
kids.
played
yeah,
it
but
one
all
year.
it takes is one
It was sick.
new player to be like,
Well,
we're
it
bringing
also
it back.
takes you,
Well, the
but yeah, but
King of
you
the
don't
Hill
have,
was
you don't have Ivan Imhoff
unreal.
anymore. Now
They
you're
need to
dealing
bring
with
that
some
back.
Canadian hotel company, you know,
Yeah.
and they don't get behind
Yeah,
it because it's
they're
not a
not-
moneymaker. Those type of things
No,
don't
it's a
make money.
It's a community.
They don't make
thing
money
for the people. Yeah.
No, yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I mean, because if you weren't at camp, you could buy day passes and you just pay $50 and you got chairlift. You got a lift ticket for camp, and you can go ride the tram up, and then you can ride chair 6, and you can.
They
do
might have
laps.
to do like the meta camp.
Meta, Facebook.
The old metaverse camp.
Yeah,
You know, all the kids with the screen
Yeah.
on doing it.
Just all sit in the
I
same
know.
room.
I know what you mean, though. Because I wasn't really in the snowboard scene, but I'm fully aware as an Alaskan and a resident where the culture of snowboarding in like Alyeska and that was very prevalent. That maybe they go underrated as true pioneer influences on like a generational culture in Alaska. You think about the grand scheme of how things have shifted as Alaska has evolved.
Yeah.
Like they may not be something like you talk about as like a forefront of something, but when you think about snowboarding and that transition from skier to snowboarder, remember being a snowboarder and like, what the fuck, dude? You like snowboarding?
Well, I
And
think
then
the
it, like,
difference
you-
is
you
we
can't-
actually lived the transition like that.
Yeah,
Like
Yeah.
It was
it was
a-
like a punk thing to do. Like,
great
oh, we're gonna
point. Yeah,
snowboard now.
renegade type shit. Yeah,
And now it's
There's
like-
actually
It
something.
was a
I was just talking about this recently about how there's no more all ages clubs for the kids to play music and start bands and stuff, and there's just nobody passing that torch around, and that domino effect actually, if you think about it, it almost stems from guys like Liska, who had Borderline, who had warehouses, who would throw shows, you know, or have those opportunities for bands to play with
get people
those
pumped up.
skateboarders and those
Dumbass.
snowboarders. All that stuff was a culture.
Yeah.
And all that stuff, I'm not saying that like Blue and Gold is having their own culture and trying to keep that thing alive, but like
they're having
Borderline
movie night.
had a freaking warehouse back there off Arctic where we threw
Oh, yeah.
big ass shows back there, and there's ramps.
No,
and
that
dudes
was
are punk
GMB.
rock bands.
That was GMB.
No, I'm not talking about Transitions.
Oh.
Transitions was first. You're right.
Arctic, yeah.
But what I'm talking about is the old Borderline one
On
when like
Arctic.
Sean Farmer and those dudes were up, and we were playing my garage Daisy Chain and Broke. We're playing in that Borderline warehouse,
Then
and
they
then
had
they
the
had
one-
Sean Farmer and some pros up there that were all freestyling on the mic. Those things don't happen anymore, and that was packed. And those were all like $2, get in, keg
Fuck
beer in
yeah,
the back.
man.
I mean, it was
Yeah.
like
I feel
guerrilla
like
style.
it's
Yeah.
because
that kids are missing that.
I feel like the environment
I could
has
change a kid's
gone.
direction that one night.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
like being influenced by
Change
that
your
shit. Sorry,
life
Chad,
in one night.
No,
I
it's-
think what you're saying is like
In a
the
good
kids
way.
don't have that influence
No, they don't.
that alters their like, holy shit,
they're on
there's
the
this new
phone.
thing.
They're-
Yeah,
they're-
yeah,
It's
they're
yeah.
not
so-
that. It's not that. They're on the phone because, like, society has shifted into this giant safety net, and
Yeah.
so like you're preventing anything like that from happening. Where
Well, yeah, everybody's
Where-
wearing a helmet.
well, it's not even the. It's
And
not
I'm not
even
talking
the
about riding.
protective
I'm
gear,
talking about
it's
little
that-
kids
it's-
on bikes in neighborhoods are on helmets.
It's
we,
that you're-
we never did that.
Never.
Well, you're just not a lot. Like,
I mean, if you don't wear a helmet and you're Alaska, you get called out.
Yeah.
Oh,
well, you
Like,
have.
what are you doing?
Yeah.
I think you have so much communication now that we didn't have. Where like, you know, when we were kids, talking about '80s kids and growing up in the '80s, like you had to like your parents gave you like a time to call and check in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you could see like where you're at, and you could ask for more time or whatever. You got called home or whatever. And now it's like your parents like can just look on their phone and know your location, you know? And so like it's gotten so safe, even though the world has gotten like entirely way safer just in general, like because of a 24-hour news cycle, because of your access to information, because of your access to knowing where everyone is at and being able to instantly communicate through text or phone anywhere anyone is, even when you're off grid now and you have a sat phone, or now it's gone to text messaging, you know, in reaches, like there's no, you're not anywhere where people can't get a hold of you. And I think like when parents go 10 minutes without knowing where their kid is, or like their kid's like, I'm driving to Girdwood, and you're like, call me at Beluga Point, call me at Bird Creek, call me at fucking Flats, and then call me.
Well, I think
Girdwood.
part of that too is the parents' awareness of the danger that's out there. Sure. Whereas maybe our parents,
but the danger is less.
Hey, man,
they did
Who
know.
knows where
they
this kid's
had
at?
to know. The danger
I don't
was
know
just
if
less.
my parents knew.
Like you
I
can't
don't know
even
either.
like. It's hard to do a skate park now.
Yeah,
because
or
like
insurance.
Because
but
you're gonna get sued.
Would you
can't
let
get
your
insurance.
daughter? Hey, I'm gonna go to this skate thing at this warehouse on Arctic.
No.
Exactly.
I would.
You know what I'm saying?
I would, but my wife would be very resistant to her, and
Yeah.
then I
Like, we're gonna ride our
I
bikes to this
constantly
thing.
remind her of what she used to do because her best friend was freaking Victor's sister, dude. Like, I mean, I'm like, come on, like,
Shout out to Vic.
we're gonna like
Rest in
not
peace.
allow our kids to do even remotely close to what we did. Like, we're fine.
Dude,
We're not
like the first
horrible
time I let my
people.
kids like ride their bikes around the neighborhood, me who was all over this fucking city, I was like, rode my bike like 10 minutes later. Like, let me see what's going on over here.
Yeah.
Man. I'm like being the creeper dad, like checking, like, oh, are they really over
I
here
know.
at Balto? You know what I'm saying? I'm watching them from a distance. Hopefully no one sees me. You know what I'm saying? And I was a kid that like my parents would be like, we'll stay around here, and I'm fucking diamond. You know what I
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you went like an hour away.
mean? Yeah.
This is kind of a weird thing, but do you think teenage, like high school kids can go tanning? Or do you have to be 18 and over?
No, they still go tanning. I see them there.
But
They're
is
tanning.
it? Does it
There's
say
people
like?
tanning. There's kids tanning.
I feel like
Okay.
you should be 18. Like, you
I
should
would
be an
think that they
adult.
probably do that, but that was such big business when we were kids in high school. All the girls were tanning from freshman year.
Oh,
on,
you
all
saying
the time.
do you have to be 18?
I'm wondering if it's now.
Ooh, I don't know.
Do they let high school kids?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Maybe their parents signed a thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe.
I have no idea.
That's
That's what I mean.
That's a
Like
really
everything
good
has gone to
question.
that, and it's
Yeah.
like you can't.
Yeah, there's
Like,
just
I
so
don't
many
know.
different safety nets now that we didn't deal with.
We're so protective.
I mean, being
Let's
a dad,
slow
I'm
down.
pretty helicopter myself. I mean, I worry about like the coming years because of what I did. You know what I mean?
Or saw.
But I
or
think
part
you're
of.
like you're.
But I was
Yeah,
a-
you
I was
might
a
be
dude.
helicopter. Helicopter was started in the 90s. You know, helicopter parenting, like that started in the early 90s. But now what they
My
call
parents
it.
weren't really helicopter.
Mine weren't either.
Now what they call it. Well, that was just like because like that was when you know cell phones started coming out and you could have those connections. So and like you know
We didn't have cell phones.
the late 90s, you definitely did.
Oh, I'm talking about when we were in high school.
No, we didn't. No kid would have it, but people had like you know
Pagers.
that
and
you had
maybe a
you
way
had
to-
call waiting. Like
Yeah.
there was new technology, right? It wasn't just a
Yeah,
phone
yeah,
that
yeah.
if it was busy, it was you didn't get a busy signal anymore.
Yeah,
You know,
totally.
things started evolving
Yeah.
like technologically, and so it became easier to the helicopter parenting thing started in the 90s, and
Mm.
then now what they're calling it is bulldozer parenting, which is like
Oh shit.
you're not even it's not that you're watching
Bulldozer?
your kid anymore. It's like now you're moving all danger out of the way. Like my kid can't
That's me.
do any of
you're-
it.
Yeah, you're like you're.
I'm
But it's
moving that
not. Your
shit
kid
out of
plays
there.
hockey, so it's not. Yeah, you just showed me a picture and told me how proud you were of the ball mark on her face for a whole weekend. Like that's not helicopter parenting.
I guess I would say that was me. That was me. Like when she was a baby.
Oh, of course.
I was like
Yeah.
real.
well, yeah, new
Yeah.
parent shit.
I
That's
didn't want
different.
it. I got pissed if she got hurt.
Yeah,
On my watch.
but now you're like rub some dirt on it.
Well, yeah, of course, because I mean, we're trying to make them into dudes, not
No,
completely into
you're
dudes.
not trying to make
Let
them
me
into
just
dudes.
rephrase.
You're trying to make it a very independent girl who don't need to depend on.
I don't have a son, so I'm just making it tough enough.
That's
pretty tough.
Yeah, I just think like things are. People are scared to let their kids do shit.
Yeah, I mean, going to a skate park that's throwing a punk rock show sounds like the best thing your kid can do in high school.
Yeah. Parents are afraid to let their kids do things.
Yeah,
and even I have to tell like Alexia,
right?
like,
but people are crazy.
The kids are outside doing crazy shit and running a thing, and she's out there like peering through the thing. I was like, "What are you doing?" Like, let the kids do what they're gonna do. If there's a problem, they're gonna come in. If it's a major problem, they're gonna come in.
That's all you can do is just educate them, dude.
That's it.
And just don't be just 100% disciplinarian, and just be a friend and have that relationship where they know they can come to you.
That whole thing about like I'm not your friend, I don't ever subscribe to that.
No.
Oh, the parenting.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Oh,
like you can't be their friend. I never.
You can be a leader and a friend.
Yeah, you can discipline and be
very
a friend.
easily.
Absolutely.
Yes,
yeah,
man.
absolutely.
No,
well, friendship opens up the
I mean,
trust
you
factor,
think
man.
about those kids that are our age that didn't get hugs from their dads, and their dad never told them they loved them. Their mom was the same way. They're not working out very well right now.
Yeah,
they aren't.
Hey, man.
Well, you're an anomaly, dude. You just are.
You found nature.
Seems a little judgy.
No, but you know what I'm saying, dude.
You got the love from your friends.
There's a difference from dads that didn't hug their sons. There's a study about that. It's out there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And they're different to their kids.
Yep. Yeah.
My dad didn't hug me until I was older.
Yeah.
Right.
Which it actually affected me at a younger age. My dad. That's how my dad grew up. He didn't get that stuff.
Yeah.
Figured out later. Like,
that was the same with my dad.
But I didn't know I needed it either until I got it, and then I was like, "Damn, that's fucking awesome."
Yeah.
And now you probably overdo it.
Yeah, probably.
with your kids.
For sure.
Yeah. With my boys, I'm always every day. I probably tell them I love them 10 times a day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But you're like, I mean, not to knock your mom at all, but your stepdad, he's a dickhead, and
definitely,
and.
You've
been you've been a tremendous father to your stepkids. Yes, you have.
Dude. I mean, I've done the best that I can. I wouldn't claim to be great. I love them. They love me.
I'm going to say it for you.
That's all I can
exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
But I'm not. What we're gonna.
But I probably don't hug them enough either.
We're gonna hug you after this show.
I'm gonna hug your ass,
dude.
You know
who was like,
we're gonna do a group hug. You're gonna be in the middle.
It's gonna be the hardest group hug, dude.
You could get
you want a hug, Chad? You about to get all the hugs you never got in one hug.
I got plenty of hugs nowadays, but I do understand what you're saying, and Daniel, you're 100% right that I definitely had super good friend group. Once I got to high school, because that was the first time that I was like in the same place long enough to develop that, and so I do got that, and that was a big crutch to me. Like I left my house at 17.
Yeah, you grew up before all of us
when they moved, because it was the first time that I had really, really good friends that now I'd had for several years, because I went to 5 elementary schools and 3 junior highs. So like going to one high school was the longest time I ever spent with any group of people. So it was a big deal. But even then it was like, I remember like first real girlfriend and first time that I ever told anyone that I loved them. It was like, that was a very hard thing for me to do. Like a very hard thing for me to say, because it was so
almost
foreign.
felt unnatural. Yeah.
And nowadays,
who is that?
Yeah, actually, good question. Who was
that little
Who was the first person you told?
She knows who she is.
P.S.
Oh shoot, she knows who she is.
She knows. That's all.
But
that needs to be said.
I know.
But
all right.
Few years ago,
I want to know. Hearing about
a few years ago, the time that it really clicked with me,
awesome lady,
of how important it is, like, you know, with your kids and your wife or your girlfriend or whatever, it's one thing. But like with your fucking boys, it's still just as important.
Yep.
And I never knew that or had a grasp on that until Russ Miller passed away. And I was having a talk with Kyle, Big Kyle.
What's the over under, man? 2 years? You been back?
I hope it's. I'm gonna go under on that just because I want him back.
Okay. Sorry to interrupt,
I was telling him how, like, you know, he was asking me basically like how I was about everything, and I was like, I'm good with everything other than the fact that, like, I told Russ to go to Cantwell because I was gonna come there from Valdez, and I didn't, and that's the last conversation that I got to have with him. And he told me, he was like, he knows who you guys were. And Kyle, and I was like, and I was kind of being indifferent about it with Kyle. Like, well, I don't know. I don't know if he knew that. And Kyle was like, well, I can tell you that I am at peace with Russ because I know for a fact that the last thing I ever said to him was that I love you, because I tell all my friends that.
He does.
He does do that.
And he does.
He does.
And that was like a pretty like life-changing moment for me where I was like, I need to be about that.
Yep.
Yeah.
And now I do. And I didn't before. Like, I was like, I don't know, telling a dude you love him.
Oh, man. You got to
Seemed
say
a little
you love
weird.
you. Got to. And the embrace, man. Like, Brandon really brought that in, you know, the dap with the, like, you know, the
you got to tell
the
your
hug,
homies.
man. The just like, so then, like, if something happens, it's like, well, last time I seen him, I gave him the
Yeah, it feels good.
No, and it's another thing too that I've really like tried to incorporate in my life is like just reach out to the people that you don't, that have moved away or whatever, you're not in contact with as much anymore, and just like every now and then just do those check-ins.
Gonna do
You never know.
a little challenge for you.
Sure.
It's not really a challenge, but I felt as if Kyle was the guy that would be like, hey, let's all go to dinner.
Yeah.
Hey, let's all go to lunch.
Yeah.
Hey, so let's go do this.
Kyle is that guy.
He was like,
But I want
nucleus of
you
a gathering.
to be that guy.
I
think that you should be that guy because you're the in-between between us and your guys' crew, which I feel like now it's like one.
Yeah, Kyle is the in-between between like every
Kyle was
The nucleus of the whole web.
every crew.
It's unbelievable, man.
Oh, dude.
You go out with him.
You're like, you got a new
first 10
Facebook
minutes.
friend, and it's like, oh, Kyle. It's like, oh,
Dude,
Kyle knows
you can't
so-and-so's
go
mom.
anywhere with Kyle quickly because he knows 5 people in every room in this place in
miss
Alaska.
him. I miss him.
Where we were at, dude, and some dude came and ran up on him, and he like shed a tear. Like he had a connection with this dude. No one knew who he was. But
Oh, that was the what's the bar by Moose's Tooth?
Kinley's?
No, like up the street, the like dive bar.
the clean little nice bar.
Oh, yeah, that was his homie from back in the
Timeout?
day,
Yeah,
dude.
Timeout
That's
Lounge?
right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Time out.
Yeah,
Oh,
bro.
Timeout Lounge?
Yeah.
Yeah, he like runs into this dude and like they had a emotional moment. I'm like,
Yeah, that was a dude
and
that
it wasn't just a dude that knew him was like, hey, what up, man? How's it going? Like, because Kyle knows everybody, right? But it was like a full blown, like one of those. I'm like, dude, this dude just.
That dude's one of the,
love
like-
connected with just everybody.
that's
in this
Kyle though, man.
Kyle'd be good on this show, too.
Oh man,
Kyle's
He's got a lot of
his
stories.
voice and he talks so
He probably
fast.
freeze up like every time he has to rap in front of more than 2 people.
Kyle
Man,
is
he could freestyle, though.
100%.
When he had the old
but not when
blazer.
it was like more
Really?
than 3 people.
Oh really?
Oh, dude, he
Get
could
him in the
freestyle with the
car.
best of them until it was like
Sick.
on the spot. And then it was like, oh.
Well, the next time he
I don't
comes
know.
to visit,
I try to get him on songs.
I went to the Blue Fox with him, and like we roll in. I don't know what we were going to. Something probably at the Alaska Airlines Center, and I didn't even know they had karaoke there. And all of a sudden, like we're just chilling there, just got our drinks, and I
He
hear
did some
like
R&B.
no, I would
Al Green?
No, I would expect that out of Kyle.
Yeah, he kills that.
It was just like, Kyle Sellers, you're up. And I was like, what the fuck? Okay.
At the Blue Fox?
Yes.
Damn.
And then,
That's close quarters.
And then I'm like, okay. So I pop around the corner
bar, too.
and I'm expecting R&B. Kyle has like a group thread with like my wife and like Tessa and a couple other girls where all they talk about is like new R&B artists and shit. That's just Kyle. And no, he's singing Sinatra, bro, and killing it.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like,
I heard him do it. I heard him do it at what's it called? Sushi Garden.
Oh, Asian
Garden, yeah,
That's
Asian
the
Garden.
karaoke.
he was
fucking
just
metropolis.
smashing some like Sinatra, dude, like
Yeah.
a slow, croony ass song, and I was just like, God damn,
He's
Kyle
nasty.
Sellers, dude.
Yeah.
It's like he's just this is a different person.
Damn.
Yep.
We're talking about you.
Yep, we love you, Kyle.
What's he? He's down there slinging car loans in Texas.
I don't know what he's doing.
Yeah, he's like the
coming
closer.
up here.
He's
Oh,
the
shit,
closer.
man.
They send him in the close,
Damn,
which I'm
just
sure
with
he's
it-
good at.
With his like his slick back curls and shit. Just
I don't know.
No,
man.
dude, he's straight
the
mullet.
yarmulke, full yarmulke.
He straight looks like
I don't know, dude.
I told him we should
he
go
said
Jewish
it's been like
because-
triple digits since he
he
got
said.
there.
He
Oh, I'm
said
sure
He's
killing
probably
it.
shaved head right now.
no, he's not. He's straight up.
Oh, it's hot.
He's straight up flowy. He's a. He look. I
He's
told him.
greasy.
those offices are air conditioned, bro. He's fine.
He might
I
be
told him he
alright.
looked like Morgan Wallen. He said, "Dude, a dude came up to me on the street the other day and said, you look like a brown."
Billy Ray Cyrus.
No, what's the show with? God damn it! Why am I? The dude from Righteous Gemstones. Danny McBride.
yeah,
Danny McBride. What was the show where he was a baseball player?
Oh my God! I know he's talking about
Eastbound and Down.
Eastbound and Down.
Yeah, Eastbound and Down. But what was his character?
Oh shit!
Oh, his name? I don't know the name.
You're talking about the dude in Tropical Paradise or
Yeah.
Tropic Thunder.
Yeah.
He's
Tropic
the
Thunder.
fucking-
But on Eastbound and Down, he was the baseball
About to
player,
put
and
some
I'm
napalm on
I'm
his
forgetting
nuts.
his name. But Kyle said, he's like, dude, a random dude came up to me at the store the other day and said, you look like a brown, whatever,
That
from
guy's
Eastbound and Down. Because he had that curly ass mullet. And I was like, dude, I was like, you look like a brown Morgan Wallen,
that's
bro.
right,
Like,
that's right.
those things are getting long, dude. Straight mullet. He was
all
like,
he's got.
hey, man, you got to fit in.
That's all he's got. Dude, it's light on the top.
Oh, I know. He's like, I'm gonna get a yarmulke. He said he's been saying that for years. He's like, dude, I'm gonna get a yarmulke and just cover that up.
Kenny Powers.
Kenny Powers.
Powers.
Dude came up and said, "You look like a brown Kenny Powers," like randomly in a parking lot.
Oh, that's
I was like,
hilarious.
"Welcome to Texas."
That's funny.
Shit,
Boys,
you-
we're long. We got 3 hours here in 30 minutes.
Kyle put me down at the sheep show, bro.
That was fun.
Oh yeah, we won't talk about that.
Oh yeah,
You
I
said-
heard all about that.
Yeah.
Oh, you ain't the only
got
one,
baptized,
brother.
bro.
You
You
should
got
talk
shit
to my wife. My wife got lost in Chad's bathroom for 45 minutes.
Yeah. No,
Couldn't
Kyle's
figure.
good at that.
Couldn't turn on the lights from the doorknob.
Tried to get mad
got
at me
in
about
trouble
it.
for that.
Yeah, that's some bullshit.
Did get mad. He had like 47 Uber cancels that night, trying to leave and then like being out there
God.
like.
Oh shit.
Oh man.
That's funny. Brock, thanks for coming in.
Yeah,
man.
thanks, boys.
Appreciate you giving us your time and,
Hell yeah.
and your friendship
It's a
and
great time.
and your music and your lyrics and your what you do on the radio and what you do for the city and the community. It's just it's heartfelt and it's warm and we absorb that and I love it.
Yeah,
I love it.
Thank you guys, and I love you guys.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, bro. Yeah, you do, man. You're like the perfect fit for that role.
Yeah, thanks, man.
I feel like it's just amazing when I heard that you were part of that show in the morning. I'm like, oh my god, dude, you found your spot.
Yeah, Appreciate that.
All that time passes.
yeah.
Man, one thing I wanted to share is just a personal observation at the 3-Day Grace show, and I got to meet all the guys on the side there, and
Yeah,
we
nice.
got to get in there, and that was a cool experience. Thanks for that. I'm not a band guy, but I've never seen so many happy band members. There's no I don't know what happens in a real band, but I imagine there's a lot of shit
Yeah.
between personalities and influences, followers, lovers, haters, and just good, bad, and fucking the ugly that goes with the band life.
Definitely.
But that moment was just a bunch of genuine, good old fucking Joes, happy, making music, and you guys were beautiful
Yeah, thanks, man.
in harmony, dude.
The only thing I could say to that is the only reason I'm still doing it.
It shows it resonated from you guys and shaking everybody's hands and hearing their story, and I wanted to share that because my experience from the show was the genuine love that everybody had for just being musicians and artists and enjoying what it was without the ego and the shit, and it was like a maybe a new chapter in all of your guys'
I think
life of music.
It's
and
great
again, man,
observation.
it was just like a very raw and virgin observation of a group of dudes making music together. But it was beautiful, man.
Thanks,
Thank you
man.
for what
Appreciate
you do,
it.
Brock, and thanks for your time.
You're welcome. Thank you, guys.
It's been a pleasure to get to know you and be friends and hockey parents.
Definitely,
and
man.
I'm so glad we made a connection.
Likewise.
And you got to come on Alaska Wild Project and with one of your best friends, Chad. And bro, you're like you said, man, it's like we're all just a network now, right?
Yeah, Chad, I love you too.
I love you too, bro. All of you motherfuckers.
Big hug coming.
Yeah, I'm a
Should I
big fan of you guys' pod, man. You guys are killing it, man. I love it. So thanks for having me.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you, Alaska. Thank you for listening. Check out Brock on the KWell Morning Show Monday through Friday.
Brock.
And appreciate that. AlaskaWildProject.com. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Become a Patreon if you want to support like that. We thank you, Alaska. As always, stay wild.
You'll remember my speaking to you of what I call your overcautiousness. Are you not overcautious when you assume that you cannot do what the enemy is constantly doing?
The Alaska Wild Project podcast is brought to you by the following sponsors.
Barney's Sports Chalet, supplying hunters with the best hand-selected gear since 1963. The exclusive home of frontier gear built for the rugged Alaskan terrain. Your one-stop shop for all your outdoor needs. Visit Barney's today at 906 West Northern Lights.
Big Rays, the Alaskan outfitter, committed to outfitting Alaskans across the state since 1947. Whether you're a recreator, parent, guide, or corporate buyer, Big Rays has the gear you need, tailored for Alaska's harsh conditions. Check out their new exclusive line of aerolic waders. Big Rays for all your outdoor gear and rugged work attire. BigRays.com.
Tailored Restoration 24-hour emergency home services, helping Alaskans restore their dreams since 1972. Services include fire, water, mold, post-emergency cleaning, repair, and remodeling. Give them a call in Anchorage, Eagle River, Matsu, or Fairbanks. Hit them up at tailoredrestorationalaska.com.
Total Truck and Alaska Overlander, Alaska's premier supplier for custom automotive accessories and overlanding products, providing all-inclusive rental vehicles and trailers custom outfitted to explore the Alaskan backcountry with a unique and convenient traveling experience.
TheTreehouseAK.com, located at 341 Boniface Parkway, Alaska's own and grown cannabis and CBD store. Ask the bud tender what the strain of the day is to get your 10% off. The Treehouse, where the culture lives. AKO Farms, located in Sitka, Alaska, built from the ground up with concentrates as their single motivation, with exclusive products such as their sugar wax, full spectrum diamond sauce cards, and more. Ask your local bud tender about AKO. Marijuana has intoxicating effects and may be habit-forming and addictive. Marijuana impairs concentration, coordination, and judgment. Do not operate a vehicle or machinery under the influence. There are health risks associated with consumption of marijuana. For the use of only by adults 21 and older. Keep out of the reach of children, and marijuana should not be used by women who are pregnant or breastfeeding.
The Bait Shack, located on Ship Creek upstream of the bridge. Can't miss the bright red shack. They are the go-to fishing gear rental and guide service on Ship Creek. Tight lines and fish on. Come hook into the action with them. Hit them up at thebaitshackak.com.
Lawn Pro AK, Alaska's year-round professional property maintenance team. Services include weekly lawn care, custom landscaping, fertilizing, weed control, turf repair, and more. Schedule your free estimate at lawnproak.com.
Alaska's OG cider company, Double Shovel, crafting gluten-free colonial-style ciders, founded as a healthier, non-inflammatory brew option. Drop by their Pop and Tap room in Anchorage off of 58th and Arctic, or visit the second location in Kodiak. Double Shovel, award-winning ciders.
The Alaska chapter of Backcountry Hunters and Anglers. BHA is the voice of our Alaskan public lands, waters, and wildlife. Their goal is to uphold our hunting and fishing legacy while keeping our public lands wild. Stand up today and join BHA at backcountryhunters.org.
Should you not claim to be at least his equal in prowess and act upon the claim? I say try. If we never try, we shall never succeed. This proposition is a simple truth, and is too important to be lost sight of for a moment. If we cannot beat the enemy where he now is, we never can. It is all easy if our troops march as well as the enemy. and it is unmanly to say they cannot do it.